Yo, what's good? We're here. We are back. This is Hoops and Brews. We got the AC on today because it's hot as hell in LA, and I'm not going. So if you hear it in the background, you just gotta accept it. I'm gonna try to take it out on audio, but other than that, I don't really care about it. We're here. We're live on the internet, as well as we're live with our special guests. Go ahead, special guests, get your plug in, talk to the people about who you are, where you from, what's your basketball background, and why should they listen to your basketball opinion?
Well, Nick Hamilton, born and raised in LA. Been doing this for about a dime and some change. Covered the world of the NBA, NFL, NHL, the whole nine, as well as entertainment and pop culture. So, yeah, man, been covering the Clippers for a minute, been covering the Lakers for a minute. So, you like it, you don't. When I give a damn, you be the first to know.
Ooh, I like that. You got to put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt. You got to put that on a shirt. But our other special guest, Glasses Malone, returning to the show for the second time. Thank you for coming through for the first time. You know, the very first time. We appreciate that, big look. Thank you for returning. We know you're hot in the streets right now. You know,
sure.
You just dropped your video that shook the internet.
Yeah.
Really shook the internet.
Yeah. You really shook the internet. You really shook the internet.
For like 14 straight
You shook the internet. So,
Niggas cussing me out right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cussing me out right now.
Exactly. I know you shook the internet.
Niggas like, nigga, fuck Glasses, nigga. Nigga told me he hope I die. I was like,
it's like, damn, bro.
It ain't that serious.
But I think, personally, I think if we talk about video of the year, that's my video of the year that I've seen so far.
Nah. Bust our ass.
If you know anything about me, you know I do video shit. Video of the year easily, period. Haven't seen a piece of art like that in a while. So go ahead and talk to the people.
Bust my ass. Tupac must die. First person from alleged perspective of the person involved with Tupac's murder. Just delivering dope ass shit constantly. And all my takes are very honest. They're objective. As crazy as it sounds, if I said it, I really believed it, and I did research. So when I talk about basketball, you can believe that.
100%. Now I just want to compliment the storytelling of the record.
Oh, thank you.
For me, it was one thing. Like, first thing I did when I came to LA was like, what happened to Pop? That's the first thing I asked anybody who was from LA.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the story that I received. It was something that I thought that more people knew about. But the way you illustrated it, I mean, you can even see just from the anger that people had and the way that you illustrated it was great. And it did what music should do, which is invoke the reaction of people. Exactly. I think that people.
It just hurt their feelings. I mean, I know it's a sad story.
Yeah.
But like I always tell niggas, take out your tampon, man, and it's just gangster rap.
That's hilarious.
Like, let the gangster rap be gangster rap. Like I get it, a lot of the gangster rap right now ain't really hurt nobody's feelings, but gangster rap should be very like emotional. You know, you should feel some kind of way.
And it should be thought provoking. Like, it shouldn't just be like, I'm gonna shoot you with no grounds and context as to why I think I should do this thing.
I mean, that's most rap music today.
I mean, but that wasn't how.
But I get what you mean though. That's what it should be. That's what it should be.
I mean, like I said, I tweeted it out because I saw Glasses get so much hate from people that did not watch the video. Now, if you watched the video and you still felt that way, cool. You're entitled to your opinion.
I mean, it was the tweet too.
But you know what it is? So what I learned about
but it was
the tweet.
But it was good marketing though.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you what I learned about marketing. Right, marketing is actually not about the product itself. Marketing is about the conversation. So the conversation was bigger than the actual.
Look at that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Exactly. Ain't nobody had that damn sandwich. Them shipped out 2,000 sandwiches.
They
shipped out 2,000. They only shipped out 2,000 sandwiches.
But the craziest meme was when
they stole Jordan shit. They stole all Jordan marketing.
The craziest one though, the best meme I saw was the one when they had. Mom, I want a chicken sandwich, and they had showed that old dried up piece of bread with that old chicken. Be like, you gonna have one at home. And black mamas that went through that.
Remember that Eddie Murphy Raw?
Exactly.
You thought you was gonna get that McDonald's, get that Mama's burger.
Yeah, with the green pepper. And
that was the best one.
And the bread is.
Honestly, man, if a nigga know me, man, he know I don't give a fuck. Like none of that, all that raw, all that hard body talking. Yeah. Come on, like this what I do.
Yeah.
Fuck the rap shit. Like the street shit is what I do too. So. If somebody feel that edgy, like I'll make you a part of the marketing too. I got some good money, and I'm not talking shit, and I'm not playing. Like,
I believe.
If a nigga wanna die behind some dope ass hip hop, I'm not playing. I'm really gonna. I'm gonna send you where you want to go. You can be a victim. I need more tiers of marketing anyway.
That man said you can be a victim.
Nah, dog.
You want to go home?
I mean, I feel you.
You want to go home? You want to go to the morgue?
Yeah, exactly. I think the response to it was I mean, I get it, but it was just a tweet. I think it was a tweet. I think if you would have dropped it without the tweet, people would have still been mad. But like the tweet. But also, I understand that if that's a part of the art, it's the same thing as when you see a painting in the museum and they got the title underneath the painting, or they got what the artist comment about the painting is the it's their description. That's what it was. So I thought it was a dope piece of art. I personally think it's legit the best video I've seen this year, because I don't really watch a ton of music videos like that no more. But when I do watch them, I actually pay attention to them. And I just thought that was amazing, man. I really thought it was amazing.
The video fit the lyrics though. Like it's hard to get the audio to fit the visual. 100%. Like it's hard. I've been on sets where you watch the directors do certain things and they're trying to emulate what they heard, and it's like trying to find this angle. I mean, and I ain't just saying it because you and I talked about this on the phone.
Sure, all the time.
And I was like, dude, this is dope. Whether I agree with it or disagree with it, it's still dope.
But
and
my thing is,
that's the thing.
And my thing is further, it's not about my opinion. Like, people don't get this as objective as it comes. Yeah. This ain't about what Glasses think. This is about what happened.
Yeah.
This is a POV.
And this is, I understand the emotion behind it so I could deliver it. This is not I don't want Tupac to be dead. He may not get around. I need more of them.
We need a lot more of them.
Yeah, it's like, so it's not my personal opinion. It's just from the element that I understand well. That's it. So, again, like, that's what hip hop is about. You know what I mean? My goal is to keep furthering it and making sure people get information about content they didn't really understand.
Good. Well, hopefully that means we got some more music coming.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because I was listening to some old Nipsey, and one of the songs came on with you. I think it was the one on the Gang Injunction tape or whatever.
Oh yeah, we gang bang.
Yeah.
So that was on.
I was like speeding up to 405, playing that shit on Nip's birthday.
That was on Nip. That was on Nip's third. That was on Bullets Ain't Got No Name 3.
Yeah.
Feel me?
That
So
was a cold piece too.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's like somebody got to make real gangster rap. It's just been boring. It's like Drake got the best gangster rap song right now.
Yeah.
Like Drake, nigga. Drake ain't finna hurt nobody. Drake got songs about putting money on niggas' head and niggas get knocked off and you got to kill if you want to be down. And niggas mad about this story.
Drake said he was racketeering in West Hollywood. I heard that and I was like, man, what? He just said I'm racketeering in West Hollywood. I'm racketeering in West Hollywood. I was like, dog, what, bro? What? Nah,
Who told you that was cool? Who said, you know what?
Racketeering in West Hollywood. I was like, all right, bro, okay.
Hey, brother,
that's
hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Exactly.
But all right, man, this is Hoops and Brews as always. We drink beer, we talk basketball. The homie Glasses doesn't drink, which is actually the dopest part about like even just listening to like a lot of your music. It's like because I think I heard you talk about in an interview how like people get loaded to go do wild shit. It's like I don't do none of that shit. I remember when you came in, I was like, yo, you want to drink? You're like, no, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing.
Yeah. So I never drank and I never smoked.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know, but somehow it's like a confusion that people are like, oh, you lying? I'm like, that probably wouldn't be a cool lie to tell. Like, it's more cooler if I roll this motherfucker with a pound of weed and we smoking weed or some Hennessy. I'm cooler. Feel me? I just don't drink and smoke. I just never. I grew up in the era, like I said, as I get older, where it was real winos.
Okay,
like,
I feel you.
So right now, today, the liquor ain't really nothing.
Yeah.
But back then, motherfuckers be laid out in front of a store, so that didn't really seem.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I respect that. I respect that. But let's go ahead. Let's hop into some basketball topics.
There we go.
Somebody here is mad at me. I'm sure they are. So go ahead, get it off your chest. I already know it's coming.
Me and Nick always go to. Go ahead, Nick.
I already know it's coming. Hold on.
What
Let
do
me
you
turn
do,
the AC
Nick?
down.
There you go. What do you do, Nick?
I already know it's coming. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and air our grievances out.
Speak on it, man.
I'm talking to you. What you want to say?
Nah, bro, Nick, you be fed up with this man.
Yeah, you be come on, man.
Like, bro, I see you.
Listen, let me say.
I see you at least once a week.
Listen, I tell this man. I said, look, I tell you. I said, man, tell TPJ I love that brother, man. But look, man, the man got to put the brew down. I mean, damn, dude. Some of the stuff I just be sitting here like this dude's a black Skip Bayless. Like I can't believe the stuff that's coming out of his mouth to my ears. I can't believe it. This man said, and I believe I'm correct when I say this. You said that Scottie Pippen.
Yes, Paul George is better than Scottie Pippen.
No.
Kawhi Leonard is better than Scottie Pippen.
No. Kawhi.
We're going to put this in G. We're going to put this in because you need to stop doing this.
No.
You need to stop doing this.
No.
There's no way in hell.
No.
Scottie Pippen is the third best small forward of all time.
Paul George is a better player than him, though.
No, he's not.
I didn't say a greater player.
No, he's not.
No, that's a difference.
He scores better.
Greater.
I am not.
Greater
I am
greater
not.
and better is two different things.
He
I didn't say he was
fucking nigga
greater. I didn't say he was greater. I didn't say he was greater. I said he's a better player than him. Player to player, he's a better player than him. Greater? No. He probably will never be greater than Scottie.
I think he's a better scorer than Scottie.
He's a better player. He's better.
He's not the playmaker he is.
Being better.
Exactly.
No,
he's not the playmaker he is.
Exactly.
But he's a better scorer.
Scottie is a better rebounder.
I think Kawhi and Scottie are like similar in defense. I told you if Scottie was playing today,
Kawhi is a better defensive player.
I mean, I think Kawhi is a better defender. I think Kawhi is the best defensive wing ever. Period. Ever.
I won't say ever, but he's definitely in the top. He's definitely in the top.
I mean, what other wings you see with 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards and like 5 first teams?
I mean,
Dennis Rodman.
Rodman was play at first.
Maybe.
Yeah, Rodman. And also,
I'm not upset
Rodman
at that,
is the most
upset.
but that is great company. That is great company.
Rodman is the best.
And also, you don't play defense by yourself. You didn't have Tim Duncan behind you, who was still making first team all defense at that point in time as well. But I agree with you, Kawhi.
Didn't Kawhi make first team all defense last year?
No, he was second. But he didn't play enough games though. I just don't think he should have been on the team last year because of the low management.
He was only second team.
No, I think PJ Tucker should have had that slot because Kawhi low managed. He played 60 games, but I do think Kawhi
should have been there. He definitely should have been there, even with the low management. He
I think
definitely should have
PJ
been
needs
there.
that, bro. No, bro. PJ was out there 82 nights and was by far the best defender on that roster.
Michael Cooper was an ill.
That ain't saying much.
So somebody made that point to me. Michael Cooper is a.
He came to my mind.
Michael Cooper. And people forget about Michael Cooper.
But again, Kawhi Leonard for sure. I agree.
I want to put Bruce Bowen, but he was kicking people.
I like that. You're right. Better and greater is 2 different things.
Better and greater is 2 different things. He's a better player. He's not a
But
greater player. He will never be a greater player than him.
The only thing I think he does better.
I think Kawhi has a better. I think Kawhi has a chance to be a greater player than Scottie. I don't think Paul George
arguably already is a greater player. Or arguably already is a greater player.
Well, then he's a greater and better player.
No.
I'm cool with that.
Wait, let's not be a player of the moment.
There's no argument. There's no argument.
Look. I saw what Scottie did with that 93-94 Bulls team. Yes, they just lost to the Knicks. They still really could have won that series. I saw what Kawhi did with the Raptors.
Hold up, but then again, y'all, we've had this conversation. Y'all can't discredit Marc Gasol's contribution.
I think Kyle Lowry should have been Finals MVP.
Marc ain't get no credit. Marc is going crazy.
He got overshadowed. He got overshadowed.
And I think Kyle Lowry should have been
because
Finals
he's a
MVP.
big man that shoots the 3. And
literally he can guard off the pick and roll much better than probably any big in the
But also you got to remember,
Scottie
was an initial part of that Blazers team.
It's not Scottie Pippen
that took him against the Lakers team.
Scottie Pippen is a top 15 player. We're not going to even put nobody.
So that's what I'm saying. That's my grievance towards you. That was my only grievance.
Sure, but he did say better.
But I said better. I didn't say greater. Like everybody be mad about it. I'm not taking that back. He's a better player. Player to player, he's a better player than him. He got way more things in his package than Scottie does.
He scores better. He scores better.
And it's a different era too.
And he's a better rebounder.
There's no way. There's no way that Paul George could play in that era that Scottie played in.
That's bullshit. That's
Get
bullshit.
the hell out of here with that.
Bullshit.
He will not thrive in that era.
That's bullshit.
How is it not?
Shoot from anywhere, Nick. What you want?
Come on, Nick.
No.
That's the name of this episode. Paul George can play in the 90s. I'm going to write that down. Nick. Yeah, I'm writing it down. Paul George can play in the 90s.
I'm saying he wouldn't thrive. I didn't say he couldn't play. I said he wouldn't thrive.
He would have 23. In
the 90s?
In isolation?
In the 90s?
All game, yes. Who the fuck stopping that man? He's 6'8" and can ISO with a handle. Now that's wild. I'm with you about the man that's not better than Scottie. But that's wild. No.
Exactly. But
no.
But
I'm not. You know what I'm not. What I don't do is I don't say which player could play then because evolution. Paul George is the benefit of evolution.
Of course.
He's the reason you can have Paul George is because of Scottie Pippen. So I'm not going to compare.
Better rebounder, no. For
Scottie but again, I'm not against that. TP, like, and I tell you, I don't fuck with certain. Yeah. I'm not against the concept of Paul George being better on the court than and having tangible things he can do on the court more than Scottie Pippen. I'm not disagreeing with that.
You could argue. You could say
he's not greater though. He's not great.
If you look at back when he was in Indiana, when he wasn't scoring as much, he was still scoring as much or more than Scottie was.
He's a better scorer,
and he's a better scorer. Year after year, got exponentially better.
He's a better scorer,
and he's always been a good defender.
But I don't know if he's the defender players. I don't know. And his upside as a defensive player is Scottie Pippen. He can defend as good as Scottie Pippen when he's on the court.
Paul George ain't every year, pretty much for the past 4 or 5 years, been arguably a top 5, top 10 defender in the NBA.
Top 10, sure.
He got hurt, but I agree. When he's not hurt, yes.
Yeah.
Top 10, yeah.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm with you.
10, yeah.
I'm having this conversation with a lot of. I'm a diehard Lakers fan, and I've been having this conversation with a lot of people about like the talent of the Clippers. Like they have identity and talent. So it's like
a ton of it.
You know what I'm saying? We start really talking about how good, like it really is very Michael Jordan-ish, Scottie Pippen-ish over there.
The biggest question is, I mean, the only question that the Clippers have is how quickly are they going to mesh together? Because when I'm not saying they don't fit in. I'm not saying they don't fit in, but what I'm saying is that was a 50-win team last year. Okay, they 48 wins plus the 2 playoff wins.
They're going to be, but not 64 because they're going to load matches, but they're going to win a lot of games.
But here's the thing. They didn't have a superstar and a star in their lineup. Now you have to adjust your game to how Kawhi and Paul George is.
No, they're not.
And also, how well does Kawhi and Paul George adjust their games to what they already there?
That's not what's going to happen.
Nick, but also Paul.
No, I'm saying those are the questions that I agree.
That's not what's going to happen.
That's not what's going to happen.
No, I'm saying those are the questions.
Look. He already went on his own tangent, so I'm going to let y'all pile on him because he's supposed to pile on me.
I think the fact that Paul George is out for the first 6 weeks, allegedly,
that ain't going to even matter.
I think that it's going to help.
That's the thing.
Because you're not going to have to put 2 people to the offense. You're just putting 1. And all that they look.
Their offense is sick.
I said it from last year. They didn't lose that series. The only reason they lost to the Warriors last year was because they had nobody who could get you 25 to 30 points. If you needed a bucket, you had nobody to go to.
They had no finishers. You got a finisher now. You have a finisher.
You have 2.
Right, I'm saying, but I'm saying you have
3.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying you have a legit finisher. We saw what Kawhi did. You saw what Paul George is able to do. You have finishers,
and you have 3 because now those 2 get the best matchup. So now Lou is going to usually get the 3rd best.
That's true.
Oh yeah, tell him what you said yesterday.
What?
Go ahead.
I think Lou is a better scorer than Steph Curry. Scorer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree with you.
Exactly.
You notice I didn't say nothing.
Player no.
I said it yesterday.
Player no. Player no. Player no.
Not better than Steph Curry.
This is what I got to deal with.
He's not scorer.
Yes, but not overall player.
He's not even a better scorer.
Hell no. Scorer, yes.
But you also have to look at.
Dog.
You do good though. No, he's not. I'm sorry.
You also have to look at.
You probably got to kill his obsession he has with Steph Curry.
Look, the only time I've really seen Steph score. No, look. The only time I've seen Steph really score was the finals this year. Because
he scored his whole career. He averaged 30 points. That's scoring.
That's shooting.
No, it's not. Scoring is the asset of shooting.
It's a benefit of shooting, yes.
No, shooting is scoring.
No, it is scoring, but
he shoots a better percentage and he shoots further away.
That doesn't mean you're a better scorer. That means you're a better shooter.
He can
shoot.
He scored more points in minutes he's played.
Because he can shoot.
That's scoring.
Will's giving you 22 points in like 29 minutes.
And Steph is giving you 37 points in 29 minutes.
Coming off screens and shooting the ball.
That's scoring.
That's shooting.
That's scoring. It's scoring
shooting
the ball.
Is scoring. Laying
Putting the ball in the basket is scoring.
Mid-range jumpers is scoring. Floaters is scoring.
To be a great scorer to me, you have to do it in all 4 levels. If you can't do it in all 4 levels.
Which levels can he do it in?
I think he does it from the perimeter.
He can score. He can score layups. He can shoot mid-range. He can score everywhere on the court. He got floaters. He actually got 1 dunk.
He can't dunk. He tried it. We saw that. He can't dunk worth a damn.
Like the first.
He was a scorer at Davidson. He took him to the.
He was a shooter at Davidson.
He was scoring the ball.
He was coming around screens, shooting the ball,
and on the ball.
You really disgust me sometimes with these takes.
This is horrible.
The point guard from Davidson.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know who you troll, but this dude trolls.
I get what you're saying.
Just scorer, player. No, scorer.
I get what you're saying.
Stop. Both of y'all done watch too much basketball to have opinions
that
like
is
this.
No.
He is not a better scorer than Steph Curry.
Wild.
You hard pressed to find 5 players in the NBA that's a better scorer than Steph Curry.
No, I'm not.
Kawhi
Leonard.
No, Kawhi Leonard's not a better scorer.
Not a better scorer than Steph Curry.
No, he's not. Not even close.
I can't roll with that.
Not even close.
I was with you.
I love Kawhi.
When you seen Steph post?
What do you mean when I see him post?
That ain't a part of scoring?
Are you saying who has more ways to score? You said who's a better scorer?
That's what we talking about.
LeBron James has 2 ways of scoring.
He's
still a better scorer.
In the league right now? No. I never thought LeBron was a great scorer until second time in Cleveland.
He can have LeBron's 2 ways. That's like Kareem is a great scorer and he only got 1 way to score the ball. Kareem got 1 way to score the ball and he's about scoring.
Listen. I thought Bron's best scoring
most dominant offensive move ever.
I thought Bron's best scoring year was 2017-2018.
Bro, he can score the ball. He's a better scorer.
You don't need
don't fall in love with diversity.
Exactly.
What you mean?
That's
That's what we
LeBron
talking
gotta
about.
get
It's not, because that's not what always better. You can do one thing, and if you do it better than everybody else do everything they do, you're better. Steph Curry is better at scoring than probably, like I said, you're going to be hard pressed. Like, you got to go to a James Harden. And I don't even know if I would say, I definitely might say James Harden is a better scorer. I might say KD is a better scorer.
Kyrie Irving.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's
Nah,
not.
no, he's
Kyrie
not.
can barely
He
put
don't
up
even have.
26.
He don't even have a 50-point game.
Exactly.
Yes, he does.
No.
57 against
Oh,
Spurs.
yeah, versus against the Spurs. He had one game.
My bad.
Come on, man.
Steph
Stop.
got like 2.
Steph averaged 30 for a whole season.
Dog,
Kyrie ain't never averaged more than 26.
It's not even close.
I disagree with that.
It's not close.
I think
I don't
he can
know
give it
why
to-
your problem is
No,
with Steph
no,
Curry.
look,
Steph
look,
Curry is a top 10
Look,
scorer all
But look,
time.
bro,
Already,
look, bro.
like-
When it comes to scoring, I think you like scoring and when the art of scoring. I think I do it on all 4 levels. I get what you're saying. Like, yeah,
Diversity is overrated in the NBA.
But bro, if we talking about who is the
If
best,
you can't stop what I do, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
you don't have
had
to
one
do
move.
more. I agree.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had one move.
I agree. But there are
Still
better
the most
post scorers than
unstoppable.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Who?
Hakeem.
No.
If you're
Hakeem is not a better
teaching-
scorer.
literally,
Hakeem
if
is not a
you're
better
teaching-
scorer than
if you're
Kareem
teaching-
Abdul-Jabbar.
If
This
you're teaching
nigga
a post
is
player
crazy.
how to score
I
the
thought this was
ball,
about brooms, not
if you're
wings.
teaching a post player how to score the ball,
Look at
I'm
me.
sorry,
Look at
I'm
me.
if you're teaching a
Thank
post
you.
player
Thank
how
you.
to score the ball,
Thank you.
I
I
better
feel
show a
alone.
video of
I feel
Hakeem
alone.
before
I feel
Kareem.
alone. No, and he gonna keep talking and making up bullshit
Because
points.
no, here's the thing
Kareem
about
is
Thank you,
the
bro.
best
Thank you.
scorer, and he had one move.
it's still the most unstoppable move
And it's still
to this day.
unstoppable.
To this day.
It's unstoppable.
Now, if you're talking about Hakeem as far as the dream shake and how he scored,
There we go.
now, but that's a different
That's
argument.
not
Though.
better.
But that's a different argument.
That
How
means
he
you're better at
scored,
it.
Diverse
how
is
he
not
scored
better.
versus
Look.
him being a better scorer is two
Different
totally different
conversation.
arguments.
Who got
disagree
more
with that.
moves
How?
is different.
Because
I was with
You
you.
can't
Nigga,
stop
lost
me.
Come
no, listen, bro. I think that if you have more
Kareem,
ways,
you can't stop me.
Listen, I think if you have more ways to score, you are better at the art of scoring.
Listen, if I do one thing and I make billions of dollars, and you do 10 things and you make $100 million, you still not a
I
better
mean, I
money maker.
understand that, but I'm more well-rounded than you. So I'm probably
How
more
is that?
talented
It
at
don't,
this
no,
thing
you're
than
wasting your time. You need to
But
find
you
one
still,
thing
didn't,
you
you, still
do
didn't,
good.
you still didn't eclipse him of making $1 billion if you only made
It
100
don't matter.
million.
That's fair.
So mine's is better.
Exactly.
I disagree
Exactly.
with that, bro.
Shut your ass up.
No, I disagree with that, bro. I think
But you know what? You're a fan of small forward. You're a LeBron James fan, right? So that means you're a fan of diversity.
yeah.
Small forwards love that, but it don't matter. You only got to be able to do one thing and possibly
I
greater
get
than
that. I understand that, bro. But if we talking about the art form of it, scoring the basketball,
Me and Nick had
if
this-
I'm looking at how to like teach a kid
Yeah,
how
we're
to
not
score
talking
the
about
ball.
art. We talking about buckets.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that.
We're not talking about
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
It's two
I don't care how you
different
paint.
Put that on the shirt.
We talking about
yes,
buckets.
I
Who
feel
get
you.
buckets?
Like yes, I feel
We're not
you.
talking
get
about
buckets?
buckets.
Cool, like yes, but if I'm thinking
If I
about
got one way to
buckets,
get
man.
buckets and I can keep getting
Buckets.
buckets this way, it's buckets.
that don't mean you better at scoring than me, bro.
No, it's
You have
at the
to
end
go
of the
to
day,
anything.
how many points I'm getting, you can't stop. Everybody know what Steph gonna do before he show up to the arena,
And you can't stop
and
it.
you still can't stop.
No, I wouldn't say everybody know what he gonna do.
Who the fuck don't
I wouldn't say
know?
everybody know what he gonna do.
He's
Why you
literally
always
the
on that?
scariest
Why you on
offensive
that,
player
bro? No,
probably.
Can I ask you a
Nah,
question? Why?
it's like
Why?
close.
Why you don't like Steph?
No,
What did he
You
do?
didn't give
What did he
autograph?
do to you, Pete?
No, listen, it's just like I think he's a
took
great
Aisha
shooter.
what?
I don't think he's a great. I think he's a great shooter. Yes, if I had to.
Kareem is a great hook shotter.
Yeah, but I
He's a
think
great
there are
hook
better
shotter.
people. Yes,
But he's got the most points in his rules. Kareem a score.
Yeah, he's a scorer. But again, I think they're better post scorers than him.
So
I think
that's
the team's a
what
better
I'm
scorer
saying
than
to you
him.
earlier. It's
He's
two
a fan
different
of
arguments.
diversity. Yeah, you're talking
It's
about
two
the art.
different
We're talking
arguments.
about better.
But
We're talking about more
But
rewarding.
to me, if you can do more things and you're more well-rounded, I'm better.
No,
you just have
no,
one
you're
dominant
not
thing.
better,
That's
though.
cool.
You're
You
not
have,
better.
No,
look,
that doesn't
You're
mean
not
you're better.
better.
You actually got to produce
If-
more.
Yeah, you have to produce more. If you can't
If
accumulate
you,
the
I don't
same
care if you
stats
do
like
30
that,
things,
you're
but you
wild.
can't produce more.
No, bro.
You can't produce more.
I think a lot of it has to do with situation and
wild.
Oh, ain't no situations.
and
You can
how
put
you
Kareem
apply it.
Abdul-Jabbar in any situation, he
Yeah,
gonna get that
get
hook set
buckets.
off.
Yeah, of course.
You can put. Listen, Steph is the scariest. Steph is the scariest player in the offensive set I've ever seen in my life.
I don't disagree with that.
Right? He's
Sounds
literally
like
the first
Michael
nigga.
too.
He's scarier than
Yes.
Michael Jordan, and I can honestly say that. He's scary. Now, is he more efficient? It's different. That's we got whole conversation.
Not going
Steph
with
is
that.
literally the first nigga I ever seen cross
going
half
with
court.
that.
You gotta nigga start shaking.
Exactly.
Niggas start figuring
But
out
here's
what
how
I'm
But
gonna
it
do.
is.
it's the same as MJ.
No, MJ didn't cross half court. The niggas was like, all right. Niggas tried to get set and then he
They
abused.
tried
it.
to get set right.
Steph Curry, you
He said they
literally.
tried to get set and he would abuse it.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
different.
Dude,
This is a
destroy
Steph Curry crossed half court, nigga, and niggas is like,
It's
and he can
it's
shoot a
different
shot,
tremble. It's a different
right?
tremble.
Inside,
Trembling is still
like,
trembling as far as I'm concerned.
dog, he is scary, dog.
You
that
should,
little
you
light
should.
skinned
No
nigga
matter
is.
how you
And
get
he's
shook, you still
6'3".
should.
How the nigga 6'3" is scary? The nigga is scary.
Because he can shoot. He's a great shooter.
And then he'll go blow by you and lay up.
How's a nigga 6'3" and scary?
He is scary, dog.
It's because of the space on the court, bro. Look at the people he playing with.
He was doing this at Davidson.
With
randomly. Who else he played with Davidson?
Actually, wait. For that conference, that Davidson team was good. For that conference.
But look at the conference.
Yeah, they had a great player on there.
Look
if you
at
put
the
a lottery
conference.
pick on most teams, that's what they
in
do.
the Pac-12 or the ACC.
No. The boy that's coming out right now as a lottery pick couldn't take them to the Elite Eight. Who was the second and third pick? What's the boy?
Ja Morant.
Yeah. See, it's a difference.
That's fair.
And he's taller.
That's fair.
This nigga
And
6'2".
more athletic.
He's 6'2" with the athletic shoes on.
Definitely athletic. Boy can jump out the damn gym.
And that shit don't matter, nigga. That's the thing. Steph don't even have athleticism.
Yes, he does. You know that.
I'm being.
He does.
You call him Mr. Bo Ankles?
That's really skill.
Yeah,
you call him Mr. Bo Ankles, like Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bo Ankles.
But again, to me, bro,
my man
if we talk about
they
defense,
be delicate, man.
Who's a better defender? That depends on how many positions can you guard. Which is why when you say Rodman the best defender of all time, that's why I agree with you.
But then you also.
But I wouldn't put somebody like Bill Wallace over Rodman.
Diversity still has to provide. You still have to produce at the highest levels, right? You got to produce at the highest levels.
Mm-hmm.
Produce.
Agreed.
So yes, you can have more diversity, but it has to end with production. Like your production have to make your team win. That's the difference. So when you do I think it's players that can score? I don't. Honestly, I'm still not with you with that. Steph still got a really good mid range. Can finish at the rim. He get better every year. They can shoot the three. He can shoot from half court. I don't know what more of a scorer you want.
I think he's a great perimeter player.
They got a floater.
Look.
He's a great perimeter. Yesterday, literally, we were live on the internet. This motherfucker said Steph got one layup.
On 2K, not in real life. I said that on 2K.
You said
he had one layup.
He don't have no offensive moves as well.
No, I didn't. I
Me
said
and
he
Nick
had
had
two
this.
on 2K.
You said he
Me
got
and
a
Nick
step
had
back
this
three.
same conversation. I'm gonna tell you the Nick conversation. Rodman being better than Shaq. Everybody cussing me out about that.
Who said that?
I said Rodman is better than Shaq.
No.
Now you see why we had that convo.
But look.
That's a Pavy take.
No, but look.
Gee, that's a Pavy.
Shaq is the MD.
No, look. I think Rodman got held. No, but look. I think Shaq got held back by the era.
I'm sorry.
I think Shaq could do way more
Shaq
things.
got held back by.
He did.
Shaq got held back by his efforts.
No, Shaq got held back.
Glass.
Shaq wait till the season started. He be like, I'm getting shape during the regular season.
He better than him as
He
a
was still the
player.
MDE. He was still the most dominant ever.
But I think
I don't
Shaq
even know
also
what
got
that
held back by the
D is.
era. I
So
think
where's
that Shaq
Shaq
had
rank in your top all time, whatever?
Shaq is struggling, probably top 25.
Okay, you're wild.
Right at
That's
25.
Wild. That's wild, bro. That's wild. What did Shaq do to
It's
you?
four
What did
centers
Shaq do to you?
better than Shaq.
What did you kill
It's 4 centers better than Shaq.
Who? It's how many centers?
4.
Who? Name
Of all
them
time?
Bill Russell.
Okay. Okay, look. He won. Okay, look. He won 13 rings. I know the respect you have for winning.
11.
I'm not. Okay, 11 rings. I know the respect you have
And he
for winning.
literally would have averaged double-digit blocks for 4 seasons.
Okay, fine.
And he stopped Will Chamberlain.
He was
from winning
playing
more than 2.
before, like I said.
It was him and
They
Will
played
Chamberlain. It was
before
him and
Doc-
Will Chamberlain.
If they played before Dr. Martin Luther
He
King
played
got
against
shot,
Will.
it don't
You
count.
can't.
Yeah,
Yes, it does count.
It don't count.
Especially if you got to play against Will Chamberlain. That's that
nonsense
bullshit.
you
That's
talking
that
about.
bullshit.
Also,
That's
because
why
let me
y'all
tell you
rapping so
something.
bad.
But also, Wilt
That's
didn't
why
have
y'all
Bob
rap
Cousy,
so
John
hard.
Havlicek.
Because y'all don't listen.
But also, look, Wilt didn't have Bob Cousy, John Havlicek, all them people. Wilt didn't have that.
Shaq had motherfucking Kobe.
He did.
So I don't want to hear this. Listen what I'm telling you. I'm going to name 4 centers, right?
Okay.
And he had great role
Bill
players.
Russell,
Okay.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain,
Okay.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
I'm not mad at
You
that.
know Dream played against Shaq for that ring.
no.
I'm not
Will-
mad at that. I'm not
Will
mad at that.
Will is a
mad.
If y'all want to have a conversation between Will and
I'm not
Shaq, I'm
mad
doing
at
The
that.
only people belong above Shaq are Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilt Chamberlain.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
I'm not mad at that. I'm
'Cause
not
Will
mad at
averaged
that. I'm not
50.
mad at that. But,
That's not enough.
But saying
But
Shaq
Dream-
is struggling
no.
to be top
We
25.
got that ring.
No, Dream-
Saying Shaq is
Listen,
struggling to
ring
be
is
top
ring.
25.
We'll get
Wow.
rings. We'll
You
get
ain't
rings.
Thanos.
But look, bro.
He said you
Saying
ain't
Shaq
Thanos.
is struggling to be top 25 is wild. And look, I think that
Yeah,
especially
hell no.
what-
The way I
He
judge
ain't
that
struggling.
way.
He ain't struggling at all.
Where's Rodman then?
Top 10. Second best power forward of all time.
But look, I also think Rodman got held back by the era.
How?
I think
How?
that Rodman, like,
Which
look,
one of these 5 rings he held back? That nigga's the real Thanos. He crushes your favorite player.
Listen. I
And
think
so
that,
did
so look, I think
Shaq
that,
should not be struggling in the top 25.
Wait.
Shaq should
Let me
be
tell
in
you
the
why
top
he's in.
five,
Let me
top
tell you.
15.
Let me tell you why I judge basketball, so y'all can understand this from here on out. When I talk basketball, I only talk about it in a team setting because it's only play that's professional in a team setting, right? So you have right? Point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers. So therefore, if Shaq is not top 4 centers, he has to be in the 20 through 25.
But he is in the top 4 center though.
No,
even if
not.
he's number 4.
I don't. Is he better than Dream?
Is he better than Dream?
No.
That could
Dream is an MVP, defensive, more 3-time defensive player of the year, leader in blocks, 2 rings, double finals MVP.
I put him in there. I put him in there before Dream. I put him in the top 4.
I don't know why. What does he do better than Dream?
See, but look,
dominates, dude.
Look, I don't even know what that means.
He's the focal of defenses. Shaq
is not the focal of defense.
Dude, in
Hakeem is the focal of defense.
In 2001, dude, against in the finals, who did they zero in on? Shaq. They didn't zero in on Kobe. They zeroed in on Shaq and then went to Kobe because that's how it was played.
Yeah, but again, that don't change the fact that Hakeem had the same problem without Kobe. Without a Kobe.
Whoa, wait. He had Mad Max.
Mad Max? Are you comparing Mad Max to Kobe?
I'm saying the team. No, we talking about team. You talked about team.
I said Kobe.
I'm not comparing the Kobe.
Let me start. Let me start with a Kobe. Give me the Kobe.
You talking about everybody listening. I said, listen. I'm talking about the team around him. The team around Dream was a dope ass team, especially in '94. That was a dope ass team. I'm not saying it wasn't Kobe, but they didn't need Kobe back then. They didn't have to have a Kobe type player back then for that team in '94.
That's because you had Hakeem Olajuwon.
And who else did you have on that team?
You had Robert
Random and certain niggas. Random and certain niggas who can make the shot.
The man that talks about team.
The man that talks about team.
Okay, so
I'm saying,
so he had a whack ass team.
If your second best player,
Akeem used to be Akeem. He wouldn't have no championships because he would just be Akeem. Without the right team around him. That's all I'm saying.
He never had players the caliber of Kobe Bryant, ever. Ever.
He did.
No, he didn't.
That's fact.
He never had players.
No,
he did. Quality of.
Ralph Sampson early on.
Penny.
Ralph Sampson early on.
It was a nigga as good as Penny.
Ralph Sampson early on.
Sampson when he was a kid.
Yeah.
When Dream was a kid.
But Dream didn't develop into where he was.
Right. So what I'm saying is it really crazy that his 4 centers better than Dirk?
No. I mean, like a Dirk in the sense of his teams never had a real second bona fide guy.
Oh, you're right. That's a valid point.
Like Dirk never really. I mean, like
Jason Kidd.
Steve Nash was that guy, but then they traded him. Jason Kidd was over the hill by the time he came back to the Raptors.
I don't know. Jason Kidd mattered, and he was giving you real minutes.
He was over the hill by then.
Yeah, but he was
over the hill.
That nigga was guarding LeBron in them finals. That nigga was guarding LeBron in them finals.
He was over the hill at that point in time.
He had an AR.
I don't know.
He was old. He was old.
I don't know. The nigga playing 38 minutes and whatever he was in, and nigga guarding LeBron with them arms. I don't know.
He was old, man.
He guarded LeBron.
But no,
them arms, nigga.
I think that a lot of players in the 90s had more skills than what the game allowed them to showcase because of how the game was played.
I have a question.
But again, that's the confusion. Like, see, that's what I keep telling you, and this is your problem, even as a LeBron stand the way you stand, right?
Thank you. I'm glad
this is the thing.
He's LeBron stand.
Sometimes you showing everything you can do, it makes other players, you don't give them a chance to be who they are. Therefore, it reduces your chance of team success. That's the problem. Like, me and Nick always talk about this. I always give LeBron a lot of shit because he don't rebound. How you a big old front court player? You don't average double digits.
LeBron is 6'10", by the way. He's not no 6'8". LeBron,
he's a legit 6'10".
LeBron is
they want to
big
say
as
not,
hell.
And he's 260.
He's big as hell, man. He can stand as a guy that'd be like 6'7".
But he was still.
I get your point.
But he's still one of the best in the game because he was still averaging.
I don't think LeBron top 5 no more. He's not top 5.
He's not top 5.
He's not top 5.
He's top 15. He's not top 5.
He got
top 15.
He's in a proper place. It's too small for us better than him.
Who your top 15 in the NBA?
It's too small for us better than him, and they both on the same team. Today,
you're right. Yes, you're right. The guy who's better than Scottie Pippen.
Paul George is definitely better last year.
And both of them are better than Scottie Pippen, by the way.
Paul George and who?
Kawhi.
I mean, I don't know.
Kawhi.
The
I'm
motherfucking
Kawhi. I'm cool with Paul George.
In 2019, Paul George wasn't better than LeBron James.
That's wild. You said
top
LeBron
15?
top 15.
The way I judge the game,
I said
right?
top 10.
The way I judge the game, he's a small forward.
Because he's a LeBron hater. That's why.
I'm not. No, the way
He
you
hates
judge the
LeBron.
game.
I don't know what LeBron did to you, but he hates
I
LeBron.
respect that you can still be a LeBron hater as a Lakers fan. I love it.
I'm not a LeBron hater. What I just don't do is I just don't bullshit.
I love it.
I don't bullshit for nobody. I'm not gonna bullshit for LeBron.
I understand it. I just don't think Paul George is a better player than.
He's not a greater player.
No, I don't think he's a better player than LeBron.
Yes, he is. Paul George top 3 MVP vote last year.
He shouldn't have been top 3 MVP vote. Jokic should have been. Jokic should have been over Paul George.
The man tore his labrum in the middle,
and that's why he shouldn't have been. If
come on,
But let me tell y'all what the MVP represents, so y'all can stop confusing this. Because I think everybody constantly keep thinking MVP means the best player. It doesn't. It's not the MVP.
Most valuable player.
The NBA values offense. That's the selling point of the NBA.
So then Jokic should have been top 3.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's
offense.
No, he shouldn't have.
Offense.
Listen, just focus. All right. So you start talking about highlights, highlight producing situations, everything. Value to the NBA. The NBA's valued player. Right? So Paul George was competing at one time with James Harden, Giannis for highlights. And his offense was on a whole nother level. Again, the MVP don't mean you're the best player. It means you're the most valued offensive player in the NBA.
That's fair.
That's why you don't got to have defense to win it.
That's fair.
So what I'm saying to you is the defensive award has the MVP too. They just don't value defense.
Okay.
So the point I'm saying, back to what I'm saying, the way I judge the game, right? LeBron James is the small forward. Is he a better small forward than Paul George last year? Is he a better small forward than Kawhi? No. That's why his team. That's why his team. That's why, like I told you,
better small forward than Kevin Durant and put him at 4. Better player than Steph Curry. No,
because KD played power forward last year. So that's the only.
And that still gets him barely a top 15.
Which he should have always been playing.
KD played small forward last year.
Shout out to KD. That nigga showed me some love too.
Come on, you don't like Draymond?
I love Draymond.
Draymond played power forward last year.
Yeah, but they was mixing them, right? So I think KD has always struck. I think KD needs to be playing power forward. I love the way
he does.
Steve Kerr
will be now.
I love the way Steve Kerr used him. Steve Kerr used him very Shaq and Kobe-ish.
I agree.
They kept a perimeter presence and all of that. So
well, now it's a different type of offense.
Back to this point, I'm saying. So is that really crazy to say Hakeem is better than Shaq? Is that really crazy?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not crazy.
It is.
I disagree with you,
but it's not crazy.
Shaq was a much more dominant force than Hakeem.
Stop saying dominant. Let's talk about what he did better.
What do you mean? The man
what did he do
better?
better?
Now you sound like me.
The man gave you 4 rings. He was averaging 30 in the playoffs for like 3 straight years.
Hakeem actually averaged the same. And was a better
Hakeem
defensive
deliver you 4 rings?
2.
He did deliver you 4.
Listen.
No, what did you tell him earlier?
It was an instrumental part in all of those championships.
What did you tell him earlier? What did you say? If I got $1 billion, you tell me you diversify, but I got more money. That don't mean you better.
But then again, I'm not against saying Shaq is better than somebody with 2 rings.
You said Shaq top 25. Glasses.
I think he's the fifth best center in the
NBA. You don't think that's unreasonable?
No, I just
you
really
said
think
Shaq is top 25.
You said 4.
These are the conversations we had.
No, what I'm saying is 4 better centers.
You said Shaq is top 25.
That's what it.
But top 25 is a problem that I'm having.
Yeah, it's like
It's top 25.
Yeah, it's top 25.
It's not no.
If you want to put the man 12, I'm even fine with that. G, but top 25, bro.
Wow.
I would say top 15.
I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
No,
I'm with this. Top 15.
Right now. No.
Shaq ain't even
top 25.
Shaq is not even a top 3 Laker.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, that's understandable.
That's fair.
But it's not top 25 of all time in the NBA.
Tell you right now, name your top 25. Because I really want to hear your top 25.
Okay, so the way I work it, right, is like this, right? So you got point Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, Bill Russell.
Okay.
No.
How are we not gonna get credit to Bill Russell?
The camera battery is still no. Stop that, man.
Why?
People
Bill
just
Russell would be Tristan Thompson if he played today.
See, he should stop that.
No, Bill Russell would be a better version of you never seen before if he played today. Think about this type of athleticism and evolution of what he was.
People disrespect Bill Russell so much.
He created the outlet pass.
Bill Russell weighed 215 pounds.
The problem that most people have is the fact that people want to argue errors, and you can't argue errors. You have to look at the overall talent.
Yeah, and you can only dominate your era. If you dominate other grown-ass men,
but also look,
you are the man.
Because he was born at a particular time.
Come on, man. Because they switched.
Think about he was a high jumper.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah,
right. So look,
one of the most athletic players ever.
Okay. So then moving on, right? You got Bob Cousy. Got to put Bob up there. You got to put the Cousy up there, right? You got to put Kobe right there. Got to put Brian right there, right? You got to put Dennis right there, right? And you got to put Cap right there.
Dennis Rodman is not top 25.
Dennis Rodman is top 10.
No, he's not.
Dennis Rebound is. Let me tell you something.
You don't even smoke. You don't even smoke.
So what does Shaq do better than Dennis Rodman?
You don't even smoke.
What does Shaq do better than Dennis Rodman?
Score.
There you go.
And you can, and I know you're gonna say, well, he don't.
He doesn't do anything better.
Huh?
Nothing else.
Yes, he does.
Not one.
Yes, he does.
What?
Shaq is a better passer and a better
No,
player.
he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No. And you know, look, T, you already thinking about that. He's like, not me. Look at me. He's like, oh, I can't even say that.
No, he's not.
What does he do better?
Okay.
What does Shaq do better than Dennis Rodman?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm telling you.
Shaq is a better passer than Rodman. I'm sorry.
What you're saying is diverse. I'm telling you,
Rodman had one job. Rodman literally had one job, and that was to go out there and grab rebounds and
defend the best player on every team every night.
One job, though.
That's two jobs. That's two jobs. That's two jobs. Tell me one thing.
What was Shaq's job? He had to go out there, rebound, score, block shots.
He ain't blocked no shots.
What?
That nigga was a horrible defender. For his size and his ability, Shaq should have been a... Listen, defense is all effort. That's how you can see who won the play.
2 blocks as a player.
Shaq made 3 all defensive teams.
Okay.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
With that athleticism, Shaq should have been the most dominant player to ever play basketball.
3.5 blocks his rookie year, 2.9, 2.4, 2.1, 2.9, 2.4, 2.7, 3.
If Shaq actually took basketball serious, if Shaq took basketball serious, how could you really beat him?
You couldn't.
How could you be a 7'1"?
But then y'all tell me I'm irrational.
Dog,
That's
Shaq
ridiculous.
It's like I feel the same way about LeBron. These are the greatest athletes in LeBron is the greatest athlete.
No,
in basketball.
LeBron should be better, but LeBron had been in 9 finals.
I think
LeBron had been in 9 finals. He at least had 9 times to cash in and
telling
cashed
you,
in 3.
cashing in, he should have actually won.
Every time. Every time he was to the finals, he should have won.
But I think a lot of times
LeBron
LeBron didn't win because he's not the
finals.
scorer that, but because he can't score in as many ways as like.
He should have won 2007.
So why?
I think no
was
small forward
LeBron
should have to
unsuccessful?
be. This is why
Mike would've won 2007.
Unsuccessful. I can't
Mike
tell you
would've won
that
2007.
Because he's a better scorer. He can score more ways.
No, that's not why. He compromised more people on the court. The way he played basketball compromises his teammates. He compromises his power forward. He compromises his shooting guard.
Unless you build the team around Bron.
You don't. The point is, when you're a talent like that, you make adjustments. Magic Johnson started off as a shooting guard. Literally, he had to play center to win the finals. 3 years into the game, he became a point guard because they got James Worthy.
Rodman was the
But also, I think Bron's one playing the wrong
at his position at that era.
LeBron needs to make. He's the smartest player possibly in the NBA. He needs to make. And now he definitely can't play point guard.
The fact when Jordan came back and wanted Dennis Rodman on his team.
But I'm gonna tell you why.
Right? 2-time All-Star though. You can't tell.
That's because All-Stars is being rewarded. They don't reward defense. People don't want to see defense at the All-Star games.
That's the case. Bruce Bowen top 50.
He got to win some defensive player of the years. He got to win some defensive player of the years.
What that mean?
You got to win. You got to be the best. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something.
I mean, Rodman got 2 defensive players.
Listen, that's incredible.
How many MVPs Rodman got?
That's an
How many
offensive
All-NBA
award.
first team he got?
Look at the defense. Look at his All-NBA defense. Look at his All-NBA defensive.
So what
Look at his All-NBA defense.
So what y'all telling me is that Rodman is more dominant, or at least what you telling me.
On the other end of the ball than Shaq on the offensive side.
No, you're wrong. You my guy. You're wrong. That don't make sense.
Ask Michael Jordan. Ask Michael Jordan.
That don't make sense.
Ask Michael Jordan.
That don't make sense.
Ask Michael Jordan why he won when he came back.
He got 3 rings.
I just
with
said
Michael
that.
Jordan.
5 rings.
He got 3
He had 2 rings before Mike even thought about winning the ring.
No. You say ask Michael Jordan. He got 3 rings with Michael Jordan.
No,
Jordan
he
got
made
3 rings on his own.
And he had 2 rings before he ever played with Michael Jordan.
With the bad boys.
Yeah, with the Pistons. I'm not mad at that.
Designed by him.
But no,
Around what he
stop
do.
that. That's disrespectful as hell to Shaq. Come on.
Why?
You
just said he don't do.
You came up in LA.
Name
Now
2
you sound
things.
like me. See?
Name 2 things.
I just told you he's a better passer. I don't care what y'all say. Shaq is a better passer than Rodman. Shaq is a better scorer.
How's he a better passer?
He's a little worse than a better scorer. He's a small amount of a better rebounder.
Who?
Shorter. Rodman compete against
5 inches shorter.
No.
Against 7-footers.
Hold on, wait a minute.
How you get 20 rebounds against Shaq?
Wait a minute. What I was saying was
what happened was
what I actually meant to say.
What happened?
No, wait a minute. It's a different. No, it's not about the brew. I said it in reverse. I meant to say Shaq is only a little bit of a better rebound. I mean, I'm sorry, less of a rebound.
It's not even less.
No,
Shaq ain't even close.
Shaq would give you. I mean, what do you mean? Shaq gave you 12 rebounds. Rodman was giving you 18. His only job was to rebound.
That wasn't his only job. That wasn't his only job.
Shaq is 7'2".
No, it wasn't.
Gee, Shaq literally shouldn't give you 20.
Shaq got to go out there and give you 30 on the other end. Lie to yourself.
And not stop nobody else.
Lie to yourself.
And not play no defense and do nothing but guard the paint.
You're lying. He averaged more than 2 blocks for like 10 seasons in a row.
That's a stat. We talking about defense.
What the fuck?
Blocks don't mean you're a great
impactful defense.
Blocks don't mean
You
you're
talking about who you can guard on
You
the
sit up here
perimeter.
telling me James Harden should have been
He's a
first
great
team
post
because he got
defender
steals.
because of post defense. He's the best guard post defender in the league. Even pull up the highlights when he was guarding
That's
Giannis in
true.
the
He
post.
is, but that's this real stern
Stop the
dude.
fuck out
I
that
don't
man.
know. He like a midget at 6'5". He got like a midget shape.
He got
I don't know.
heart.
His top, James Harden top half is really weird.
This is top 5 most disrespectful.
You
Hoops
just
and Brews
can't.
episodes of
So
all
let me ask you a
time.
question. You
Like,
tell
for
me
real.
two
I don't
things he
even
do
like
better.
the people mad at you about the rap video. I'm not mad at you about that. I'm mad at you about this. You grew up in LA. You grew
And
up
I
in
love
LA.
Shaq
You
to
watched
death.
the Lakers.
I won't tell
You watched
Shaq
the Lakers.
to
You
his
tell me Dennis
motherfucking
Rodman is
face.
better than Shaq.
Yes.
I'm confused. Glasses. What? Come on.
Shaq, if Shaq wanted to
Come
be better,
on.
dog, y'all understand how many rings Shaq would have won if he wanted to play?
Yeah, and he was in shape.
Shaq was the greatest athlete
Then what
ever
they
that came in the NBA.
If Shaq was in
Make it
shape,
better than Dennis
they would have had at
Rodman.
least 6 rings. At least.
At minimum.
Shaq was eating
At
Big Macs
minimum.
and giving you 4 rings.
Who?
Rodman
And Dennis
was-
Rodman gave you 5 rings.
Come on, man.
What?
As a role player.
No, not as a role- I don't know what that means.
Rodman been a role player his whole
Role
career.
player.
I don't know what that
a
means.
Role player.
Role.
A role player.
Explain what you
A
mean by
role
role
player.
player.
What's that
He is a
role?
role player.
Explain what you mean
He
by
is a
role player.
tertiary
Role
option,
player,
meaning he is a 3rd or a 4th option. He is a role player.
Offensively,
Period.
he's the best defender on every team he ever played on.
He's
Is
the
there
best
a way to role play
defender.
to you?
Even
Yes.
with the
You lost
Spurs.
the damn
Listen,
You lost
every
the damn
listen.
ass.
He's
You
a
lost
role
the damn
player.
ass.
Listen.
Draymond Green is
player.
just as important as Steph Curry. for the
Draymond
Bulls.
is a role player.
No.
Draymond is not a role player. No, Draymond is not a role player.
You know how
Somebody
you
gotta
know
go
how-
back
No,
defense.
Draymond's not a
Somebody gotta
role
go back
player.
defense.
No, Draymond not a role player.
You know how I know Draymond a
No.
role player? Because he was finna fight Steve Kerr telling man I'm not a robot. You wanna know why you telling somebody you're not a robot? Because you play your fucking role. Pass that goddamn ball. Get your ass there.
No.
Get the rebounds
No.
and play your role.
No.
No. Indispensable.
This is
role
why they're
players,
gonna
two
finish.
different things.
This is why they're gonna
It's a
finish
lot of
first
role
this
players that's
year.
been
This is why
indispensable.
they're gonna finish first
Ron
place
Artest,
this year.
when he was with the Lakers, role
Hear me
player,
out.
indispensable.
This is why
Derek
the Warriors
Fisher,
are gonna
role
finish in
player,
first place this year.
Was Derek Fisher a role player?
Derek
Yeah,
Fisher.
but Derek Fisher wasn't
No,
fucking
he's not.
Dennis
He's not
Rodman.
Dennis
Wait,
Rodman.
wait,
Draymond.
wait,
You
wait,
You just that's just disrespect.
No, wait a
God
minute,
damn.
wait a minute. This is my question. Was Derek Fisher indispensable for them Lakers teams?
I mean, you could have replaced Fish.
Really?
B.J. Armstrong.
Yeah,
can
you
replace-
can replace.
Dude.
Literally,
You
I'm
can
dead
replace
ass
Fish.
serious.
You can
I love
replace
Fish. Shout out
And
Derek
Fish is
Fisher.
my low,
I
but you
fucking
can
love
replace
Fisher, G.
Yeah, you
One
can
of my
replace
favorite
Fish.
people on planet Earth.
You actually could have got better
Well,
than
on the
Fish.
court. Let's be clear.
I'm
No,
just saying
really
now.
not.
All of them clutch
You
shots
could,
Derek
if
Fisher
you would have
made.
Ron Harper, you probably
Wait
never
a minute,
lose.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
And you did have him.
Whoa.
And you
So
did
then that
lose.
mean you
And you did have Ron Harper.
Wait a minute. So
I
then
didn't want to bring that up.
Wait a minute. So then that mean you got to take away every clutch Derek Fisher shot.
No, that means you can have somebody else
Yes,
shoot
you
them
do.
shots.
You
You can have somebody else shoot them
They
shots.
not doing it.
Oh, yes, they will.
How do you know?
What do we know
What
Derek Fisher for?
Huh?
What do we know Derek Fisher
Point
for?
four.
0.4.
Huh?
Point
0.4.
four.
No, we know him for making the clutch shots and
No,
big shots.
Robert
Even-
Horry is clutch
wait a
shots.
minute.
No,
and big
Robert,
shots.
big shot.
He's
Why they call him
0.4.
Big Shot Rob?
Derek
was-
Fisher, big
on
shot.
two
Bob,
different
baby.
teams.
No, that's
On
not
two
true.
different
That's not
teams, he
true.
was Big
Even-
Shot
even
Rob.
we was watching the 2009 finals last night. Me and him on a happy hour. We did a happy hour. Fish hit the shot. They tied the game at 87. They sent it into overtime, which let the Lakers take a 3-1 lead in that
I
series.
remember.
Let's stop
Fish hit the-
disrespecting
I'm
Derek
not-
Fisher.
I'm just
He's
telling you.
indispensable, but he's a role player.
No, he's
Draymond's
not.
a role player.
No,
Fisher
Draymond,
is
two-time
indispensable.
All-Star, role player.
Draymond was
Like
the
most-
best defensive player in the NBA.
and-
Nobody
and
was the
a role
best.
player.
Nobody was the
He
best.
wasn't a role player.
Listen,
He wasn't a
Yes,
role
he is
player.
a role player.
Let me tell you
He wasn't
something.
a role
TP, let me
player.
tell you.
A
TP,
role
let me tell you
player.
something. You
Draymond
gotta
is a
remember
role
this.
player.
You gotta
Rodman
remember
is
this
the
because y'all
greatest
talk about
role
hoops.
player of all time.
Let me
He's
tell y'all.
how's he a great-
He's a role
Listen,
player.
let me tell you something about hoops.
Who was the main guy
Let me
on the
let me
team?
tell you. Listen, stop
the
saying.
Pistons team. Who's the
Listen,
main guys?
let me tell you something. The main guy on the offensive side was the worst defender on the other side. So let me tell you something.
Exactly, yeah.
Listen to this.
Thank you.
Hear me right now, because y'all got this confused.
Get this man off.
Stop rewarding offense so much. Y'all are listen, because
So y'all don't-
listen. I'm gonna
don't
tell you
put-
what.
I'm not. This is the
Listen.
reason why I said you are.
You are.
But Harden's the best
Somebody
post
who-
defender in the league. I think Harden's been on the all defensive team.
Stop.
You are
That's the thing.
disrespecting that
I think
man's
Harden's been on the
defense.
all
You
defensive
stop.
team.
I'm
That's
not
the
talking to
thing.
you. I'm not
He's the
talking
best
to you.
guard post
You
defender
stop.
in the
Let me-
league.
let me talk to the guys.
I'm rewarding his
I'm
defense.
talking to the guests.
Okay,
Get
go
out of
ahead.
here. You can't reward a defense when the other guy top 3 in defensive player of the year vote.
Gee,
And
I
the
think
other
Harden
guy-
should have been on the all defensive team, and Harden is a way better offensive player than Giannis. That's why I think he should have won. He had a good defensive season, and his offense.
I don't know he's a
walked
way
away.
better offensive player, but he
He
is
averaged
nasty.
30 fucking 6 a game.
You might be
86
right.
at the same
I can't say
time.
that, but you
on
might
that
be right. I'm
bullshit. It's
sorry.
not way ahead. It's
And he was
not-
rebounding.
No, he's ahead.
7
He
7 rebounds for a fucking shooting guard team.
No,
Harden has averaged more rebounds than all time.
But what I'm saying is,
He averaged more rebounds.
I'm saying
He's a good rebounder. He gave you 36
but
points,
he
7
ain't way
rebounds, and 7 assists, and the best guard post defender. That's why I thought he should have won.
He's
not
the best
because of
guard
offense.
post defender.
In the
He
league,
should
yes,
have
he's
been
one of them.
MVP.
So that means he should have
have been MVP.
He should have won MVP.
He should have won MVP.
I said it from.
No, he should
How?
have.
I don't think Giannis is a top 3 defender.
Giannis
He's a
has
good
no
help defender.
Giannis has no J.
top 3 on both sides of the ball.
Giannis wasn't top 3 on both sides of the ball. He wasn't.
But listen, MVP is not
Patrick Beverly was a better defender last year than Giannis.
Focus, TP. Listen, TP. Let me break this down because this is a confusion to you too, Nick, and to you too, Pete.
Go ahead.
All NBA and MVP are offensive awards. They don't say that, but you have to remember. Listen, they are offensive awards. They have defensive rewards for the same other side.
Cheapening that award.
I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not.
They were just strictly offensive awards. I don't think Michael Jordan would have as many MVPs as he has.
He only has one defensive player of the year.
Huh?
He was averaging fucking 30.
In those years, he deserved it, but he wasn't always averaging 30 when he was winning MVP.
Yes, he
This is the goal. Thank you. Even with Washington that year. That's why it was
Damn near.
No, I don't want to hit damn near. Every
His
year he won
career
MVP,
is 30.
Did he average 30?
He averaged 30 for his career.
Every year that he won MVP, did he
For
average
his
30?
career, he averaged 30.
I don't know if somebody averaged more
Y'all
points.
just said he
I don't
averaged
know.
30. So therefore he deserved the MVP.
You are
No,
out of your
I want to
fucking
see
mind.
I want to see the stats.
Alright, so
Let's go to the numbers. Let's go to the numbers.
Let's
go to the numbers.
In '88 when he won, he was averaging.
Yo, shout out to Banks and
35.
Rex. Okay.
Hold on.
Shout out to homie Banks and Rex. He gave a shout out. He said, shout out to the OG Malone.
In 91 when he won, he was
Shout out to
averaging.
SKR and your average well for donating. We appreciate every
Shout
single
out to the
donation.
homie shout out to
Thanks,
everybody who
everybody.
donate to the homies, man. This
Yeah,
shit
we
is
Wrong as
a
hell, by the way. The
platform.
only year he didn't average 30 was 97-98. And he averaged 28.7.
That wasn't
and
30.
that year,
Y'all told me
Scottie
every
was
year
hurt
he won
and Rodman was hurt
I
half
don't
the
want to
year.
hear you told me every year he won MVP.
No,
Average
Still
30.
it's not.
30
30
He still averaged 30 for his
Averaging 30
career.
don't mean you the MVP.
He probably still led the league in
my
scoring.
God.
And actually, 97, 98, he
But
didn't win
look,
MVP.
No, he
but
Karl Malone won it, didn't he?
No, but this is the
Malone the year
thing.
before.
Mike played
No,
both
Karl
sides of
Malone
the
won
ball.
two back to back.
And Mike was a hell of a defender.
Mike played
Karl
both
Malone
sides
won
of-
two MVPs.
But Mike,
Yeah,
but still,
but that
Mike
was
played
99.
both sides of the ball. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
the
but
reason-
that's not why he's winning the MVP.
He led the league in scoring that year in
I disagree with
97.
that.
Listen to
I
me,
disagree with that,
TP.
though.
Listen, they have a defensive award on
I feel you.
So listen,
But Glasses,
if
is he the
Steve
best
Nash
offensive
has
player
never
in
played
the top
defense
five?
in life,
Okay,
And
still.
got two.
and he's a two MVPs.
Back to
Listen to me.
What's most
Hear me
valuable
out.
player for?
The offense is
It's not for
value.
offense, bro.
There's never been a listen. There's never
It's an offensive
Who was the worst
league.
defensive player to win MVP?
Huh? So wait a minute.
Let me just
if
hear
it
me
was
out.
based off
I'm
offense,
gonna tell you.
why didn't Kobe win over Steve Nash?
What do you
If
mean?
it was based off offense,
Because
Steve Nash was
it's
averaging 20
it's
points
more
a
than
game.
just scoring.
Steve Nash was averaging 20 points
And
a
let's
game.
not-
15
let's not-
assists, a
let's
14
not forget
assists,
it's a media
and shot
influence
fucking,
award.
and he
Let's
shot
not forget
50, 40, 90.
Yeah, exactly.
His efficiency was off the. It's not
is more than just
It's
scoring
like
the ball.
people discredit Dennis Rodman. Let me like
Okay,
people
go
keep
ahead,
thinking Shaq is a better offensive player than Dennis Rodman.
Don't do this.
Check this out.
Don't Glasses.
I'm gonna break this down. Tell me if it ain't. Tell me when it's a lie.
He gonna explain it, and like I'm not gonna disagree because of how I judge.
If it's just the
Continue.
truth.
Continue.
If it's
I'm
just the
sorry.
I
truth.
judge it.
Shaq,
I judge
I
it
do
off
not
diversity.
Shaq
condone
is my guy.
He gonna convince
I don't
me.
condone
Do you
none of this.
understand?
I don't
Right?
agree with
So
you, but
listen.
he gonna convince me.
Listen out. Just hear me out. Do you remember when Michael Jordan came back and they lost? Right?
Yes.
They lost.
And they lost to Shaq.
Yes.
You know what everybody kept saying is, oh, it's because he was fresh back. No, it wasn't. The Bulls are a defensive team. The reason they won the
100%.
first 2 years because they can guard everybody.
Yep.
Between him and Scottie, they can guard Magic.
Yeah.
They can guard Charles Barkley. They can guard whoever you want to. That was good enough,
Robinson,
right?
yeah.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Until he came back, they had witnessed a presence physically as imposing as Michael Jordan and Shaq. They had no answer for him, right? So they went and got Dennis Rodman, their hated
So the answer
rival.
was for 3 years.
Listen, their hated rival. Mind you, they lost. You
Yeah.
seen what happened,
Yeah.
right? Their hated rival, a nigga they hated, right?
Yeah.
So they go get Dennis Rodman, right? Now they show back up against Shaq.
Sweet.
They destroy them.
Luke Longley.
Same team.
13 in the first quarter.
Destroy them,
And that was
right?
Luke Longley.
And then they go into the finals.
But Shaq also said he had to get bigger for Luke.
Listen. They had to go to the
He
finals,
did.
right?
He specifically said
Now,
that.
do you believe that?
Listen.
Yeah, I do.
Luke was big as
I
hell.
do. When Shaq came
Listen.
into the league, he won. I mean, he was thick, but he wasn't as
Feel me out.
big as those
Feel
guys.
me out. Feel me, right?
Go
The
ahead.
nigga who guarded him, he dominated their center. When they switched Dennis Rodman on him, you could just go look at that, right? He destroyed him, right? In the finals, he broke the offensive rebounding
Game
record
2, 11 offensive rebounds.
2 or 3 times.
Sean can't foul that almost every game.
2 or 3
Okay,
times.
that make
So-
him a better offensive player than Shaq.
No, I didn't say it make
Okay,
him
I
a
was
better
about to
offensive
say.
player. What I'm telling you is his offensive contributions are ignored because offense has always been looked at as scoring and
Wow.
passing. I'm telling you, offensive rebounds for the Bulls became integral. It changed their life because they was missing every time.
I'm not upset.
Mike shot like shit.
But Rodman,
and guess how many opportunities?
No matter how many times I say it was still a role player to me.
How can he be a role player when he's instrumental? He was
Michael Jordan played his fucking role. Michael Jordan's role was to score the ball.
Rodman was a defensive anchor.
That was his role.
Everybody had roles on the team.
Everybody got roles. He played both ways. He played both ways. Dennis Rodman played both ways.
Also play defense on the other end.
And guess what? Shaq
won defensive player of the year. Mike won
defensive
defensive player of the year. Let's not act like Mike didn't win the defensive player of the year.
And I'm not trying to shit on
Rodman
Mike.
got 2. Mike got 1. Let's not act like Mike wasn't playing both sides of the ball. That's what I'm saying.
We're not saying that. We're trying to tell you.
But y'all telling me that. But y'all telling me Giannis didn't deserve the MVP last year because Harden was better offensively. He's a top 3 defender in the NBA.
Offensively better.
That don't matter. I don't care about that. We all know MVP. We all know MVP.
Offensively better offensive role.
So if it was an offensive award, then why did Giannis win it?
Because he was offensively fucking nasty. He looked like Shaq.
36 though.
Again,
which is why he got robbed. He got robbed.
That's why we think the efficiency of Giannis.
This is exactly why he didn't get robbed, because Giannis was a top 3 defensive player in the NBA.
That's not why.
There were 2 reasons. You're the only person I've heard say that. I've heard nobody else but you say that.
Giannis top defender lead to you
last year?
No.
Exactly. No. Exactly.
Because
he blocked cool shots.
There's 2 reasons why Giannis got the award. 1, because they're trying to grow the NBA game internationally.
Thank you. Politics.
2,
it's volume, dog.
2,
you told me Giannis got goal potential, and now you sit up and disrespecting this man. Fuck out of here.
He does, but he got to keep going.
If Giannis develops a shot, the same thing I said about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is 1 jumper away from being
Ben Simmons shouldn't even have a
Ben
dunk.
Simmons gonna be better than LeBron. I told y'all that. Stamp it, time stamp it. I've been saying it for a long time.
But getting back to the lecture at hand. Giannis got the award because
but he already got a better.
Giannis got the award because also too.
He's value to the NBA.
Exactly. It's a popularity contest.
He takes some worldwide.
James Harden. Think about this. James Harden is the rebel that they love to hate.
That's why I'm rocking with my man Harden.
Because
how was James Harden a rebel though?
Were you at the Clipper game when the Rockets played the Clippers and they got But did you watch it? Did y'all watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember how they were getting caught bum ass foul calls to the point where James Harden called out the same ref that had it in for him and Chris Paul 10 different times. Then he got ridiculed because then after that little speech that he had in the locker room, because I was right there. Mm-hmm. Then after that, you notice the talk about James Harden being the MVP started dipping, and they started putting up Giannis because Giannis was the guy that they wanted to cross.
And they also were winning.
Listen.
So was Houston.
That's the thing too. No, that's the thing too. Though they won 60-some games. That's the thing. But what I'm telling you is, it don't mean defense. The MVP squad. Listen,
so y'all telling me winning don't matter either?
Yes, I'm with you. I agree with you.
Winning has something to do with it.
But I really believe in my heart James Harden should have been it. But I'm not mad at Giannis.
I am.
Listen.
I'm mad at the league.
But I'm telling you, it has
That's
nothing.
different than being mad at Giannis. It ain't his fault.
It has nothing to do.
It's the media. Let's be clear.
It has nothing to do with defense.
I'm sorry. I think
Let me ask you a question.
Bullshit.
I think it's bullshit because I've watched a lot of those Bucks games. Like, the thing about me, what I always like to do is he more so likes to key in on certain teams and watch certain teams. I'm more of a guy, when the Bulls are trash, I'm watching everybody and I'm watching the Warriors. So night to night, I will be watching a Bucks game. I could be watching a Hornets game. I could be watching a Magic game. Night to night, watching different things. I watch a lot of Bucks games, and on the floor every single night when Giannis stepped on the floor, there was no player on the floor that was better than him when he was playing them. Other than arguably Kevin Durant and James Harden, than Giannis when he was on the floor going mano a mano.
I don't know
on
what's
the floor.
better when you keep saying better.
Every single night, the intensity, the way his team was playing, the way he lifted them up, the way he was scoring, the way he was rebounding, the way he was blocking shots, the way he was getting assists, the way he was playing, the way he was efficient, the way he was a leader of men, which is also a part of it.
Leonard.
Huh? Yes, he was. Come on, man. Stop that, man.
He wasn't.
Kawhi team won Kawhi team was like 10-2 without.
The Bucks could have won.
Matter when they played each other. That was the decision.
Come on, man.
That was the decision. That showed you who was better.
No, it wasn't. That Marc Gasol trade happened, and that's what made the decision.
The Bucks wasn't soft in the center.
The Marc Gasol trade.
The Bucks wasn't soft in the center.
Huh?
They wasn't soft in the center.
Yes, they are. You had Brook Lopez out there.
You had Brook Lopez.
I saw
Brook Lopez coming off the bench that went overseas.
Whoa. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. What's
the kid from New Orleans that went overseas? That was the backup.
Nico.
No.
Nico?
No,
but not even that.
Miritich.
2 years ago. I saw Brook Lopez get 24 points in the basketball game for the Los Angeles Lakers and get 0 rebounds.
I remember that.
So don't tell me that Giannis.
That don't change.
But also too, you gotta look at what
Brook out there
the system that Budenholzer ran.
So if he's sitting out there on the 3-point line and Giannis the only one going to the hole, who else gonna grab rebounds down there?
Hold on,
Nobody.
wait. I was watching the Bucks game this year.
When they played against the Raptors, they got a hold in the paint. They got a hold in the paint because Brook Lopez had to stand out there on the 3-point line.
Look, I got you.
I think the way Giannis played is not productive to his team at the end either.
I was watching the Bucks game.
You have to play 5 out.
I was watching the Bucks game.
That's what they play.
You had to take Giannis off the court and they scored a bucket.
So they're a better team without Giannis?
No, but in certain situations.
It's like the Warriors. It's like the Warriors without KD. It's like the Warriors. I told you. Remember I told you this? It's like the Warriors without KD. They're different.
They're a different team.
They're faster
team. It makes them better. It makes them different.
So hear me out this year.
So 5 out with the Bucks is going to get you 60-something wins and the number 1 seed in the NBA?
Yes.
Hell no.
And what that's
what they do. Because guess what? You can't help with Giannis.
What?
Is nobody big enough or fast enough to guard him?
Come on.
It's like LeBron James.
Stop that.
He's a different kind of athlete.
Stop that. Y'all wildin'. So what the Bucks this year without Giannis would have been the Atlanta Hawks from 2013, 14?
Who was the coach?
Question. Glass.
Who was the coach?
Is Giannis a scorer?
Mike Budenholzer was the coach of that Hawks team.
Who was the coach of the Bucks?
Mike Budenholzer.
That's what I told you.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I just had you.
No, I know where you was going. No, I specifically. Wait a minute. No, I specifically said the Hawks for a reason. But what did them Hawks teams do when it was time to play? Get their ass dusted because they didn't have nobody.
Conference finals.
They would get their ass dusted because they didn't have nobody.
Who did they lose to?
LeBron. They would get their ass dusted because they didn't have nobody.
And guess who he lost to?
Who?
Kawhi.
A better defensive player.
A better offensive player. A better basketball player.
Which part of that you want to talk about?
Who? Which one?
Kawhi Leonard being better than
Giannis on offense
and defensively.
Defensively,
both sides of the court.
No. Defensively, I told you, Kawhi is one of the best wings. Offensively, what?
No, they're not.
No. What did you tell me about scoring?
Their numbers are the same.
Scoring to me is about putting the ball in the hole. It don't matter how you do it. I don't care if you Euro stepping, you're laying up. I don't care if you just standing in the rim and you just tapping the motherfucker in.
I agree.
If you get 28 of them, you will score to me.
I agree.
Period.
But they both getting 28.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with
that.
But
I'm telling you,
28 anyway.
That's when it start being. That's when it start mattering about how you get them.
I'm just saying.
That's how it start mattering when you get them. When y'all getting the same number. Now we can start talking about that.
You could have made the same arguments about Shaq, and therefore you devalue Shaq, and I'm not devaluing Shaq.
I'm not devaluing Shaq.
Night after night.
I think Shaq is the best player.
I feel like y'all devaluing Giannis.
How?
Because I do.
He got to get better. He got to go in the gym and get better.
Him having to get better is cool, but don't tell me you don't deserve an MVP when he James Harden team was like the 6th seed, 5th seed.
They won fucking 54 games with half the goddamn team.
They were still the 5th seed. They were
in the Western Conference.
What were the 4th seed? What did you predict the Bucks was going to do before last season? You didn't predict them number 1 seed in the NBA, did you?
No, top 3.
Did you predict them number 1 seed in the NBA last year?
Hell no.
No,
exactly.
Top 3.
Exactly.
Did you predict Capella would get hurt? Chris Paul would get hurt? Eric Gordon would get hurt? Harden would average 36 points and they'd be the number 4 seed and win 54 games without
Wait. Guess what?
Did you predict that?
If you told me that the Bucks won 63 games and Giannis was putting up 27, 12, 2 and 1, I would give Giannis the MVP because he deserved that shit. The same way you gave the MVP to Steve Nash and everybody was talking about
Amari was hurt. Amari played 3 games that year. Amari played 3 games that year.
Don't use Amari.
Amari played 3 games that year. I'm using it. You won 55 games with your best scorer.
That's the second MVP, not the first one.
The first one, they had a fucking 40-game increase. He deserved it.
What did I say? That's a second MVP.
The first one, he had a 40-game increase. Shaq's season wasn't even that hard that year. He averaged 20 and 12.
Got hurt when it's the second MVP season. It's the second one, so he won one already. So he was already in that conversation.
Amari got hurt the second one,
and that's what propelled him even further because he was already in that conversation because he won MVP. Stop that, man! Why y'all disrespecting Giannis? Giannis been getting disrespected all season long. I don't get it. For real, y'all dead as out of the man don't deserve his MVP, and I don't know that. That's disrespectful to me.
And he'll probably never win another.
That's bullshit. Giannis is 24 years old. That's like telling me LeBron will win another MVP when he was 24.
I won't say another MVP.
Yes, it is. Giannis averaging 27 with no package at all. LeBron can at least shoot the 3-ball. He can at least hit a fadeaway in the mid-range, and he can play make.
Wait a minute. Okay. What are we talking about?
LeBron at 24 offensively was a supremely better offensive player than Giannis. Giannis at 24 is giving you 27, 12, 2, and like a block a game.
I'm not.
And he's
not
24.
Just stats, though, dog.
What you mean? mean? He had the #1 team in the NBA last year.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. And he probably might be close to the best team on the East this year, not the best team.
East.
So he ain't gonna win MVP no more.
I don't think so.
How? How does that make sense, Glasses?
I'm trying to tell you
he
that
ain't even in his. Is Giannis in his prime yet?
Started, yes.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's 24. He ain't nowhere near his prime. He still got 3 more years before he hit peak Giannis.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna last.
Stop that.
That's my
Stop
thing.
That.
Why do you think he doesn't
Stop
last?
that.
Because I think the bigs is the way they playing is not productive to the health of their career.
If you think Kevin Durant can last, Giannis can last.
You see, he didn't.
Yeah, but KD is a perimeter player though.
Huh?
And you
And
see,
KD's going to play different
did.
this time around too.
And you see, he did.
Because of the
Yeah, but
listen,
Giannis takes way more punishment than KD.
But wait a minute. But this is the thing.
KD.
But this is the thing. Giannis does a lot of his stuff right now off athleticism. He still, after he put on 20 pounds of muscle last year, was overpowering everybody.
I'm telling you,
And Shaq himself, Shaquille O'Neal himself said, "This guy's better than me."
No, that's not true.
Yes,
he's playing from the perimeter.
He didn't lie.
And he said what he was supposed to say, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be.
Come on, Shaq didn't say what he's supposed to say.
He did say what he was supposed to say.
Giannis is 24 years old. Look at that man.
Look at him. What he plays as a wing player.
All he has to do is continue to develop his package. He is 7 foot tall. He can literally stand and touch the rim, and his foot be on the ground at the same time.
What does that have to do with skills?
All he gonna do is keep getting bigger. He's a supremely skilled athlete, but he is also a great athlete. Let's not act like
what's his skill set?
Being a great
What do you
athlete
mean?
does not translate to
Giannis
being
came
a
into
great
the league running
basketball
point
player all the
guard.
time.
What's his skill set?
Giannis came into the league running point
That's
guard.
a rhythm and
He got
coordination.
skill
What's
set.
his skill set?
He can't dribble. He can't penetrate.
That's
He
stuff
can't
he was
play make. That's a skill set.
That's not. He's not really a playmaker, dog.
Come on,
he can
stop
play
that.
maker
How
as
you
much
gonna
as
come in the
somebody
league playing point guard?
Listen,
That's like telling me Draymond ain't a playmaker because he don't play point guard.
Draymond
ain't a playmaker?
No, he's not a playmaker. He's not.
I've heard it all. Draymond ain't a playmaker?
No.
Not really.
He can make the pass. He's a competent passer, not a playmaker.
Difference. No, not really.
He can't make a play.
Yes, he can make a play. That's his only job on the Warriors.
No, his job is to make a competent pass.
Run up the court. We're going to run a play, make the right pass and the right read. That's making a play. That's playmaking. I didn't say scoring.
I didn't say playmaking is literally creating something out of nothing.
Yeah, he's not a playmaker.
Where it's like there's nothing there.
The system is set up for him to make a competent play.
Giannis ain't a playmaker. Chris Middleton and Brick open shot after open shot after open shot. When Giannis went to the hole, got the man open because they collapsed on a double team, or they was double and triple teaming him the whole time.
You
making a
That's the case. Kobe wasn't ever a playmaker then.
He's not really a playmaker.
Come on, LeBron and Giannis do the same thing. LeBron just passed the ball.
No, they don't. That's your problem.
They do a halfback dive.
That's your biggest problem in your confusion.
To the rim, and they pass the ball to whoever open.
They do not do the same thing.
LeBron and Giannis do a halfback dive to the rim,
and I'm not going to let you do it. And I'm not going to let you do LeBron like that.
LeBron and Giannis do a halfback dive.
Giannis is not even nothing like LeBron.
LeBron and Giannis do a halfback dive to the rim.
Giannis ain't nothing like LeBron.
Yes.
Giannis ain't
not even
close.
And LeBron should be thanking Kevin Love for catching all them bullshit passes he was throwing for them 4 years in Cleveland.
He was throwing some wild passes.
A lot of bullshit.
But still,
LeBron does a halfback dive.
And I've always thought LeBron was overrated playmaker.
I'm cool with that. You can say that. I'm cool with that.
But Giannis ain't nowhere near close.
That's not even close.
Yeah,
That's just disrespectful.
No question. When have you seen Giannis pass a man open?
When he was playing point guard, when you don't remember it.
He didn't fucking pass nobody open.
He was playing
He ain't
point guard.
Passing nobody open.
How you play point guard and you can't pass nobody open?
Anybody can play point guard.
That don't mean you pass.
You wasn't gonna win with him.
Chris Dunn play point guard. He passes people open.
Yeah, he does. He's not great at it, but he does.
No.
He's not great at it.
You reach.
No, it's a difference.
TP, I fuck with all your takes.
No, wait a minute. No. Is he great at it? Is he great at it? No.
Any NBA player in theory could pass somebody open by that standard.
That's the fundamental.
How you had a ball in your hands that much and you can't make a play for nobody else?
You see, he didn't last at point guard though, right?
Huh?
He didn't last at point guard though, right?
Yeah, because he was 18 years old and it was like,
no, because he wasn't good at it.
Because he was 18 years old.
He was
18 years old. He was 6'11". They said, yo, when you put on 40 more pounds of muscle, nobody in the NBA
wasn't good.
Except he actually
he wasn't good enough to play that position.
He actually could be guarded too. And I think. Listen. This is the point.
Don't add the 40 pounds to it to try to stabilize your argument. Knock it off.
No,
it's not. Knock it off.
Check it out. I got you. Look.
He wasn't good at
I got you.
Go ahead.
In 2015-2016 was when he played 40% of the time at point guard. He played 59% at shooting guard. So he was never a full-time point guard ever. That's the only year he played point guard.
What was he listed at?
PG. But look,
Period.
the position estimate, he played 59%.
You told me Draymond is the point guard of the Warriors.
He not.
No, offense, kind of.
No, don't
He
say
is.
kind of.
He's not.
Now you
He's not
backtrack.
the point
Now you
guard.
backtrack.
He is.
He's not
Now
a
you
point
back-
guard.
Now
LeBron
you
James is
back-
not a point guard.
Now you
None of those
backtrack.
guys are point
Now you
guards.
backtrack.
Look.
He backtracked.
No,
Now
look,
you're
look,
backtracking.
no,
You
I
told
know
me
he
many
told
times
me
Steph
that.
Curry ain't the
Yeah,
point
He told me
guard
that.
on the
He told me
not.
that. He's told me
You're
that, but he's wrong.
You're
bro.
back.
He's not.
Let
He
me
plays
tell-
the 2 guard multiple possessions.
Listen.
So who's the point guard of the Warriors?
Let me tell you something. Remember this, right? So y'all know why it's called position.
Yeah, because go ahead.
You know why, right? So you don't know. So let me tell
Go
you.
ahead.
It's the positioning on the floor that you are.
It's on the floor, yeah.
Right? So you have to be effective from that location on the floor.
Okay.
Which is why LeBron can't ever play point guard.
He's playing point guard this season.
No, he won't.
Yes, he
happen.
will.
Listen,
He
mark
will.
my
Yes, he will.
words. Mark my words.
And when the Lakers win 48 games, remember I told you.
TP, that he's not gonna play
He's
point
not
guard.
gonna play point guard.
He's
It's not
never
gonna
gonna play
last.
So
point
who's the
guard.
starting point guard for the Lakers?
It don't even matter. He won't be him.
Well then they're literally only going to win 48 games.
Probably
They always gonna win 48 games anyway.
They'll win 50. They'll win 50.
No, they're not.
They'll win 50.
They might win
Point guard.
50.
LeBron has never played
They'll
without
win
a point
50.
guard.
They will be between 50.
He's never played without some
even know
level
what
of an
that means.
actual
Like, look,
point guard.
like-
and Alex Caruso and Rajon Rondo are not the answers. I'm
He
sorry.
hasn't, but same time, it's like when you
I
play
don't
with
know.
Shout out
LeBron.
to
Like
SK.
Mario Chalmers is a point guard.
But when you play with LeBron offensively, a lot of times the point guard gets kind of moved to the 2 because
Which is I told you this 1,000
yeah.
times, and that's not really the
He gets
problem. The
blurred out.
problem
Somebody
is
in
the
the
two.
chat room also said about the Giannis and Harden thing. They said Harden was playing 36 minutes a game. Giannis was not. Giannis was playing like 32.
But that's like comparing Kawhi. Kawhi has never played 35 minutes ever in his
But
career.
I'll put it this way: a lot of
Because
people when they
Giannis'
make the
team is better.
hold on, wait a minute. You a Steph Curry acolyte like I am, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people use the same argument for Steph Curry in those arguments of he played less minutes. That's why he was more valuable than certain guys because he was playing less minutes and blowing teams
but
out.
let me just say
so
this,
if you
TP.
playing 4
Let me
less
just
minutes
say
a
this.
game and a guy out there playing 38
But
minutes a
I don't
game,
agree with that.
giving
I
you
don't think that makes
36,
MVP.
huh?
if you don't
I
have
don't
to
think
do
just
more, how
averaging
are you
36
MVP?
points per game
You
makes
have a
you
better
MVP.
team.
It's not just that.
It's not just that. It's
I
the
don't-
rebounds,
and
the assists,
and
and
I think
everything.
it's debatable that Giannis had a better team.
We
It's a
splitting
complete
hairs,
package.
dog. We splitting hairs. These players are. That was a real competitive MVP run.
It wasn't.
I believe in my heart. I'm with them. I do think.
So cool. I'm cool with you saying that, but don't tell me one guy didn't deserve it if you gonna say it's a competitive
No,
MVP
no,
run.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Just say it
hard
was
to
a
me.
competitive MVP run, and I thought Giannis should have won it. Y'all
To me, it
telling
wasn't
me
competitive.
it was a competitive MVP
To me,
run, but
it
Giannis
was
didn't
not.
deserve it.
To me, it was not competitive.
How was it a competitive?
I didn't say he didn't deserve it.
No, if you say
I
something's
didn't say
competitive, what are you saying? That it was a close race, right?
I'm telling
So
you,
if it's a
Harden
close,
should have
no,
won.
that's what I'm saying. If you saying he should have won, cool. But don't y'all say it multiple
Not
times.
me.
You said and he said Giannis did not deserve the MVP. Giannis deserved the MVP.
Not over James
Saying
Harden.
it's competitive, and I thought
I don't think it was competitive.
That's bullshit.
I think it's one of the
That's
biggest robberies
bullshit.
for MVP
You're
race in
devaluing
NBA
this
history.
man MVP when he went out there and
No,
played the game.
I just think Harden had one of the best seasons in 30 years.
No, he didn't.
Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Michael Jordan in 88, the best season in the last 30 years.
No,
and you
when
can't-
AI
and
won
you can't-
MVP, he had a better season than Harden.
First off-
You're lying. AI played with the win of every single award.
No, I'm sorry. Still, most improved player and defensive player of the year.
No, defensive player of the year, 6 man of the year, and the fuck
Who
coach of
was
the
scoring the
year.
ball in that 16?
God damn.
G, AI. Who was playing
It was-
defense? You gotta
listen,
go down and play
this
defense.
Who was scoring the ball in 7-16?
But this is the, and
Who
I
was
keep,
scoring the ball in
but
7-16?
this-
You gotta
but
play
this-
defense.
But this is the confusion, and I keep telling you this, and you got to stop doing this. Stop rewarding offense.
Exactly.
There was a, listen,
I'm cool with
Somebody
that.
gotta
hear me out,
defend.
right? There was a defensive
Okay,
team.
Player to player. Cool. Player to player. AI Harden. Who you taking that year? When the AI won the MVP?
They had the same year.
Okay, cool. They had the same year.
Yeah.
Next player, Dikembe and Chris Paul. Who you taking?
G.
The Kembe all
But look though.
Okay, cool.
Kembe
Next
probably
player after
played
that,
more
Chris
games.
Paul. You got Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker after that. Then after Dikembe, you got Eric Snow.
You can't
You
do
got
that,
Aaron
though.
McKee.
Yeah.
You got
Can't do-
Tyrone
How many
Hill.
games did they play though?
I don't want to
What
hear
you
that.
mean you don't
He had
wanna
Aaron
hear?
McKee and Tyrone Hill out
They
there on the
probably
floor.
played
That defense
70
was
games.
AI
crazy.
team. AI
They defensive set was,
Nah.
and AI was the worst
Yeah.
defender on that team, and it was a defensive team.
It was because of that coaching staff.
They would
Who's
hide
the worst
it.
defender on the Rockets?
Not Harden.
Probably not.
He's one of
Harden.
them.
He
No,
might
he's
be.
not.
He might
Nah.
be. He might be.
I
Oh
can't-
no, the boy,
Who?
Gordon.
Eric Gordon,
He's
probably.
the worst.
Bench player.
He started a lot
He started not to.
because they were hurt. So he
But
started
but
a lot.
I agree.
And Capella was inconsistent.
But I'm asking you, arguably, who's the worst
But it's
defensive
not.
player
It's
on
not a
that team?
defensive. It's not a defensive team.
I think Harden's one of the
You
best.
just told me it's not a defensive award. So like I said,
Uh-uh.
AI, you telling me it's the most impressive season in 30 years. It's not.
It's one of
I'm not
them.
even talking about you. I'm talking about him.
It's one of them.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
it
not.
is.
It's not.
It's one of them.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it's one of
them.
It's like telling me when,
It's
30,
not.
when Kobe averaged 35, it was
It
one of
was.
my. It was
No, it wasn't.
smooth.
It was.
It was smooth. It was mad smooth. But you talking
Again,
about best
again,
ever?
y'all,
Nah.
again, y'all over.
I'm sorry.
Again,
I'm
I'm gonna say
sorry.
this:
I'm
most
sorry.
NBA fans, including y'all,
I'm sorry, y'all
overvalue
be mad.
offense.
But I think he should have been on
and
the
that's
all
why the value player.
What I'm saying is I value defense. That's why Giannis was my MVP.
I think Harden is going to be all defensive team. This is my thing.
Surrounding him.
If it was ever, that's not the voting.
No, I don't think Giannis should have been first team.
That's not the voting.
I don't think he was the top 5 defender in the league.
It's about offense and about what the presence is. Period.
It's all
That's what they focus
all
on.
about
all NBA.
I've seen the voting sheet.
Why did Jokic get it?
I'm telling you
why did Kevin Durant
because
get it? Why
value.
did Steph Curry
Hear
get
me
it?
out. I'm gonna tell you why. None of them was close. Let me tell you why. Giannis brought the conversation between Harden and Giannis, right? Is who brings value to the NBA. Who brought more value? So it's a lot of things that. Listen, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Sports Center every night doing this
So
shit and
was
looking at
so
people
was
with
Giannis.
Giannis was on.
So was Giannis.
As I said, after that little
And he's
melee
right.
between the refs,
And minus the melee. He is the first
little
international
verbal
player that's this motherfucking good from Greece. It's 1,000 things that make him more valuable.
And just like
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Just like I said, just like I told him, I said the reason why the Toronto Raptors won is because they're trying to grow the NBA. They
I don't think that's why.
No, I'm saying not why they won, but I'm saying the
Raptors
reason
was
why.
bad
No,
because they
let me
was bad.
dial back. What I'm saying is the reason why they held them in such high regard. No, they held them in such high regard.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
Because they're trying to grow. They're trying to grow the NBA
past the
board. The same
I
thing.
forgot what other point I was finna make. I was actually
the point I'm saying to you is right. Listen, so the MVP is offensive.
This is the point I was making. The thing that I don't like about the conversation is what it does is it takes away from people like you that have spent 10 years in the game, 13 years in the game, how many years in the game you have spent that then work to get their MVP vote, and now you telling me that your MVP vote is based off of your relationship with the league and what you want for the league rather than how you feel as a reporter.
It's a popularity. It's a popularity contest.
But still, if it's a popularity contest, then you saying that the reporters really just voting off based on what a popularity contest is.
It's not to I'm thinking you thinking Nick saying Giannis didn't have any claim to it, and that's not true.
I'm not saying that.
I feel like
I'm saying
what he been saying.
Okay, let me respond.
That's what he been saying.
Okay, let me respond to your point.
I might not put all of that on you, but that's definitely what he's been saying.
Let me respond to your point. From a media perspective, let me respond to that point.
Okay.
What I'm saying, I've talked to other people that have had MVP voting for years. So I don't have an MVP vote, right? I haven't worked my way up. But I'm saying the people that I've talked to that have been doing it for decades, yes, some of them, a small amount of them, based upon the people I've talked to, some of them, have done it based upon the optics as far as they look at what you look at. Stats, they look at this, they look at that. A large majority of them look at, okay, who's the most popular dude? Who's the most impactful dude? Who's the dude that's acting? Because you still have to watch the game. You still have to watch the game.
When you say who's the most impactful dude, what is that based on?
It's based on what are you doing on the court, your value, like Gene said, your value on the court, and how much volume you're bringing to the league as a whole. That's why I think
Giannis.
Yes, he did because there was nobody more valuable than Michael Jordan.
That's why Giannis got it.
Arguably.
No, that's not true. Magic Johnson is probably the most valuable person to the NBA.
I said arguably. I said arguably. I mean, Magic saying
But then again, Mike took it to another level.
Mike took it to another level, and he held it down.
Well, it's like rap. It's the same conversation we have with rap, where it's like LL took it to one level, right? Then Snoop took it to another level. Then M took it to the last level.
Yeah, right.
So that's not crazy to say. Listen, the NBA MVP award is an offensive award. All NBA teams are.
Well, that's most leagues.
Right? But I'm just saying, all
NFL, NBA,
it's value,
baseball.
right? It's value, and it's always going to be most of the time, except in football, because defense is really rewarding.
But it's an offensive-driven league.
But it's rare that like a.
But in NFL, it's offensive-driven.
Now it's starting.
The last 13 to 14 years, it's been an offensive-driven league.
Because offense brings in the season.
I would say, exactly. I would say probably
but I'm just saying,
2001.
Our problem is we have consistently for years devalued defense, right? Because it's not as valued with the fans. But people like y'all who consider yourself, I don't value defense. Well, of pundits of the sport, right? Like you guys
I don't consider myself to be a pundit. It's just as a fan. But all I'm saying is
because I'm gonna tell you why you can't be a fan. Because a fan, right, is always an offensive thing.
Okay.
To me, I don't value defense.
Okay, fine. I am a pundit.
Yeah,
probably
you have a
reporter.
Sure.
But also as we grow as reporters and we become veterans in this industry, the conversation within the industry about the industry to me just bothers me, because it's like, if this is really what it's all based off of, then all of the people that complain about these awards and these things, you just being a part of the system as well, and you just going with whoever is the popular guy. So it's like, this is my thing. But also, this is the other thing, right? That's also why the players, when they made their award, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's part of it. I mean,
The players voted Giannis as the MVP.
I'm not listen.
So if it's not just the pundits,
all I'm saying
if it's not just the pundits like TPJ and Pavy, and the players agree that Giannis was the MVP, then how are you telling me that it's about league value when last year the players voted Harden, right? And whoever the first year of the Players Award, they voted for Harden instead of Russ, right?
And I disagree with that.
But still, they're not pundits; they're the players.
Right, but you got to understand from a business standpoint. Who's going to make more?
The key is the word value. So you have to talk about value.
Yeah.
I'm not against. Again,
I'm not saying. Don't get me wrong.
Again,
I'm not saying
because
that
we're having different conversations.
No,
Well, he
you're
didn't
not saying that
deserve
Giannis
it.
is trash, but I just feel like
But
this
it's like- but
narrative
you gotta
is like
understand that
Harden got screwed over like it's some
did.
WWE shit.
No,
and
he
it's
did.
not no
In my
WWE
opinion, he
shit.
did.
It's
Well,
not.
I think, look,
there are people
I think
like me
Giannis
that believe that
I
he
think
deserved
Giannis-
that award.
No,
though,
he
so
I think
it's
screwed
Giannis
up.
deserves some
No, he
votes.
was
I don't
screwed
think it
up.
should have been unanimously Harden, but I do think Harden
No,
had a much
no,
better season than
listen,
Giannis. I
no,
really
no,
do.
he didn't
Some
get
people
screwed
think
up.
like
Like,
you
you know what I
think,
mean?
and some
Like,
people
no, he
think
didn't
like
get
you
screwed
think. It's just, it's
But no,
the
he didn't
POV
get
of
screwed
it.
over.
And I feel
No,
like,
he
I'm
didn't get
just saying,
screwed
like,
over.
I feel like since Giannis
wanna
won the
shout
MVP
Michael screw
award,
over
people have been
Giannis.
spending their whole time
And
including
Kobe,
James Harden
and the
himself,
reason Kobe,
trying to devalue that man MVP.
and the reason Kobe didn't win because he wasn't bringing value to the NBA at that time.
And
Yeah,
he was
he
a
had
rebel.
that
He was
devalued
devalued.
like a
And-
motherfucker.
which is why Larry Bird himself said, "Damn, I thought Kobe had at least 2 or more." When he was asked about the MVP race,
Yeah.
because that's why a lot of
But-
players
but
don't
it's
really
key to
value
the-
MVP.
But this
But
is
it's
the
a
question.
key
How
to
many
the-
years is Kobe the best player in the NBA?
Debatable. I mean, look.
Shit.
By
But
the,
again,
I thought about the Nets
but
series, he's better than Shaq.
again, notice the key word we keep using, and that's the confusion. Better. When was he the best? The best player don't got to win the award.
Right.
It's the most valuable player.
Right.
That's why I'm not mad at y'all.
Because
Russell Westbrook probably has never been the best player in the NBA.
No.
But he, at one time, when he first broke the triple-double record, it brought more value
I agree.
to the NBA.
I agree.
The key is it's the NBA's most valuable player award. And that's a big thing that we got to constantly focus on. That's why I could say Dennis Rodman is better than Shaquille O'Neal.
I don't know how you can say that.
Because I'm expressing to you, you
I
keep saying you don't
understand.
understand how.
I
right?
understand where you're coming from. I
Yeah,
don't
get where
agree
you're
with
coming from. I
it.
just don't really agree.
Glass,
But
I 100%
get
know where you're
coming
coming from.
I don't
I
agree.
don't agree with it at all.
That's
But I'm asking you,
I respect
why
the
don't
opinion.
you?
I don't agree with it.
Look,
Because I'm the same way I him about
listen,
defense.
Shaq was never the best anything in NBA. It's the truth. He wasn't the best scorer. He was never the best rebounder.
I'm not mad.
He never had the scoring title. He never had the rebounding title. He never had the block title.
He did have 3 Finals MVPs for a reason.
No, again, I'm not saying he didn't play
When he had
fantastic in the
30, he didn't have a
final
scoring
series.
title.
Listen,
I don't think so.
Listen,
Who
no,
had a scoring title that year?
somebody else.
He did drop what? He dropped 61 against the Clippers on his birthday that year.
Listen, again, but now we start talking about Dennis Rodman getting 32 rebounds, which ain't never been done.
Did he get a triple double?
I'm fuck a triple double. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
Fuck a triple double.
Fuck a triple double because my boy
Man,
Magic is the
Shaq's
king.
win shares a 181 for his career.
No, he was lead scorer one time.
So he got one scoring
But I
title.
don't think he was.
What you mean?
But
You know how many rebounding scoring
but
titles
look,
Dennis Rodman got?
But look, I don't think he was the best scorer in the league that year, even though his
Yeah, but
scoring
you say
title.
that like Shaq didn't average, like to start his career, I'm just going to read you off his rebound.
Are you-
And whatever number you mention, remember this nigga 7'2", one nigga 6'7". So whatever
Okay.
number, so pound for pound, make sure you take that into account. Whatever number you add, and then you go into them other numbers, and you're gonna see the difference.
I'm not upset
The
at
fact that
But
literally-
if one guy's job is to only chase them rebounds, then
Which
hell,
is not
what
only
is
one
his
guy to
job?
chase the rebound.
Yes,
That
it
wasn't-
was.
It had
Play
never
defense
been
and chase
done.
rebounds.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
He had to play offense, shit.
And that's not the reason why Shaq didn't rebound the fucking ball.
Shaq didn't rebound the ball because I gotta go out there and
No,
drop
Shaq
30 every
is
night.
lazy.
And you want me to go out there
Shaq
and bang?
is lazy.
You
You
want me to go out there
finna make
and
a
bang
thousand
on
excuses
slow?
for his lazy actions.
How is it? How am I
He
lazy?
should have literally been a defensive
No, he
player of the year
was.
more, but he was lazy.
He was.
23,
Defensive
13.9, 29.3, 13.3.
Don't start running down them lame ass numbers to the fucking greatest athlete the NBA has seen at that point. He was lazy.
No,
he took
wasn't.
every
Will Chamberlain
season
was
to
the
get in
best
shape.
athlete. Will Chamberlain was.
No, Will Chamberlain was the best athlete at that, and
No,
actually
Will
he wasn't a
Chamberlain
better
was
athlete than Bill
Yes, he
Russell.
was.
No.
Will Chamberlain was a long jumper and all that shit. Will
And
Chamberlain was a better athlete.
He
than
wasn't
Shaq.
even the best athlete in the NBA at that
If you
time.
say Bill Russell, I'm gonna get up and walk out of
Do
here.
you know Bill Russell's athleticism? Did you ever do your homework?
He
Will
wasn't a
was
long
taller.
jumper.
Will was taller.
Will was like 7'2" and could do all of that.
So let me ask you a question.
But
Do
I
you
mean-
actually know what he did?
Who?
What do you know about Bill Russell?
Bill Russell was a great college athlete. What was he? He was a sprinter. He played track. He did the same shit Wilt did.
He was the fastest jumper in the world. Listen, before you start doing this, I'm gonna tell you, Wilt wasn't better. And this is why he never could win. This is why he struggled to win. I'm gonna tell you this again.
That's not why he struggled to win. Let's be honest about it. The Celtics let Wilt score 60 points, and for the last 6 minutes of the game,
he didn't score 60 points.
That's a lie.
He could average 50 points. And guess what? When he played against Bill Russell, he averaged 30.
Glasses. You don't want to do this?
Every last year in the finals.
Hold on, wait a minute. Glasses, my bad. Glasses, you don't want to do this?
I do. I'm dying to do this.
Okay, fine. Let's do it. I'm glad you decided to do this.
So look at his.
No, wait a minute. Let's get back to Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell numbers.
No, don't look at the numbers versus numbers. Look. Because I'm telling you,
he dropped 50 on that man consistently.
I bet you he didn't.
He smiled.
I bet you he didn't.
How much you want to bet?
Whatever.
I bet you a $20 bill right now. I will go to the bank and get it.
So this is the bet. So this is the bet.
Let's do it. I bet you he dropped 50 on. I bet you he dropped 50 on Bill Russell at least 5 times.
I bet you he never averaged what he averaged in the regular season against Bill Russell in the finals. That's a bet for me.
No, I don't want to hear about
you
the finals.
You want to see that defense?
I don't want to hear about the
finals.
You want to see that defense? We talk about matchup to matchup.
I bet you check out the field goal percentage. I'm telling you, this is the matchup to matchup. Focus.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to do whatever I do that I've been doing all year. Your number's coming down. So if I only been giving you 19 and 23, in the finals I'm going to give you 19 and 23. But you been giving 42 and 23.
Now you giving me 30.
Let's go.
You finna give me 19.
No, we finna do it now. 29. We got to do it again. We got to do it again.
No, it ain't a head-to-head matchup.
If somebody is averaging 50 and you hold them at 35, you had a hell of an impact. You had a hell of an impact. It looked like you got worked out.
Don't do the head-to-head matchup. Do Wilt Chamberlain versus Wilt Chamberlain against Bill Russell.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Do Wilt Chamberlain versus Wilt Chamberlain.
I'm looking at Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell.
Don't do that. That's not a comparison.
What you mean?
I'm telling you, you got to look at Wilt Chamberlain without Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain playing Bill Russell. Like you can look at Shaq playing against Dennis Rodman. Shaq not playing against Dennis Rodman.
Without Bill Russell, I'm sorry. Wilt Chamberlain playing Bill Russell averaged 29.9 points per game.
He ain't never averaged 29 till he was out of his fucking prime.
Wait a minute.
He ain't never averaged 29 till in the 70s.
Nah.
Every year in the 60s, he averaged more than 29. That's another $20 bet for you.
We're gonna look it up.
Look at the 60s. Tell me when Wilt Chamberlain averaged 29 points.
I'm looking at the
29. That's a regular nigga number. That's a regular nigga. James Harden averaged more than 29 points.
You asked me for the numbers. I'm giving you the numbers.
Give me his career average.
In 57 games. Oh no, I'm sorry. 94 games played against Bill Russell. Win-loss. Wilt Chamberlain 37-57. Bill Russell 57-37. In terms of points per game, Bill Russell 14.2. Wilt Chamberlain 29.9. Rebounds 28.2. 22.9 for Bill Russell. Field goal percentage, Bill Russell shot 37% from the field.
Guess we shot in the regular season.
No, wait. Field goal percentage for Wilt. Was 48.8%.
Now look at Bill Russell. Look at Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain career numbers was 30 points per game, 22.9.
So he kept him below his career average?
By like a half a point. A half a point.
So you think about go through the 60s.
A half a point.
Run down to 60.
Glasses,
run down to 60. Run down Wilt Chamberlain average to the 60s.
Look, a half a point.
Run down Wilt Chamberlain average to the 60s.
Actually, 0.2.
I'm gonna help you out some more. Run down Wilt Chamberlain average to the 60s.
0.2 points.
Run down because the nigga didn't play out past the 60s.
0.2 points.
Run down the shit to the 60s. 29 points.
37,
in the
38, 50,
that's a lot.
44, 36, 34,
29.
And then in 66, what he averaged?
33.
And then in 66, what he averaged?
That was his year.
That
was his one. He got his one.
Nah, come on.
And you know when he killed him at in 66, 67? It was passing.
You just told me. You told me Wilt Chamberlain didn't average. You told me Wilt Chamberlain did not average less than 30 until the 70s. He averaged less than 30 in 66.
When he passed the ball, and that was his winning. Was that a winning year?
Come on.
He averaged 24
come on, Glasses. Now you copping, please.
What was the assist?
8 assists.
That's what changed his life.
Come on.
That's what he made.
Will gave this man his career 30, 22, 45, 15, 39, 23, 22, 26, 47, 16, 44, 15, 43, 13,
I don't
43,
think he ever had 15 against another
53, 22, 39, 26, 25, 22.
He giving everybody else 70.
He was giving everybody else 60 and 70.
And you still fighting it.
That make this
Yes, motherfucker. If you gave a man 70 last night, you give me 30 tonight. I did a good
you give me 18
job.
tonight.
I did a great job.
You did the best job in the NBA.
You deserve a trophy.
That's a
It's called the Bill Russell Trophy, baby.
That's not true.
Why do you think it's called the Bill Russell Trophy?
I just told y'all, Will literally averaged 0.2 less points per game, and in terms of
his whole career.
and in terms of rebounds,
Look at his.
and in terms of
Look
rebounds,
at the playoff series before.
Well, I got you.
Get Bill Russell.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you think Will average less or more rebounds versus Bill Russell?
You said, do I think Will average more? He
Less
probably
or-
averaged the same rebounds.
No,
not more.
He averaged 6 more rebounds a game versus Bill Russell.
And
Stop
less
this.
points.
He 0.2.
No, you're talking about a career. I'm telling you, look at him when he played. He didn't even play in the 70s. If you listen, focus. If you had Will Chamberlain numbers, I know the numbers by heart. That's why I can tell you this.
Look at
Listen, if you could take Will Chamberlain numbers, you got to remember Will Chamberlain played in the 70s where he couldn't play. It was already over. His
I'm not
athleticism
including
at
his 70s. His 70s numbers low key hurt his career average.
That's why you talking about 29. I'm telling you
what he played against
Nah,
Bill
look,
Russell.
hey,
against Bill Russell, he gave you 29 and 23.
Talk to the man.
65, 66.
I'm sorry. Against
Talk to
Bill
the
Russell, he
man.
gave you 29 and 28.
Hey,
Talk
look,
to the man.
Hey, look, 65, 66. In the regular season, he averaged 33 points. Against Bill Russell in the playoffs, he
Talk to the
averaged
man.
28.
Talk to the man.
How many rebounds did he average?
30?
What the hell is
Okay,
the rebound?
then.
He's 7'2".
You just told me that his
He's
rebound
7'4".
better than Shaq because he can rebound.
I'm telling you, he can rebound, and it led to wins against Shaq.
All right, the next year, he in 65, 65, he averaged 30 points in the regular season, and against the Boston Celtics, he averaged
Man made it change
30.
his game, man.
Cease and desist this conversation.
How is
Stop
it not?
He gave you less points but more rebounds.
What do you mean?
Well,
How? If
he
I'm
gave
stopping
you
you,
0.2
he's
less
giving
points and 8 more
everybody.
rebounds.
He's
I'm
giving
sorry, 6
every
more
last
rebounds.
player 70 points except Bill Russell. You have had 12s and 15s.
If you go back,
This nigga said it was a couple games like 12, 15.
Even Bill Russell himself, Bill
27.
Russell literally said nobody could stop Will. I couldn't even stop Will. Well, all I would do is I would let Will do what Will do for the whole game, and for the last 6 minutes of the game, that's when I would really key in on Will. That we would key in on Will because we never know when we can
Run
stop
through
Will.
the numbers. Run through the numbers.
That's all it take.
Run through the numbers.
Which ones? The
Where he
points
was
that
scored, yeah.
the points that he dropped on him?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you all the times he dropped 40 on him. A lot.
Keep
A lot.
going.
Let's go through the
Let's
points.
talk about them 15s. Let's see who else kept him
Okay,
15.
okay. He got 115. Okay, less than 20 points he scored against Bill Russell. He played against Bill Russell 94 times. He scored less than 20. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Wait a minute. 5 times, 6 times.
He's not wrong, dude.
Sort of wait a minute. 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times.
God
Wait a minute.
damn!
No. But
What the fuck?
But you're not talking about how many times he dropped 40 or 50 on the man.
Tell me one time he dropped 70. And I'll name you all the other games he dropped 70. How about that?
He ain't dropped 70 in all the other games.
He
You
dropped
gonna-
100 on
You
you.
gonna say it like he
He
dropped
dropped 60.
I
Tell me the time he dropped 60.
Huh?
Tell me the time he dropped 60.
Hold on, let's go
How
back.
many
Let's
of them
look.
times?
Let's look. Let's go back.
Let's talk about them. He was averaging 50.
How many times?
How many times he dropped 50 on you?
How many times did
He averaged 54 seasons. I bet you never averaged
How many
50
times
on-
did he drop 50 on Bill Russell?
Yeah, I bet you it ain't 10
He
times.
dropped.
I
No,
bet
not
you they
50.
10
No,
times.
I mean, no,
I
not
bet
50.
you he already
No,
won the 20
no,
10
wait,
times.
Wait. He averaged.
Stop disrespecting the defensive mastery.
Wait a minute. He dropped 62 on the man.
Once.
He dropped
Give me the
62
50.
on the man.
Yep.
He
Give me-
dropped 50 on the man.
2.
He dropped. Hold on, wait a minute. These are all the years. Hold on,
Look,
wait a minute.
keep
No,
looking.
okay,
Keep
okay.
scrolling.
No,
Because I know you was running off the mother
In the old
numbers.
years,
You was
in the
running
old
off the
years,
mother
in the
numbers.
old
You
years,
scrolling.
yeah, you're
You
right.
sure scrolling.
You're right.
And this is prime, Will.
You're right.
I'll be
How many
scrolling.
times did he drop 40 on him?
Listen,
A
I don't.
ton of times.
Listen, he
A ton of
averaged
times.
54
He
seasons.
also gave you 6 more rebounds a game. You the main one. I'm sorry.
He probably rebounded his own
You the
misses,
main
low
one.
key.
Huh?
Low key, he probably rebounded his own misses. Low key, he probably rebounded
Check his
his
field
own
goal
misses.
percentage. There you go. Check his field goal percentage. Check his field goal
It was
percentage.
48.8%. Bill Russell was 37. Stop it,
Bill
man.
Russell was not a. He's not an
Stop
offensive
it.
player.
He out-rebounded Bill Russell. Got 6
Well,
rebounds a
give me
game.
his field goal. Give me his field goal. Watch
Listen to
this.
numbers.
I'm gonna really hurt his
No,
feelings.
I'm gonna give it to
I'ma
Nick.
really hurt
I'm gonna
him.
give it to Nick.
Listen,
So that way y'all
I'ma
can
hurt
say I
his
got
feelings.
numbers. I'm gonna give it to Nick.
Give me
Nick, you
Will
read the
Chamberlain
numbers.
field goal percentage every year he played.
You read the numbers.
What Chamberlain said?
Watch this.
54%. 54%.
No, don't give me his career.
Oh.
Give me every year when he was
Alright,
young.
so first year 46, then 50%, 50%, 52, 52, 51, 49, 52, 54, 68, 59, 58, 56.
Don't ever
54,
compare this.
64,
That's
72.
great offense and great
He dropped
defense.
0.2 less points per game. He gave you 6 more rebounds, and you still got a nerve.
You
to
keep
ask
saying
that don't make
0.2.
sense, Glasses.
No, literally, you name more
You
than
told
10.
me that he wasn't
You
as good of
named-
a scorer against Bill Russell
He
as he was
wasn't.
against everybody else.
He wasn't.
0.2 points.
He had 2
0.2
games where he scored
points.
50, averaged 54
0.2
seasons.
points.
He had 50 points.
22 points?
He had 50 points in 2 games.
I see
And he
what
averaged
you're saying.
54
Do you feel me?
season.
22 points that much?
I hear what you're saying, but
22 points that
what
much?
he's saying is tough.
You are disrespecting great defense against great offense.
No, I'm not. I'm not disrespecting it. He averaged 0.2 points less and gave you 6 more
He had
rebounds.
to change his game to beat Bill. He was like, I'm
But
going to
look though,
become
bro.
a passer. I'm
But look
passing
though,
niggas
bro.
out in the 6.
But look though, bro.
That's
his
what you
last
should
two-
want him to do.
Listen. His last 2 years, he averaged 14 and 13, which I'm sure dropped his shit significantly. So if you had this man averaging 30 against you, when before these last 2 years, he's probably before the last 3 years.
That means he was averaging more points before he got old and washed.
Listen.
He didn't even have to deal with Bill Russell when he was old, man. That's why he won.
That's not true.
He only won one time.
That's not true.
Yeah, because he was a player coach at that point.
Before the last 3 years, right? Is when it's 2014, 13, right?
This
He's probably
60%.
averaging like 35%.
Will played Bill Russell
35 per
94
game.
times.
If you held
Will
this
played
man
Bill
to
Russell
30
into his
points,
30s. Bill Russell was 35 at that point. No, I'm just saying. No.
Young stud, putting hands on the young stud. Niggas disrespecting Bill Russell, the
Sorry,
created
bro.
outlet pass. The
And
nigga who
also,
averaged 3 double-digit blocks.
because
The fastest
what
jumper in
happened
the
in the
NBA.
playoffs?
Because
What happened in the playoffs?
It's like how niggas in wrestling disrespect the
What happened in the
DDT.
playoffs?
Now it's a everybody move. Nigga DDT. My nigga, don't disrespect the nigga that created the DDT, bruh. I get it, everybody do
Will
it.
average 22 in the playoffs.
Will averaged 22 in the playoffs for his
Yeah,
career. Against
yeah.
Bill Russell, he averaged 25.7 and 28 rebounds a game.
Okay, the years. His
No, I don't want to hear about the years. You just told me about the whole
It matters. It matters.
Please.
It matters.
His prime years.
It matters. The prime years matter. The prime years matters.
29, 28.
The prime years
In the
matter.
prime years, Will
23.
dropped 50 on him in one of them years.
Listen, and he
In one
kept
of
him
them
under
years,
20
he
points
averaged
over 10
50,
times
G.
you named.
He
That's
averaged
the
50.
defensive
He didn't average
specialist.
50 in the playoffs. That's the point. You talking about regular season numbers. I just told you his
You
numbers.
named out
were-
all his numbers, bro. He dropped 60 on a man once. He averaged 50 in a season.
He averaged 25 in the playoffs, and he averaged more
No,
against Bill
you
Russell.
can't do a
Not
career
listening to me.
average.
You're
You
not
can't do a
listening to me.
career average in this
The man
conversation.
averaged 50 points one year.
And he only
gave
had
that man
50 twice.
Twice, G. Twice.
I feel it. Oh shit, my bad. I feel it. I feel it.
I guess.
Twice.
I guess.
You know how many other people he probably gave 50?
He gave 50 to everybody else.
He probably gave
He
this
was
to
giving
that-
50 out.
He
He was
probably
giving
gave
50 out. He was giving 50 out and shit like candy
He
on
probably
Halloween.
gave-
He gave 50 to Bill Russell,
He
too.
probably gave Dawson.
Twice.
G. He probably gave Bob Pettit.
Twice Bill Russell the first
He
time.
probably
Twice.
gave Bob
Twice.
Pettit.
It was twice he did it?
Twice.
He probably
And he
gave
got
Bob
less than
Pettit
20.
20.
He gave 50 like
He
Halloween.
also gave
Like Halloween.
Bill Russell. He gave Bill Russell a 50 ball and 60 ball. I just-
Twice.
Twice.
Out of his
Twice.
entire
A 94
career.
games.
Out of his entire
15
career.
one season.
So
That's
92.
impressive.
Wait.
It's not
So
that
you got
impressive.
impressed with 92
Sorry.
games. So 92 other games. 92 other games he was down.
Gave a nigga
But out of 90,
56
but the 2 games he wasn't, you
telling me he
eradicate
less
his whole
dominant? I'm
legacy.
telling you he wasn't that less dominant.
He was
Give me-
way less dominant.
If you give me
How is he not with 92
Because you just
games?
told me that he gave you.
He held you under 20 more than he held you under 20 more than 10
only value the
times.
game of basketball on. This is what I'm saying.
I value whatever
You
is going
told
to
me
win.
the only reason why Will put up his numbers went down was because he started becoming a better passer. So if
No, that's when he won that year. He did an incredible job that year.
But I still give
In
you.
Philadelphia.
But I still give you 0.2 points less. I give you 6
You
more
don't give me
rebounds,
point
and I
two less.
increase my
You're
assists
doing
across.
a career average. Take him in regular season, he gonna average 38. Take him in the playoffs, he gonna average 36.
And we
Then when he
also,
played
and
against Will
also
that
what
year,
we
it's
gotta
gonna be
account
26.
for. We also got to account for is Bill Russell was also 3 years older than Will at the entire time. So Bill Russell had 3 more years on Will.
And Will Chamberlain still only
And Will
won
still
one more title.
came out there and averaged 25 and gave the man 28. Stop acting like John Havlicek went on that team and Bob Cousy went on that team.
No, them niggas was
Come
nothing
on,
before
man.
this nigga.
Jerry, come on, man.
Okay,
Stop
you're
that.
right.
Bob
Then
Cousy-
Bill Russell
Bob
played
Cousy
with
was
5
something.
Hall
He
of
won
Famers.
MVP. No,
How
don't
many
do
Hall
that.
of
Don't
Famers
do
did
that.
Will Chamberlain
Don't do
play
that. I
with?
hate when people do hindsight conversations.
we
How
ain't
many
doing
Hall of Fame
hindsight.
they played with?
We talking about the guys he was
How
playing with.
many?
John
How many?
Havlicek was giving you
Listen,
20 off the
Robert Pierce
bench.
wasn't even an all-star before he played with Larry Bird. Don't y'all start this bullshit. Don't y'all start.
Bob Cousy wasn't.
Bob Cousy was MVP.
John Havlicek wasn't.
He was. John Havlicek wasn't nothing.
That's a lie. That's
He
a
made
lie.
this shit
That's a
after.
lie.
He
That's a
never even
lie.
won MVP.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a
John
lie.
Havlicek was like one
John
year.
Havlicek was decent as fuck when he was
Yeah,
playing with
John
Bill
Havlicek was
Russell.
like
Stop.
one
That's
year.
that's
And he
a
was
lie.
decent after.
After.
Yeah.
Decent.
He play. That's
He
my whole
was
point.
decent.
Name me all the Hall of Famers
Havlicek
Will
was
play
hard.
with outside of Jerry West.
Havlicek-
Elgin Baylor.
Everybody know Elgin wasn't that hard. Are you crazy? In the playoffs
Show
when
is
they needed
over,
him.
cuz. The show is over. You just
When they needed Elgin in the playoffs.
Elgin was probably the best one of
Bruh.
the best Lakers of all time.
Go back now. Go
We're
back.
talking about Lakers.
Bruh.
We're
Go
not
back.
talking about the NBA.
Go back.
You just getting disrespected, man.
No. Go back.
You
No.
just getting
No.
disrespected.
I didn't argue that Elgin wasn't one of the greatest Lakers of all time. But like I just said, go back and watch some Lakers versus Celtics documentaries. And the whole thing about it was how Elgin wasn't good enough as a number 2 option to help Jerry West get over the top. That was what they had a whole segment about it. And when they won, no, stop it. And when they won, and when the Lakers
it's gonna be
literally,
the same thing everybody gonna say about AD.
and when the Lakers
LeBron. They
literally
don't
won the
compliment each other.
championship, Elgin retired early in that season.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop acting like Elgin was a great
That don't
player
mean
as a
Elgin
Laker.
wasn't good.
That don't mean Elgin wasn't good.
Elgin wasn't that guy in the playoffs. And then the documentary they talk about it. They
That's
also
just a
talk about how Jerry West wasn't that guy in the playoffs.
That's a generic concept.
No, it's not.
It is
Bill
because you don't
Russell
understand
played
why
with Hall of Famers.
you're asking why he's
Bill
not.
Russell played with hella Hall of Famers that was
So
going to
did
the
motherfucking
playoffs.
Will Chamberlain.
No, he didn't. That's a lie. That is a lie. Jerry West is 1-9 in the finals. Will Chamberlain ain't 1-9 in the finals.
So Jerry West is
I'm
not
sorry,
the Hall of
1-8.
Famer?
He is. He won it in the finals.
Will Chamberlain wasn't shit in the playoffs.
Elgin Baylor won shit in the playoffs.
So then that means all of them won shit.
Stop that, man. Stop
Will
that,
Chamberlain
man.
didn't win neither.
Go back and have you watched the ESPN?
Will Chamberlain didn't win
Glasses,
either.
Glasses,
What made
Have you
Elgin Baylor better than Will
Glasses,
Chamberlain? We
Glasses.
only won one.
Glasses, have you watched ESPN 30 for 30 on the Lakers?
Okay,
Man,
look,
fuck that. I don't watch these games.
No, I'm asking
Okay,
you.
look.
And Elgin was
Wait,
back and you
hey,
ordered
look,
from Bill
look,
Russell
look,
This
himself.
nigga giving me Jerry West shit. Like Will Chamberlain ain't 1-7
Look.
or 2-8.
Look,
He won without him.
We'll play.
Listen, you keep saying I'm telling you they the same nigga.
No, they not. When Bill Russell was
Al
playing
Adams
for
is
the
a Hall of
76ers, who
Famer.
else he have on this team other than Bill Russell?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry.
Al
Other
Adams
Will
is a Hall of
Chamberlain.
Famer.
Will
Neither
Chamberlain.
one of them won. What? 1-1, none. Both of them went a lot and got fucked up.
No, I'm talking about when Wilt was on the 76ers.
I'm telling you,
and
he
they was
went
playing
a
the
lot of
Celtics.
times. They
Who
got
did Will
Wilt.
have on that team?
Listen, the reason they not
Like
Hall of
3 Hall of
Famers because
Famers,
he
but
wasn't right.
low key nods. He will play with a lot of Hall of Famers.
I'm not hearing all that
How
Hall
many
of
Hall of
Famers
Famers
shit.
Bill Russell
Hall of
played
Famers is something you get at the end of the career.
No,
We're talking
stop
about in
that.
the
They
NBA
based
and
that on
All
what you
Star.
did in the MVP.
No,
I'm sorry,
it's
when he
not.
was in the
Because
NBA.
Robert Parrish wasn't no fucking MVP before he played with Larry Bird. You can't tell me he wasn't even an All-Star.
I'm not
And
upset.
Kevin McHale was on the bench. Stop making these people Hall of Famers at the end of their
Well,
career.
by those same
Kevin
standards,
Kilgore,
Draymond Green ain't a Hall of Famer then either.
No, he is gonna be now.
Because they was on a.
He is gonna
and
be
guess
now.
what? The same thing with all.
And I don't
the
wanna hear
same
no
thing with Robert
conversation where
Parrish
people
and
talk
all
he played
those
with
other
4
guys.
Hall of Famers.
But no, it's the same argument. Robert Parrish and all
it's-
those
it
guys.
is.
Before they got with Steph, they weren't Hall of Fame guys.
It's one Hall of Fame guy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't get it
Nah,
confused.
that's not true. That's not. Then there's only one Hall of Fame guy in Golden State, and it ain't true.
I'm telling you right now, Klay Thompson played on another team. He's not a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna bust your shit right
That's
there.
not true.
I'm gonna tell you, Draymond on another team was probably not a Hall of Famer neither.
I don't know.
I
Well,
can't agree with
Steph would get in.
Steph was a Hall
I
of Fame.
can't out of
Period.
there.
No,
He
he
not
is.
two times
I
in
can't
the
out of
league.
there. I
Look,
can't out of there.
I don't think Steph two-time MVP anywhere else in the league.
Yeah, period.
I don't think he is.
I
Steph,
disagree.
Yeah, but
two-time
you don't
MVP
like
in the
Steph.
league. I
That's
don't
just
think he is.
ridiculous.
I don't think
You
that.
just hate
He
Steph.
just don't like
Yeah,
Steph.
so you just
I
like
think
Steph.
Clay will still be an
I got it right every day. You
I
say
think Clay
it.
will still be an All-Star.
Yeah, you do. It's like
I
that
think Clay can
Thursday.
still be an All-Star. And I
agree,
think Dave can still be an
Steph
All-Star in
maybe.
Portland. In Portland, but only in Portland.
Who?
I mean, Draymond, but only
No,
in
that
Portland.
won't work.
Nope.
That
Why
won't
wouldn't it
work.
work?
Not with that
That's
system.
not how it don't
Why
work.
wouldn't it work?
Not with that
No,
system.
No, you gotta understand what makes the
Now with
what makes Draymond. Draymond is a fantastic player, right? Draymond is a fantastic player, dog. But you it ain't hit you yet how good Steph Curry is, and I
He's
understand. No,
He's
you
good.
don't get that. You don't get it.
No, he
You don't get it.
He's not.
You don't
He's
get it.
not.
He's just like on another level. He's like the first
He's
time you ever
almost
seen some
great.
shit like this.
He's almost great.
He's past great. It's not even close to being
He's
great,
Steph
dog.
Curry's almost great.
Steph Curry was a Hall of Famer 5 years
If he
ago.
gets another
No, he
championship, it'd be great in my
Steph Curry was a Hall of Famer 5 years ago.
No, he wasn't. In 2014? No, he
In
wasn't.
2015.
championship wise.
2014?
To be clear.
2015.
As a player,
He's
great.
a Hall of Famer.
Championship
No, he
wise, he needs one.
There's never been an MVP player that's not a Hall of Famer.
So D-Rose Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool, good. Okay, great.
Yeah,
great.
I
just wanna say,
Thank you.
I love you, bro.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank
No,
you.
no, stop.
Thank
You stop.
Thank
You stop. You stop.
Wait,
You
shut
stop.
up.
You stop.
Shut
You
up.
stop.
Who
Everybody
said
stop.
that?
Everybody
Who said-
stop. Everybody
who
stop.
said-
Everybody
who
stop.
said
Everybody
what?
stop. Don't say nothing. He just paid Glasses Malone just
Paid Derrick Rose
played. He just
respect.
gave Derrick Rose his roses.
You know
I'm
what?
good.
I'm good.
My guy.
Every
good.
last
I don't even
NBA
care. You know what?
I'm
You're
not
right.
arguing no more.
You know
I'm
what?
good.
You're
I'm
right.
good.
Will
You're right.
Chamberlain overrated. You're right. Will Chamberlain overrated as fuck.
This shit is
Will
crazy.
Chamberlain's overrated. You're
I
right.
did not say that.
I'm fucking
What
with you.
is
I'm fucking
going
with you.
on?
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. But Bill Russell was
How's
overrated.
D-Rose not
Bill
Bill
Russell
Russell's
was not
overrated.
overrated.
No.
Kevin Durant giving that man work. Kevin Durant giving that man work. Paul
KD
George
is
giving
my
that
low,
man
but he
work.
can't get Kawhi Leonard work.
Huh? Bill Russell, Kawhi Leonard giving that man work.
Wait. He He told me KD was gonna give Kawhi 40 in the finals.
Not gonna happen.
Yes, he could.
He never did.
Exactly.
It already
He dropped
happened.
50 over the
It
regular
always
season.
happened.
He dropped 50
It
over the
already
regular
happened.
season.
He wasn't gonna lead the.
Come on.
So he's gonna lead the Warriors to 60 wins.
Who? KD?
Yeah.
Without Steph?
That ain't even a conversation.
Without what?
I'm talking about whatever
What's the
you want
context?
present.
What's the context?
I'm telling you,
That's key.
the best power forward in the NBA is
But who's
Giannis
the best player?
Antetokounmpo.
If KD's not the best player, then who's the best player? Then?
I think
You told me LeBron was top 15.
I did say that. Yes, I meant
I
that.
know. So who's the best player?
You can't.
Or can you
you
not
can't
think of
do
nobody
that.
because you know you was coming with a hot take Glasses? I figured you out Glasses. You had me on the Bill Russell. I figured you out Glasses. I figured you out
Let's take it back
Glasses.
to the beginning
I
of the show.
figured you out Glasses.
Let's take it back to let's take it back to the beginning of the show.
Like, baby, let me explain, baby. Let me explain.
No, it's no explaining.
What Glasses came with to see what had happened was.
No, it's no see what that happened was. What did I tell you at the beginning of this show? I told you can't make one player the best player because ain't no one-on-one players. We ain't in the practice.
But if we're talking best player in the NBA because we
cannot do the best player. That's why there's never been an award for best player.
But we've been saying
I said
it for
this
the
at the
last
beginning of
20
the
years.
year.
No, wait a minute. That'll take your turn. So Michael Jordan was never the best player in the NBA?
No, he was the best shooting guard in the NBA. You can't be the best player in the NBA. It's
So
not
Magic
one.
so Magic won the best
No,
player
and
in
he's
the
my
NBA.
guy. He's the best point guard in the NBA.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I understand what you're saying.
Y'all keep
I
talking.
understand
How can I make one
I
player
gotta go
on
to
the
the
team say be the best at the same time?
Man, look.
It's not just me.
It's like you were the best at this position.
That's it. You can't be. There's no one-on-one game. We not in the practice to see that.
I understand what he's saying.
playing.
That's what he's saying.
It's no team
There's
game.
never been the best player in the NBA.
No, you can't. It's
just
never
been
been a
competition.
professional one-on-one
Yeah.
game.
Nah, I feel him. It's
I
like
understand it's a team game.
I get
But
what
if
you're
we're
saying.
talking
As I said
about
with your logic earlier,
if we're looking
I
at
understand
stats,
you and
if
I
we're looking
feel
at
you,
numbers.
but I don't agree with that.
That's because that's
I
a
can't honor
fan
that. I can't
idea
honor
of
that.
what
I
it
feel
is.
you. I feel
I
you.
can't
So
honor
why?
that.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So
Yeah,
why
y'all
do
do
we?
that.
So
I
why
go
do
with
we on television? And I'm saying as
Sure.
far as I get,
Sure.
we both media people, and we say, oh, that's the best person in such and such.
Y'all are wrong. I
That's
don't know what y'all be talking
How-
about. It's so disoriented and disheartened.
I feel him. I feel him. It's like
But
you
how?
can do no. It's like you can do that, but
But
you
it's not
can't
real.
do that.
It's silly.
It's
But
like
how? But listen.
Look, because like right, so you judge like a point guard and like a center, right?
They do two
They have different
things.
responsibilities,
Of course.
So you can't really
And it's
say
a
that he's
team.
better than him because like they're not even
But
supposed to do the
when
same
we had
thing.
these conversations, it's just like, okay, rap.
I feel you, though. I
It's
get
just
it.
like the rap conversation. Okay, who's top 50? Who's top 25? Whatever. Okay, there's different eras. There's different styles of hip hop. There's lyricists. There's people that make good records. There's people that make good songs,
But
right?
rapping
And
is
there's people that have
listen, though.
storytelling.
Listen.
So-
Professional basketball is a team game.
Yeah,
so
rapping
you
is
can
a
No. But what I'm saying, I'm talking about just on the strength of
But listen,
making
though.
lists.
Check it
of
out, though.
saying people who's
Check it
better
out
and
though.
who's not.
If you want to say who's the best rapper right now, right? Who's the best rapper right now? Like just rapper. Who rapper?
It's gonna be every
Name
different conversation
somebody.
every time.
Name
Exactly.
somebody. And then you say who's the best
most
songwriter?
people will say Drake. Let's just say that for an example. Most
No,
people
they
say
wouldn't.
Drake.
Rapper? No, they wouldn't. He's the best songwriter, artist.
Yeah, he don't
in
write
hip-hop.
a song, so-
But like,
I
is he
wouldn't
the
say
best-
it.
But rapper,
I wouldn't say it.
who is the best bar for bar rapper?
And then rapping ain't necessarily always bars. Rapping is more about completing a song.
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's my point.
But
You
that's what
can't-
I'm saying
the
with
thing that make
players.
professional
When you say
basketball
a
different.
player is the
Nick.
best player,
Nick, take this
I feel
with
him.
you. Nick,
I feel
you can't do
you can
it.
say
It's
it's
always been
numerous
a
times,
silly.
numerous things you can say.
But it's always been a silly
It is.
discussion.
It is.
It don't even make sense.
It is.
Professional basketball is only played as teams.
I understand that.
So
I'm not
you can only
disagreeing
name.
with you on that
it's
aspect.
like we arguing with James Harden because James Harden is the best shooting guard in the NBA, and Giannis is the best power forward in the NBA. That's why it's an argument. That's the difference.
No, I'm
Who
not-
does their job the best enough to make their team
But
win?
when you're saying, you're talking about, okay, when we talk about eras, right? We talk about, okay, 80s Magic, Bird, right?
Sure, those the
were
best
two-
point guard and the best small
They were,
forward in the NBA.
they were the best players overall. They were the most noticeable, and they were the best players.
But again,
I don't even know
Jordan-
what we've been talking about.
Jordan
We've just been
in the
arguing
90s.
for that's why I know this episode gonna be classic. Literally, I have no idea what
Jordan
we've
in
talked
the
about for the
90s.
past
I've
hour,
been
2
saying
hours.
I've been
We
saying
just been arguing.
I've been saying
Shout out
this.
to Brews.
I've been saying this to you since the beginning. I've been saying this to you. You can't really do one-on-one,
I feel him.
right?
You did say that in the first episode. I give you credit.
And even this one, I'm telling you, that's why the argument with James Harden and Giannis, because Giannis is the best power forward in the NBA, and James Harden is the best shooting guard in the NBA. That's why it's the conversation.
Okay.
And you putting them head to head almost
I
don't
hear
make
that.
sense. They have to succeed individually, but still garner team success, or be so individually imposing that's something that's never happened before. Like you average triple double for a season, where it's happened once.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't totally disagree with you. What I'm saying is when we make up the list and we make up
Y'all doing that for the
YouTube,
fans and for the audience. It don't make sense in real life. I
it makes sense in real life.
In real life, it don't make sense because you can't never see a one-on-one play.
You can do positionless, like
you have to do.
like.
And
But
you
that's
can't
also
do
why I
But if
said
you
my
say-
better versus greater thing with Paul George and them is.
But I agree with that because those words make sense.
But I disagree with your thought process.
How?
That's fine. Same thing I said to him.
Greater is all about success.
Paul George
It
ain't
was-
better than that
that's
man
what-
though.
and that's what we
He's
disagree at.
he's a better scorer.
Because it was
That's
it was
He's
the
as
it
good
was
of a
the
defender.
it was
No,
the,
he's
the
not.
terms.
He might be as
and he's
good
not a
as
good of a
defender.
playmaker.
He's
Thank you.
Not
I'm glad you said
playmaking?
that. Yes,
but
he
he's
is.
a better scorer. See, but that's like saying Magic is not. That's
It's
like
the
saying
term-
Jordan's
it's
better
the
than
terms
Magic
that you
because
use.
Jordan's a better scorer.
all
But
it
Magic is a better playmaker.
But
That's
Jordan's a better
different
defender.
facet.
But Jordan's a better defender.
But again, you don't have to be the best at everything. You need to be so great at whatever it is you do that it equals your team's success.
Unless you
But I don't
Pavy and
think-
then you say Steph Curry can only shoot and come off screens.
I didn't know.
And
I
this
didn't
is
say
let
only.
me say this to you, Paul, because you this is the thing that make the Warriors work. It's not nothing else. Everybody else, even as much as I love Klay Thompson, as much as I love Draymond Green, you can find that. You can't find it at the level, but you can find that close. The one thing about Steph
You
Curry,
can't find Clay. I'm sorry.
listen, you've seen it
You can't
before.
find. No, you haven't. You've never seen a guy that can drop 37 in the quarter before.
Yes, you can.
He made history.
No.
You literally haven't seen
No,
it before.
no,
You can't. No.
It literally never happened before.
Reggie Miller could
You
drop
can find.
37.
Look. Listen.
They would
listen.
never give him the looks.
Listen.
Reggie Miller never averaged 20 shots.
I agree.
They was
I
not
agree.
giving him
Clay
20
never
shots.
averaged 20 shots.
Yes, he has.
Yes,
He averaged 18 right now with them
That
three
ain't
niggas.
20.
Reggie Miller never averaged 18.
You literally just told me 30.1 ain't 29.9.
And I think Klay Thompson has taken 20 shots before.
He has taken
No, he
20 shots.
hasn't.
Yes.
The most he's ever taken was 18.9 a game, and that was in 2016, 2017.
And that means that, so the point
And
I'm
that was
ta-
when he was the second.
Reggie Miller has never-
Well, he was the third option at that point.
Listen, they don't even work like it ain't even options. Listen, this
I'm not upset at that. I'm not upset at that,
Feel-
but
feel
Reggie
what
is
I'm saying.
nowhere
I don't
near on the
think you
stratosphere as Klay Thompson.
I totally
Klay
agree.
Thompson is an infinitely better shooter
I
than
don't think
Reggie.
you've never seen Steph before.
He's
I
a
just
more
think that
consistent
you've
shooter.
never seen a person
Nah, I
getting this
disagree
much
with
freedom
that.
in this
Clay.
era.
No,
Clay
it's not.
is-
It's
Clay's
not.
more-
But
he's a-
I
I
do
think
agree
he's a
with you
better
when I
shooter
say
too,
that.
though.
Listen.
But no, I do
Well,
agree
if
with
you
you
look
when
at
you
that
say that.
game
Like
when
you
Klay
can find.
towards ACL, the shots
I think
he
he's
was
a more
taking,
consistent
But listen,
you've never seen
listen.
Reggie Miller take shots like that.
Because he never had the
They never had
freedom.
freedom.
Yeah, Clay, he was the best player on the
You
team.
never seen Clay get them shots
He
before
was the
Steph
best
Curry.
player on the team.
You never seen Clay get them shots before
I mean, to
Steph
be
Curry.
fair to Clay,
In
Clay was like
college.
his friend.
He
No,
never-
Clay was wild in
No,
college.
Clay was pulling
Clay
off.
was wild in
No,
college.
wait,
He was
wait, wait.
Clay was pulling that bitch before he
I
got
watched
caught
Clay
smoking
in
weed.
college.
Before Clay got
I
caught
was there
smoking
pulling
weed.
that bitch in
Yeah,
college.
yeah, 37 points
When the
in the
man
third
dropped 43 in the tournament.
Before Clay got caught smoking weed.
No, but like
In double
he was still
OT.
pulling that bitch though, G.
43 in double OT.
I just
At
said
the
that
Pac-
he just
at the
pulled-
end of the
I
Pac-10
feel you.
tournament.
Exactly.
I watched that man.
So here's what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
In
Focus on what I'm
college.
saying.
Go ahead.
Focus
We
on what I'm
listen.
saying, right?
I agree with you.
Steph Curry is the greatest combo guard in the history of the game,
That's fair.
right? So listen what I'm
I don't
saying,
hate
right? Because there's never
I
the
don't hate
way
that
the way
combination.
basketball works, right? Is
Better
floor
than Mike.
positioning. He's for
Mike-
sure better than Mike
Was
because
Mike
Mike wasn't
really a
no.
combo
He couldn't
guard?
be no
He kind
combo
of
He
guard.
could have been
for
a
the
combo.
first 3 years. He
No,
was
he
kind of
wasn't-
running their
he
offense.
wasn't a
For the
combo
first
guard.
3 years, he was
No,
running
he's
their
not a-
offense.
he's
That's why
not
I
a
didn't
That was
combo
back
guard.
when they had George Gervin.
I remember
at
he
his
averaged
end,
8 assists, but
and they had all of them.
but focus on what I'm saying, right? The greatest, and look at the nigga you had to name.
Okay.
Look at the nigga we just.
Okay.
I think
He
hard
went to a whole level.
real quick.
But what
I think that hard is I mean that's stratosphere well, but continue.
I don't know. He got to have the success. What you do got to
You're
lead
right.
to team
You're right.
success.
You're right.
That, like,
You got to have team success. But the
You're
point
right.
I'm saying is,
by
right,
by your logic, if there's no best guy, then what you do really it has to be defined
For the
by
team
what you do for the team in
success.
combination with your numbers. I feel
it
you.
has to work together.
I'm fine if you say there is no best guy in the NBA, but there are these are my top 5. I'm cool
in the
with it.
position.
I
So
feel you. I
so what
feel
I'm saying, what makes
I
it
feel
work
you.
is right floor position, right? In your position, right? So floor location. There's never been a player not named Magic Johnson that has been this. Magic Johnson probably is not as effective from that floor positioning as Steph Curry.
He can't shoot like him.
And
I'm gonna get that to y'all because y'all probably had the opportunity to see more.
But what made
in-
Magic work, right, was Magic is the greatest transition player in offense you ever seen. So that's where he got a lot of the 18, 24 points.
Yeah.
He got it in the transition. But when he came to the top of the key, he let everybody else do their job. Right? So with Steph Curry, there has never been a player that with that kind of efficiency that can score and still make those passes sitting right here. He don't got to drive the ball. Like LeBron, this is what separates LeBron from being in that position. He needs to drive the ball to be efficient.
Because he's not a scorer.
This motherfucker can shoot 50%, 40% from right here. He don't got to even go closer to the hoop. He can be right here and give you 30. Never go there.
I agree with that.
So
shooter.
Can I ask a question?
It's
If
not-
Bill Russell's playing today, what's he averaging?
He would
Same
be a
numbers?
freak. He'd be a whole nut. Think about if he was a freak, the kind of freak he was then, where you create the outlet pass, where you're a high jumper, right? And you're the fast jumper, right? You can know where you're at on the
He'd be
floor and
incredible.
block a shot right there. Imagine what that would look like. It would look unbelievable.
What would he average though? I'm average. What would he average?
He would remind me probably close
You
to
tell me he's gonna average 20 rebounds a game?
He would be Draymond Green on every single level of steroids.
He would be.
What man? Come on, he would at Draymond Green on every single
every level.
He would be a slightly
Draymond ain't nowhere near the athleticism.
He would be a slightly more athletic Draymond.
Turn Draymond Green in 99.
Bill Russell wasn't good on offense.
Go, hey, look.
Bill Russell is more comparable to Dennis Rodman than he is to Draymond.
Nigga, what you do? Go on. You go on 2K.
Draymond's a better offensive player than Bill Russell. Bill Russell's more comparable to.
I don't know.
Bill Russell's more comparable. I mean, he's more comparable to Rodman. You told me no. But Glasses, you put Rodman and you put Bill Russell in your top 10.
Listen,
he's more comparable than Draymond.
Bill Russell is the greatest defensive player ever. He literally be the only player in history when you read through his 3 years where he would have averaged double-digit blocks. There's never been nothing like that. Never. He literally talks about it in a documentary where he's saying like, I will position myself, and if you came past this part in the floor, I knew I could block your shot. This nigga could like zone in.
And it was also before they was recording blocks.
And they had him in the newspapers.
He literally has no
and they had him on
blocks.
but they have him in the newspaper.
No, I'm saying he literally for the fans.
So what I'm saying is that's why you
blocks.
can't really see how good he is, because you're looking at 3 stats. You're not looking at a stat that we get now. So you could really be like, imagine if we seen the stat he averaged 10, 11 blocks a game. Dog, all of us would be like, that's crazy.
Who is this dude?
I don't think he would be doing that today, though.
No.
I think
No,
the
he
athletes.
would.
Listen, nobody ever.
There was nobody
it's not-
on his level in terms of
Nigga, the
athleticism
athletes-
other than Bill Russell.
But think
I'm
about this.
sorry, other than Will Chamberlain.
But think about this.
Who, if you
was the greatest athlete in the
Which is also why I think Bill Russell
2003.
struggled against. I'm sorry. Which is also why I think Will Chamberlain
If you took
struggled with quotation marks against Bill Russell because he never played against any athletes that were as equal
That's
to him
LeBron
or
James.
superior to him
That's LeBron
until he
James.
encountered
Who
Bill.
else did LeBron James play against? What athletes of LeBron James caliber did he ever have to play against?
Yeah, but LeBron.
He had to play against
too.
freaky measure. Michael Jordan was like a 6'6", 6'7" shooter.
Shaq,
That shit didn't even exist.
Shaq.
And he didn't have to play against Shaq. And when he
didn't
played
play
against
against Shaq.
And when he played against Shaq,
Dream.
without Dennis Rodman, without having that, he got destroyed. Because it's a bigger, better version
Dream.
of you.
Dream too. I mean,
Dream was another freaky ass athlete. That shit, how you got
His
that coordination?
football-
He
Yeah,
played in
but
the same generation with Mike.
He
in
had
the
the
same
best-
generation
They're
with
not
Shaq.
going against each other.
No, he
Shaq
played
and
the
Drew, Rick Shaq and come on.
And Mike got
Mike
lucky he never had to play him.
Who?
The
Dream?
The
Yes.
They
reason
would
why
have beat the shit out of them.
Dog.
This man literally just
She
said, hold on, wait a minute,
couldn't
hold on,
beat
wait a minute.
Shaq,
Hold
but he
on, I
gonna
wrote
beat
it down,
Dream,
I
who
wrote it
beat
down.
Shaq.
This man said they had Mad Max. He had Mad Max.
No. What I said, no.
Vernon
that's not-
Maxwell was not enough.
No, what
No,
I said,
neither
no.
was
I'm
Dennis
talking about
Scott.
the entire team. I'm talking about the entire. I was
Yeah,
about to run down
Penny
the entire
was.
team.
Penny couldn't do nothing with
But
Michael
Pippen can't
Jordan.
do
But
No,
also,
Dream,
too,
though.
look at
Like,
this. The
Pippen
reason
or
why
Mike couldn't do
Dream, the
nothing with
reason why
Dream,
Dream
dog.
went around
Dream,
Shaq is because
Dream.
of footwork.
Like,
Listen, let me
His
tell you,
footwork was
it's a
incredible.
Cartwright would've been
confusion,
guarding
and
the
this is what I'm
team,
gonna tell you. It's a confusion of Dream and Shaq. This is why Dream is better than Shaq. It's rough because I had this conversation and it just happened to me about 2 months ago. Do you understand how few players have been the MVP and defensive player, champion, and Finals MVP?
Very few.
One. His name is Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Michael
was
Jordan
close,
won the
close,
MVP and
close,
the defensive
but they
player,
lost
but
it.
never won a championship, never
Yeah,
made
they
it,
had
didn't win the
beat,
Finals
yeah.
MVP. This motherfucker won the MVP, defensive player
It
of
was
the
also the
year.
year Mike was gone, though. That's why I can't really.
No, what the fuck?
That's not his fault.
You
mad at us for what's
I
behind
know,
his face?
but
Fuck Mike, he
Mike
did it.
gonna
But
win
it's
it.
not who that.
Stop
I'm
it.
just saying.
You was there. You couldn't win the
Okay, all
MVP.
right, wait.
You was there.
Hold on, wait. That's kind of like if like LeBron.
Karl Malone
Hold
won
on, I'll put it
MVPs.
this way. That's like if Steph was in his run right now during his 5-year run, because 6 years ain't 5 years, obviously, but Mike still had a 6-year run when he was playing. That's like if Steph for 2-3 years had to retire for some
I don't give
reason.
a fuck.
And
He's still
LeBron
other
won
people
2
in the
rings.
league.
When Steph was
gives a
there,
fuck,
no.
dog?
Okay, I
Because
give
when
you-
Steph was there, he was giving
He
that
was
man
there the
that
second
word.
year. He was only gone 1 year. You know why he didn't show up for the big dance?
Cause
Because
Shaq
he
was
matched
there.
Shaquille O'Neal.
I give you
And
that.
you know what happened with Shaquille O'Neal when he gets out
But you
there?
told me.
Listen,
Okay.
you see what happened. Now I got you.
Okay.
Now you see what
got me on
happened.
that one. I can't. I got no. I
When
got
one
nothing
played
to
the
say.
Bulls,
I
and
got
then when he
nothing to
played
say.
against Dream,
I got nothing to say.
it's level.
Well, remember that year when they
The only reason Mike is 6-0 is because he didn't have to play
Remember that
against
year
Dream.
they screwed Dream out of the, what was it, the MVP? They gave it to David Robinson.
destroyed
And what
it.
happened? And what happened to David Robinson? Everybody thought David Robinson was the shit. And
only
what
year-
happened?
Dream
Dream came in there
destroyed
in the second round of the
Destroyed
playoffs.
that.
Came in there and destroyed him with the footwork, destroyed him with the shot,
And
destroyed him
better
with his
defense.
body.
The only year
The
they might
whole
have,
time.
and also they get very lucky that
The
John, that
whole-
fucking
Drew
whoever
Shredder
the
with
hell
the
left
footwork
John
started
Stockton open, and John Stockton hit that
Knocked
three.
it off.
Because they would have ended up playing them with.
I don't never like the conversation. People didn't win because Michael Jordan. No, Michael Jordan won because Michael Jordan won.
He was the best.
People didn't win because of Michael Jordan.
No, it's not just Mike. That team was fucking great. Stop that. The team was great. They won 57 games without the man.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna take it back. But
it's not that.
I'm gonna take it back. Let me take back what I'm saying.
I don't even want to get in there. I'm telling you. I'm saying the Bulls are not the reason teams didn't win. They won because other teams didn't win because they wasn't good enough to win.
The most valuable point he's ever made on HoopsNBrews was just because you build a team to compete with one team in the finals in another conference don't mean you're gonna get through your conference.
That's the whole thing of the Lakers. Lakers is built to be a really good championship team, but can't beat nobody else. Because the problem is, right, the game is compliments.
Okay, actually speaking of that, let's talk about the Lakers to round it out. Because I don't care how long. Yeah, we can keep talking about this shit all day. I ain't got nothing to do. Glasses came through and bought us some McDonald's, so I ate. But when you gotta, but round it out. What do you guys think is going to happen with the Lakers? What are your predictions for this season with the Lakers? Obviously, they got a completely new coaching staff, completely new team, with the exception of Kyle Kuzma and LeBron. What do you expect from LeBron and from the Lakers?
I think you'll have first of all, this is the first time LeBron has got significant rest, right?
Oh my God.
Here we come with the narrative.
Here we come.
You retweeted that. Watch. They're going to blame it on Dwight. Go ahead. Continue, Nick.
But what I will say is this. I think you're going to see a different type of LeBron because LeBron is older. But he's going to have to play a different type.
Last year.
No, but he's old. Dude, he's older this year. So he's going to have to play a different type of game.
Why would he not play it last year? He was older last year.
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to Cheap Malone right now, man.
Why did they get bigs if they want him to play a different kind of game?
No, what I'm saying is this. I think the Lakers...
Because they waited for Anthony Davis after he
retired.
Exactly.
But go ahead. And I think, too, my question is, how long is it going to take them to gel and get that chemistry down? Because I don't give a damn how many good or solid or great players that you have. It's about chemistry at the end of the day. My concern is not just who's on the floor, but my concern is that coaching staff. Because you got a Frank Vogel.
Oh, Lord.
No, come on.
You do.
Here we go.
Are you a LeBron fan?
Yes.
I like LeBron.
Yes.
I like LeBron.
Here come to please.
Here we go.
No. I'm not.
Now we looking at everybody to blame.
Ain't nobody.
I'm just glad for the past 20 minutes. For the past 20 minutes, I've been playing defense. I'm glad I'm
Ain't
nobody
playing. Listen, ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody caping up.
LeBron.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm looking at.
Exactly.
I'm looking at
who.
But Danny Green,
I don't hear about that.
Exactly.
See, that's what happens.
But KCP off the bench.
Well, you know you onto something.
3 minutes and 30
when
seconds.
you onto something, people always want to step in. So when you onto something, people always want to step in. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying these are the questions. I'm not saying these are the questions.
Okay.
When you look at the coaching staff, you look at what's going on with that. You look at the team. Now, if they don't make it, if they don't make it deep into the playoffs like they're supposed to, because they're built for a playoff run, they're built for a Western Conference Finals run at least. If they don't make it to the Western Conference Finals, then it is solely on LeBron James. Period.
I disagree with that. He's not the best. He's not the best player on the team anymore. For the first time in his career, he's not the best player on the team.
But he orchestrated the team.
I don't know.
Did he not orchestrate the team?
But it doesn't
matter.
How do we know that? No, but it's not even that.
How do we know that?
It's not even that. It's not even that. Nick,
how do we know that?
Nick,
how do we know that?
It's not even that.
How do we know that?
It's not even that.
Everybody think LeBron just be going up there and just like picking people. How do we know that?
It's not even that. Regardless of
you gonna sit up here and tell me as long as you've been watching basketball, as long as you've been watching LeBron in action, you don't tell me that LeBron gets consulted on a lot of.
He does.
I think every superstar gets consulted.
Okay, and you don't think he has? You don't think he has? I think we all missing the point on who he wants and who he doesn't.
We all missing the point. We all missing the point.
That don't mean shit when it comes to LeBron James. Have you seen his record?
No,
his track record in Cleveland. His track record coming back here.
Gee,
come on, man.
But he told him don't trade Kyrie. They traded that man.
No, in a vacuum. I put it this way.
No, who they keep with the Lakers?
How many times LeBron played with the top 5 player?
Everybody else is expendable.
How many times does LeBron play with the top 5 player?
I don't even know what that means.
Never?
Kyrie Irving is close.
LeBron is playing with arguably a top 5 player ever.
I don't believe that.
Whoa, ever?
Ever?
Whoa. He's not a top 5 player.
If Anthony Davis come to the Lakers and rack up rings with LeBron, this is my point. But this is my point. But this is my point. It's not LeBron's. But this is if they're going to win a championship, it's going to be on the back of Anthony Davis. Not on the back of LeBron. LeBron has never played with a player as good as Anthony Davis. And Dwayne Wade is my favorite player of all time. Number 3. Number 3 shooting guard of all time.
Yes.
Number 3 shooting
One without nobody.
But Anthony Davis is a better player all around than Dwayne Wade.
I don't know.
LeBron is getting a.
No.
He is.
He's a better player at this stage.
Excuses.
At this stage of his career?
Yes.
Look, Dwayne Wade has never been a better player than Anthony Davis was at his peak.
Debatable.
Anthony Davis ain't played enough basketball.
That's my point.
I don't know what does PKD look like. What does PKD look like?
We're gonna see it. He's 26 years old.
He's never played a full season.
That's bullshit. He's played 72 games. Kawhi didn't play
That's not a full season. Can you count? It's 82 games.
In the NBA today, nobody really plays full season.
LeBron just played 82 games.
No, he
played 82 games.
He did. He played 82 games.
Kobe played 82 games when he got hurt too.
Weak. Exactly.
My point is this. This is my
Just
point.
because you play 82 games don't mean nothing. We
That's
saw
a
one
full season.
No.
82 games don't mean nothing.
Michael Jordan played 82 games like
Kawhi
7
played
times.
62 games, and I thought he was better last year than LeBron played
Or he
82.
can play 82 games. Like, he
Niggas
played
played 82 games.
81, 82,
Paul George
81,
played, what,
72,
79,
But 82
The best
games
ability is
isn't where.
availability.
But if you did 71 of the games, so who cares?
This is my point, right?
He wasn't healthy all last season.
This is go ahead.
Anthony
Let
Davis.
me
He
finish.
couldn't
Go
play
ahead.
because they wanted to bench him because they wanted
No,
to
he
trade
wasn't
him.
healthy neither though.
He
was hurt.
AD
broke
had
his hand.
a
broke his
knick-knack
hand.
injury.
He always
Nah,
got
he
a
broke
knick-knack injury.
He stayed
And I
with
love
the
it.
But
knick-knack
he's
injury.
26 though.
Yeah, but that don't
He's in his
matter.
prime.
He's actually.
Look at his numbers and look at what he
I
does.
don't care about your numbers.
He's playing.
Is it going?
If LeBron is who y'all
If
say he
but
is,
the
he
reason,
should be
the
doing
reason, but the reason
championship
why I
or
say
bust.
it's on LeBron because to your
I don't
point.
know if AD
Wait.
is better than LeBron.
Hold on.
He's
I don't. It's like, I don't
When
need.
you say if you
So
say
AD
wait,
top 10?
wait. So you saying that?
Glasses,
Since you say you bring up AD,
killing me this
no, wait,
episode.
you
gotta
bring,
play,
We was
dog.
on the same wavelength.
You gotta play,
you
bro.
bring up
gotta
Anthony
play.
Davis. Who brought in Anthony Davis?
Rob
LeBron.
Pelinka.
LeBron James.
Yo,
Chris Paul.
if y'all don't sit the
Chris
hell down
Paul
with
and
that
LeBron
nonsense,
James.
thank you. Somebody with the voice of damn reason. I covered the damn team for 3 damn years.
Well, then speak to us, Nick.
Don't give
Speak
me
to
that.
us.
Nick
Speak
ain't
to
know.
us.
They
Who
just
brought him in? Who brought him
Talk
in?
to him, Pac.
Who brought him in? Who brought him in? TP? Who brought him in?
Who brought him in?
You
You
tell
tell us.
LeBron.
You tell us.
So it's on LeBron James if they don't make it.
It's always on LeBron.
Okay.
That's common sense. Come
We
on.
can't blame nobody else.
You gotta blame the man
How
who
many-
orchestrated,
how
who's
many
the
wins?
architect of this team, and that's LeBron James
How many
and
wins?
Rich
But why
Paul.
do you think LeBron brought him in though?
What do you mean?
Brought him in is a strong word.
No.
Brought him in is a strong
No,
word.
but why do you think LeBron brought him in? He brought Anthony Davis into the fold because LeBron knows that he is no longer the guy and he can
What
get
do
it
you
done
mean
as the
he's no
guy.
longer the guy?
He's still the guy.
He's no longer the best player on the team.
Why is he not?
Because he's
How is he not?
He's not the best scorer. He's not the best rebounder. He's not the best defender. He's arguably the best passer. Rajon Rondo still is on his team.
Yes.
And that's where it ends.
That's not what
That's
makes
where,
somebody the best.
literally, what is LeBron James the best at the
AD
Lakers
didn't
on?
even play last year.
That's
He
bullshit.
missed 18
That's
games
bullshit.
last
Okay, look.
AD didn't play because they didn't want to play him.
Look.
They rested him second half. So he still
Arguably,
averaged.
look.
How much? What did AD average last year?
How many wins did they average?
Look,
They sat him for
arguably,
half the season.
Look,
Glasses.
arguably-
he played whole seasons and not made the
Gee,
playoffs.
they didn't play him because the man.
if
They
Bron goes
said he
back
wanted
to
to get
2017,
traded.
2018, Bron, he's the best scorer.
No,
on this
he's
team.
not.
If he goes back to 2017,
Dude, you
2018,
literally
Bron.
went to a Clippers game. You said, I yelled, AD, your ass can't shoot. And after that, AD proceeded to make three after three after three.
I've seen Bron drop 50. I've seen Bron do what he did
You
to
ain't
the
seen
Raptors.
AD drop 50?
Listen, before we listen, this is a ridiculous conversation.
It's not a ridiculous
Basketball don't work
conversation.
by you just adding stats together, right?
It's not about stats. Look at what AD done.
I'm
Dude,
telling you,
he ain't had no help.
The most games AD's played in his career was 75, and that was 2 years
What's
ago.
wrong with 75 games?
He's not gonna play 75 this year. They're gonna load manage him.
Yep.
I'm cool with that. He's
How
still
is he
gonna be the best
In the
player
Western
on the
Conference,
team.
that's gonna
How
cost
is he gonna be
He's
the best
still
player on
gonna
the team?
because he's good because when it
So
comes
is he gonna be the best power forward?
who's taking the
in NBA?
last shot on the Lakers?
Is he gonna be the best power
Who's
forward?
taking the last shot on the Lakers?
Is he gonna be the best power forward in the NBA?
Yes. He's been the best power
So he
forward.
gonna be better than MVP?
Anthony Davis has been the best power
So
forward.
is he gonna be the best better than MVP?
Anthony
He's better than
Davis,
Giannis, yeah. He's
Anthony
better than
Davis
Giannis. He's
has
better
been
than
the
Giannis.
best
So
power
why are
forward
we
in the
talking? Why is
NBA.
he mad that I'm saying?
Because
why is he mad that I'm
most
saying that Giannis
valuable
ain't gonna actually
I don't
play?
know.
because
I don't
most
know.
valuable to me ain't about who is the best player. Who's the more athletic?
Now he on my shit.
No.
Now he coming over here.
No, it's
Now
not.
he coming over
No.
here.
Wait a minute, because what did you say earlier in this podcast?
I'm with you.
No,
This is my shit.
no. What did you say? You said the best talent is what? Availability, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Davis could not play last year
So the
He
Because-
played more games than Giannis last year.
Stop.
Giannis.
Stop.
7
We're not
more
talking
games.
about that.
I'm just saying,
Stop. We're not
availability.
We're not talking
Harden
about that.
more
We're not
babies.
talking about Harden and
Availability.
Giannis. We're talking about Giannis and AD. Anthony Davis literally did not play because he requested a trade, and the team was like, fuck that. If you play and you hurt yourself after you requested a trade, We stuck with you. Your trade value goes through the floor.
Sure, that's the idea.
Right.
So we gonna let you play for 28 minutes a game. Show everybody you good. Sell some seats. At the end of the
Which
day,
might be the best
you
thing
sit your ass on the
for him,
bench.
is playing 28 minutes.
But still,
Try working
if you
36,
want to argue
might be
Anthony
fine.
Davis might not
I'll
be better
tell you.
than Giannis, or he better than Giannis, I'm cool with that.
I say
Anthony Davis better than
It's not
Bill
even
Russell
no-
to me
It's not
already.
even no question. Giannis is already MVP.
Anthony Davis better than Bill Russell to me already.
Giannis is already MVP. So
Yeah, but
we ain't got to even have a question.
Anthony Davis better than Bill Russell to me
God
right
knows
now.
Anthony
already.
Davis has played a lot longer
But
than
did you
Anthony
hear what I
Davis.
He's
said?
working out with
But did y'all hear what I
Reggie
said?
He working out with Reggie Miller.
Who is?
Giannis.
That's dope.
Focus on what I'm
Fix
telling you.
it.
Focus on what I'm telling
So
you.
that J gonna
Focus on what I'm telling you.
that three shot.
Anthony Davis not better than Giannis.
I think he
Yeah,
is.
yes, he is. Player to player, he's
I
better.
think play.
He's not
Giannis,
better
Giannis
or
was the
greater.
most valuable player in the NBA to me last year, but player to player, Anthony Davis is better.
I don't know.
Player to
what that
player,
means.
you can't name 5 players, player to player, that's better than Anthony Davis. You talking about
If Anthony Davis stays
greater,
healthy, yes.
greater,
Maybe if they play
greater,
one-on-one in imaginary
Glasses,
basketball.
greater, yes. But
Yeah,
like we
greater,
said,
yeah,
greater and
yeah,
better,
yeah,
two
yeah.
different things.
If AD stays
You
healthy,
agree
he's
with me on
definitely
that? Greater and better, two different
He's
things.
not-
Listen,
If he stays healthy, he's better.
I'm telling you, but if he can't stay healthy, what are we talking about?
But he be healthy though. He don't be that hurt, G.
He don't be that
He
hurt.
don't be that hurt, G.
He don't be that hurt.
He don't be that hurt, G.
If you miss
he don't be on
it,
That sounds like
Run through
we
his
only a
game this
little
season.
pregnant.
Run through his game this season. Run through how many games he played every year. He's always hurt.
Alright, so first year 64, then 67, then 68, then 61, then 75,
17 was 20, 75,
56.
75.
He played 56 last year, but I mean, we know
But
why.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
like,
he was being
last
traded.
year don't
He
really.
wanted-
Mark my
didn't wanna
words,
be a
dog.
part of
Hear me
that.
out when I'm telling you this, right? So
So how many wins do Lakers
I'm
get?
listening.
How many wins do Lakers get?
I say between 52, 53.
So this is how I look at it. Let me go through my book.
Come please already.
Let's hear G's breakdown before I shake the body.
Let me break it down.
I gotta get the
I
Carson,
feel-
damn it.
Listen, let me break it down, right? This is the problem. Is Giannis and AD gonna complement each other? No. They're not.
You mean Braun 80?
Bron 80.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
Bron
Like I
AD.
told you, Bron 80 ain't. I'm sorry, Bron and Giannis ain't that different. Halfback dive to the paint, throw it out to the open man.
Let me say
Brian and AD
that.
are not going to complement.
Okay.
So the problem AD is going to run into this year is shooting too many threes, right? He's going to shoot too many threes
Okay.
because everybody you're going to stretch. You still need LeBron to be LeBron to make this work. LeBron can't take a backseat to nobody for this to work. They have two players. He can't. You have to have the thing that makes the Golden State Warriors work is nobody ever had to take a
Have you
backseat.
ever seen a top 15 player? I mean, a guy who you say that's top 15 and not top 5 win a championship though?
What do you mean? It's you
Dude,
can't
that
just.
pick and roll's gonna be so sick.
You
I
can't.
know, I just asked
I
you a
watched
question.
Kyrie.
I'm asking you a
Yes, I watched Kyrie and LeBron lose 3 times. Yes, I watched that happen 3 times.
Yeah,
and
but-
that was a prime LeBron James. Actually, the
but
twilight
but
version
it
of
was
LeBron
against
James.
another top 5 player.
But again,
That's what I'm saying.
It's all
So
top 5
if you
players.
tell me the
It's
Lakers
all-
don't have no top 5
focus.
players,
It's
how they
all-
gonna win a championship?
It's all top 5. Everybody they finna
If
play.
you tell me
with.
LeBron gotta be LeBron, that means LeBron gotta be a top 5 player in the NBA. It's not
Yes,
happening.
he needs to be the best small forward in
It's
the
not
NBA,
happening.
and you need AD to be the best power forward in the NBA. You need that to happen. The load of the situation is on their backs. They have complementary players and then them two. We're losing Boogie, you have complementary players and them two.
Yeah.
So you need them two. You actually gonna need 27 from
So
LeBron.
how many wins? No,
You're
please.
not gonna get that. That's what I'm saying. I'm
I'm
praying to
asking
God.
you.
I'm praying
Glasses
to God.
Malone.
So listen, I'm praying to God.
West Coast legend, Glasses Malone. How many wins the Lakers gonna get next
I'm
year?
gonna tell you, just focus. Listen,
No,
let me say this.
you hit it,
The
please.
Warriors is gonna
You hit
finish
it,
first.
please. Okay.
So the Warriors gonna finish first in the West. So that's one of my
The
biggest
Warriors are.
things.
I believe that as well.
Yeah,
People
don't
think I'm
agree.
crazy.
They got game
think
speed.
People
I
say they're
think
gonna miss the playoffs.
Yeah, they
I'd
can't.
say
They have
top.
I say
incredible
third.
They have incredible
I
game
say
speed.
third.
Go ahead.
Say
Continue.
They finish first,
I'm
right?
thinking
So let me
third.
say that, right? The Lakers, the problem we're gonna have, right, is injuries.
Okay.
That's gonna be a situation.
That's
So
gonna
we
be
need to
this.
load manage. So if we load manage correctly, we rest these niggas for 20 games because you need to rest the old man too. Feel me?
And now you got.
So right, so let's say you
That man old
playing
man.
65. I mean, he old man in
Rest
NBA.
the old
Not
man.
old. I'm older than
You talking about LeBron or you talking about Rondo?
LeBron. Yeah, rest the old man. So let's say they play 65 or 68 games. If we can get 50, we good.
You know, that Glasses. Stop changing the question.
49,
I'm asking you this question
49-50.
for the
49-50.
third time in a row.
49-50.
Okay, there we go. That's my answer. He can't even look at me.
Because I'm
He
hoping
can't
nobody
even look
get
at
hurt.
me.
Because
He
if we
can't
get hurt,
even
we don't
look
make
at
the
me.
playoffs.
He
It's
can't
over,
even look
dog.
at me.
You better
He
hope
can't
God
even
goes
look at
without
me.
you, 'cause
I'm
that-
going-
He can't
for
even
the
look
Lakers,
at
I'm
me. He
going-
still ain't even looked at me.
I'm
Look at me.
going-
He can't even
Hey,
look at me. Glasses can't even look at me.
For the Lakers, I'm going 52 wins. I think they'll be decent. I think they'll be good. I think the Dwight addition would actually help them
I like
defensively.
that too.
Will help them
I like that.
defensively.
It will defensively. Yes.
I think that
I like
Boogie
that
would have
too.
helped them more offensively, but I think
Yeah.
defensively, and I think
Yeah.
for the
And that's why
Lakers,
it's gonna matter in the playoffs.
exactly. And I think for the Lakers to go where they need to go, they need to be a top 5 defensive team. If they're not top 5 defensive team,
No, actually.
No, they got.
It's not happening.
No,
we can put a real bet on that.
Listen, the thing is, this is the problem. They should have shout out to Cools. That's my look, but they should have not kept. They should have kept Zoe and let Cools go. And you keep your defense.
I agree.
And you keep your defense.
But
because imagine that kind of front court defense with that
So
and in the front
shit
court.
his ass out of
But
town.
In the front court defense of AD.
I feel you, but
Him
you
and
did sign
fucking
Avery
Knight
Bradley.
go.
You do have KCP, you do have Danny Green. So you hope that Bradley can go back to the Bradley he was a couple years ago. You got KCP, you got Danny Green, you hope that can suffice.
You do good,
And
though.
also you hope
If
that
Avery Bradley was
Paying him to
anything, the
play.
Clippers would have been defensive.
look.
They would have been like, we got you. Because the
Look,
Clippers ain't
we
letting nothing
out,
go
fam.
defensively.
Yeah.
look,
Exactly.
and
They gonna
also
defend the
you hope
juggernaut.
that we signed Dwight, we got AD.
I love getting Dwight, but
and we
I
got
don't-
JaVale. So you hope that if anybody does get to the paint, we hope we got these three back to do this.
It's not the paint I'm worried about. I never worry about the paint with LeBron James. I
the
never
perimeter.
worry about
It's the perimeter.
That's how I knew we would.
Perimeter.
I knew we would always beat Giannis. Because we can stop anybody in the paint. Because LeBron is so smart, he can position himself in the paint correctly and shut your shit down. The problem for us is going to be the perimeter. Danny Green is probably over. No disrespect.
I said that a long time ago.
He's not all the way. Avery Bradley, a suspect. Our whole
Jared
defensive
Dudley.
front court is suspect.
Trash can.
Excuse me, our whole backcourt defense
Which
is
is why I think the Rockets could beat the Lakers.
and we're on the West. That's the problem. Everybody stripped on the West is their backcourt.
Look at it last year. It was what between 1 and 2.5 games that separated every.
But I'm saying the
So
strip
it's
in the
gonna be
West is
tougher
the
now.
backcourt. That's the
Yeah,
problem. You
everybody
need to
got a
have
great
great
backcourt.
defensive
I
backcourt
disagree with that
styles.
though. I think the pendulum
Warriors,
is
the
swung.
Rockets.
Now I think the strength of the West is in the backcourt. I mean, I'm
No.
sorry, it's in the front court.
No.
Yeah,
Not
Jokic,
really.
Millsap. You
Jokic
got
is a
LeBron,
backcourt
AD,
player.
Jokic is a
Kawhi, Paul
backcourt
George.
They ain't backcourt players.
Yeah.
Their strength is in the backcourt.
Backcourt players. They
It's the
perimeter.
backcourt. I get it there. I get it where they want.
I see what
You
you're
have to be able to defend the backcourt to really in the playoffs. You have to
Because
be
you
able to
got
defend the
five
backcourt.
teams that have that.
That's why I
ability.
wish we had some.
I mean, even like the
I really
Jazz.
care about
I
Zoe
really-
in the
but
backcourt.
Zoe was
Zoe was the
inconsistent.
center.
He's ridiculously
No, it's not that. Zoe
inconsistent.
was the centerpiece of that trade. That's what a lot of people don't realize.
No, I get it. I
The
get it. But I'm
Pelicans
saying,
traded for
but I'm
Lonzo
saying I
Ball.
would have.
No,
Brandon
absolutely.
Ingram and the
Yeah, 'cause
picks
he's a star, but
were assets, but they traded for Lonzo Ball to play with Zion Williamson.
That's why you keep.
Andrew.
I agree. I've told him that all season. I thought Lonzo should have stayed. I think the biggest. I don't think LeVar was tripping. He said the biggest mistake the Lakers are going to trade is trading my son. And when they do it, they're going to trade my son, and they're not going to be able to play as fast, and not going to be able to play as
That's
strong as
another
they
thing
could
why I'm worried about
without
is
my
winning 50
son.
games. We can't play fast.
Listen,
And the West Coast,
I disagree. I'm
And the
sorry,
West Coast
bro.
is
Like, nah.
Goodbye, Puffy Knight.
and the West Coast is all gas.
Why you don't
speed.
like LeVar Ball? Actually, can we end this? What do you think about the Jay-Z thing? Let's get ready to get out of here. Last 5 minutes. What do you think about the Jay-Z thing? Since you don't like LeVar Ball,
I don't
let's
like
talk
Puffy
about
Knight.
I love the ball, bro.
Puffy Knight, what does that mean?
Ball.
He's
Expound.
all in the videos, all on the
I
interviews.
love LeVar Ball.
talking.
He's the perfect compliment to
His
his
son would have never got
drafted.
drafted second without him.
For damn sure.
Lonzo would have given. Lonzo might have been like 6 in that draft.
16.
Let your son
16.
be your son. Stop trying to hold
No.
the guy.
But
But you know,
No.
you know what
No.
Toby did. You don't want your son to get drafted second in the NBA.
No, I'm not. But I'm not gonna take his shine away. I'm not gonna use it as
Shine.
mine.
He gave him shine.
No,
He wouldn't have no shine.
Stop making it. This is what I get tired of. All y'all
He wouldn't have
fucking
shine.
excuses
He has no
for this
personality.
idiot.
He has
Puffy
no
Knight is an
personality.
idiot.
Nick, he has no
No,
personality.
he does. He has the personality of that wall over there. I'm not disagreeing with you on
So
that.
LeVar
But
gave
what
him
I'm saying
nobody.
is this: no, Puffy
He made a
Knight,
start.
Puffy
Like
Knight,
De'Aaron Fox
wanted
don't
to
win
take
that
Puffy
award
like-
in the world.
Puffy Knight wanted to make the spotlight because
No,
he
he wanted
failed
to make
as an
his
athlete.
son
No,
win.
no, he didn't.
And he did.
No, he did.
He made his son
lived
win.
vicariously.
They gave him 1-on-1.
Yeah, well, okay. Exactly.
He
That
made
kind of
his sons
buffoonery.
winners.
Anyway, you were saying about the Jay-Z stuff.
What do you think about Jay-Z deal with the NFL? Do you think that he betrayed Colin Kaepernick? I know you're a Jay-Z acolyte. You hate Dame Dash.
Super.
Go ahead.
No, I'm
He
not.
just called
This
him
man been in my
Dame.
this man been in Hoops and Brews. Why you like Dame?
No, you was came up for lame Dash.
He called that man Dame a chatty patty. He called that man.
He is a chatty patty.
Dash.
He was a chatty patty. Come on, man. We ain't
He's
gonna
not a
deny
chatty
it.
patty.
How was he not?
If that's
This
the case,
man-
Jay-Z
wait,
was a
wait,
chatty
wait,
patty
wait,
when he
wait,
went on
wait,
Rap
wait.
Radar.
This man did not go on the Breakfast Club and say, if you talk about, if a man talks about another man, he's a chatty patty, right?
Well, no, he said it. But
He
they
said-
asked
but he
him
said-
a question.
wait,
He specifically
wait,
said-
Wait a minute. Dame, to Dame's
Stop.
credit, have you watched that whole interview?
Yeah, the
He
on the
said,
jump.
let's
He
move
specifically said, let's move on multiple
But he
times. He
can't-
said, if you're asking me about my experience, we know about Jay. We know what
But
Jay
any
do.
other time, what does Dame say? Go ask that man about that. Don't
He
ask
said the
me.
same thing.
Okay, but
he
still
said, "What's the
answered it.
deal?" The
But he
dude
still
couldn't answer. He
answered
said,
it.
"What is the deal?"
But he still
Dude couldn't answer.
answered it, so that makes
You
him
can
a
answer.
chatty
No, I
patty. You can
disagree.
say
I
no
disagree
comment.
with that. I disagree with
You
that.
can disagree with
If you being asked about it numerous times and they
The
like,
truth is
you
the
have to
goddamn
answer.
you have to
truth.
answer it.
And
That's
then
like
you
if me
gotta
asking
move
about
on.
Tupac.
You gotta answer
If I ask about
If you
Tupac, my
ask
dad
me-
and Glass, like let's just talk
If
about
Gla- if I
basketball.
ask- if I
If I
wanna-
ask Glasses that 4 times, Glass gonna be like, all right, they want to hear about Tupac must die. Let's talk about something.
No, that's
Yeah,
not entirely
yes,
true.
it is.
Because if I'm on the show with if I'm interviewing Glasses and I ask Glasses the same question 4 times and he tells me the same answer, like I don't want to talk about it, and then either he does one or 2 things. One, says no comment, it's the last time I'm gonna say that, or he gets up off the set and walks. Guess what? You don't have to answer that question. You choose to answer that
Or you
question.
just be a real nigga and be like, look, man, this what it is.
Exactly.
No.
You mad for it, so here you go.
Exactly.
You have a
had
choice.
me mad times, so
There
here
you
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 go.
have
He
a
was one of the
choice.
realest
You
niggas
have
I
a
ever met
choice
in the
if you
first
want
6
to
minutes of
answer.
this. He said, "Hey, y'all want to come and be a martyr? Come through."
Y'all act like the man was under oath.
Like, hey.
No,
Y'all
we
act
just
like
said
the man was
we
under
want-
oath.
we
It's
want
not,
people
but I'm
to
asking
answer
you.
questions.
But I'm asking you about the
want
Jay-Z
people-
partnership. All
I'm
names
saying,
aside.
I'm
What do
saying
you feel
this.
about it?
I'm saying this. From the optics, I understand everybody. I understand everybody's understanding of what it looks like. Because what it looks
Oh, it
like
looks
was
like what it is. And I
I don't
love
know.
that.
A business deal.
It's a business.
I said that. I said
It's
if you
the
watch,
NFL.
if you watch the video,
So
It's
it's
the
more
NFL.
about the money or the social justice.
we don't know.
It's about the money, G. Now some social justice may come in. It's about the money.
No, I'm
G.
saying social
It's about-
justice may
it's
come in,
about-
but we gonna negate the
Come on.
fact. But we gonna negate the fact that Colin Kaepernick, who rightfully sued.
No.
Well, all right, let me finish.
We're not.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish.
Go ahead.
And
We're
it's not a
not.
suit.
He
What is it
right.
called? It's not a lawsuit. What is it called?
It's not a lawsuit.
You
No.
call it something else.
You
y'all
know
call
it was not a lawsuit. It was
Class
an
action.
arbitration.
There you go.
It was
It was
an
arbitration.
Yeah.
Arbitration
Okay,
lawsuit,
so
2 different
and he
things.
said- and he-
Based upon the NFL's collective bargaining agreement, he could
And
not
he-
sue them. He could only take them to court for arbitration based
And he
upon
went, and he,
the fact that
and what did he
said
do? And what did he do?
he took a settlement.
settled.
It was all or
Okay.
nothing. It was all or
Okay.
nothing.
With the
Okay.
NBA.
And so here's the thing. So if y'all work for a particular company and they
Yeah.
collude against you, they do
Yeah.
whatever.
No, you
Y'all-
call. Let's you cause trouble. You
No,
cause some dollars.
no. Let's say you
Let's say
did
you
what
cause some
did.
trouble. You cause some dollars. Some dollars.
Let's
out the
say
door,
that.
because let's be honest.
But
Let's talk
y'all
about
like
the
y'all are
dollars.
talking,
We talking about
y'all
hoes,
talking
let's talk
about
about
mad
dollars.
crap. Y'all talking mad crap about the company, right? Like I ain't man, they did this to me. They
It's
did
not
this to
that
me. They
because
did this
let's
to me.
be honest. Like let's not just blame the NFL because if I own the NFL and you cause trouble,
No,
you
well,
might
I'm talking
not be
about
working.
from, I'm talking about from their perspective. I'm saying what they are saying. I'm saying what Kaepernick and Eric Reed are saying.
So
Sure.
from the optics, based upon your
So what I'm saying is this. So when you go and say, "Oh, this is wrong," they're about oppressing people. They about this, that, and the third. Okay, you take the settlement.
But this is my
all right,
job.
rightfully so. You take the settlement. Okay. So why you if this saying that which ain't
But you know the
changed.
settlement wasn't about oppressing people. It was about
It was
him getting
keeping him out
blackballed.
the league.
Right,
It was about them blackballing
okay, so
for
he got
protesting.
blackballed, but I'm talking about what he was verbally
So he really
saying.
only got paid for what he missed.
What he verbally saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are you trying to go back to the same place that ain't changed that you said
Cause
that
I
was
wanna get checked.
No, because then it was about money. Then that was also about money.
It's not
Listen.
just about money.
I'm
It
not-
was-
It was about the
Are we
money.
talking about everybody being about all of them was about the money?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So why
Everything's
you
about
harping
money.
So why
No,
you
but
harping
no,
on
no,
Jay?
because
See, we don't want Hov to be about the money.
Yeah,
Why not? He's a businessman.
He's from Brooklyn. This is a white man, mixed.
Exactly.
What does it matter? That has no relevance. That has no relevance to the matter.
If a white man, if a white man
He
do
ain't
something
white.
capitalist, he's white.
He's white. Cap's mixed. He's white.
He's still.
The reason
You
he's
got
so
an
radical
ounce
is
of black blood. You black.
No,
instead of
only
just
No,
on
his
the
father
streets
was
you
black.
black.
He's a black man.
Thank you.
It's not about that. The point about the whole
Oh
thing.
my God, y'all
I
did
think black is
left.
I think
He's
black
mixed.
is an experience, so y'all can't ask me.
So,
So white people can be black sometimes.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you.
Okay, so
yeah,
either-
yeah,
so
yeah,
gotta
have
yeah,
experience.
yeah.
I don't think he's experienced.
I agree with you.
Listen, I'm not finna
I
get on
agree
cap
with
because
you.
I
I
don't want
agree
Nessa
with you.
cussing me
I
out.
agree with you.
The focus, the point.
But
Go
what
ahead,
I'm
go ahead.
saying, but what I'm saying is this. So it's all. It's about if it's okay for Cap and Eric Reed to get money, which they were about the
That was
money.
their job.
Okay, so why
Mine
is it an
is-
issue? So why is it an issue?
Because that
the
wasn't his
NFL
job.
colluded against him to oppress him while he was having a
but it was about
protest,
money.
which is an American right.
I'm not saying he didn't have a right to
It's
do
not
it.
like my
Y'all
dude
never
Ron
said he didn't have
Brown
a right
when he
to
was
do it.
protesting Muslim rights.
Let's focus.
We
Y'all
talking
finna have
about
but y'all finna have two different conversations.
No, it's
saying,
not really about
what I'm
two
saying,
different
what I'm saying
conversations.
is, I'm not saying he didn't have the right. I was all for Cap having the right to do it.
But the
because when he
lawsuit
got
was,
done-
but the arbitration was about
But
him.
it was still a lawsuit. Whether you want to title it a certain particular way, it was
Sure.
still a lawsuit.
Sure.
Yeah, but
so
you know
what
what
I'm
happened?
saying
Do you
is,
know what happened in
he
arbitration?
settled. I know what I read the transcripts. I sat there and read the damn transcripts.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this: if he really, he could have opened up a can of worms against the NFL. He could have got way more than what he settled for, allegedly.
Yeah.
He chose to settle. So what I'm saying is this. If you know that this same corporation is going to be the same, it ain't changed. If anything, it may have gotten slightly worse.
So why your man's go partner with him?
So why you go?
So why your man's go partner with him?
That's not my man.
So why you? So why
you? Man.
No. So what's the problem? So what's the problem? So wait, if it was okay for him to take money, so if it was okay for him to take
It's
money,
their job. But
so
it's their job.
We go.
Does it matter? Because it's like
if it's okay for them to take money, then why is it not
I think everybody was okay
to take the money?
I don't think anybody did anything wrong. I think Cap has a right to be mad. I think Jay-Z has a right to go get all the money he want to go get.
What's the problem?
But let's be honest.
My thing was this: people.
Let's be honest.
Give me him and not give me the other one.
The problem is when you veil it underneath the veil, which if anybody know about a wedding, veiled
it underneath it. I just think
that's
like he
bullshit.
embraced.
How?
If the press release,
They gonna ask me this shit 900 million fucking times. Like what you want me to say?
You know what you don't say? We passed kneeling.
In his mind, we are. In their mind, we not.
So
I
when people say that Jay-Z is out of touch with what's really going on, you can't get mad at that.
But here's the
because
thing.
we not past kneeling because they still killing niggas all the time.
Okay, so what's kneeling gonna do? What the fuck is kneeling gonna do?
It brought.
Let me know.
No. What's the protest about?
No.
What's the protest about?
Answer my question.
Nick,
answer my question.
What's the protest about?
What is kneeling gonna do? That's
what's the protest about?
Why don't we just say we shall overcome?
What's the protest about?
Why don't we just sing we shall overcome still?
What's the protest
They
about?
was doing that
you
back in the
why
60s.
we ain't singing we shall overcome? Because niggas don't sing we shall overcome no more.
Why?
They kneel.
Because they
and they get attention for kneeling.
Because
so when you kneel, you get attention for kneeling. Because nobody want to hear no fucking action, right? Shit.
Because it was new action, right? You gotta take your game up to another level, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The same thing with
so don't go against the people that's oppressing me inside the deal to get money.
Kneeling is not gonna do nothing. You know why? You know why? Do you know why?
On the song, I need a Super Bowl. They don't need me. Then you help oppress me.
No, answer my question. Why you doing all this running?
That's like saying,
answer the question. You know why kneeling is irrelevant? Because it's been made a mockery of by NFL owners doing that stuff.
It ain't been made a mockery.
It was a mockery.
How was it made a mockery when we still having the same discussion in regards to kneeling and about how it polarized? It was never a mockery
when you got NFL owners sitting there poking fun at it.
It was made a mockery when the white guy that owned the team and owned the business, in which the guy was protesting not against the business, against systemic oppression. Then
so you gonna sit up here and tell me that Jerry Jones
really cares about? Did he get blackballed?
Yes, you gonna tell me that Jerry Jones
did Colin Kaepernick get blackballed?
Cares about
did Colin Kaepernick get blackballed? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Did Colin Kaepernick get blackballed?
I already answered that.
Did Colin Kaepernick get blackballed?
I already answered that question.
So it's not about that. It's about literally, I have a protest regarding something different.
Listen,
it's the same shit with OJ. That's like motherfucking if OJ. I'm sorry, not OJ. Muhammad Ali. It's like if at the point in time when he was getting ready to fight Foreman and all that shit, Muhammad Ali going through all the shit he going through with the courts in regards to Vietnam and all the shit, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, etc. Joe Frazier go and the fucking boxing commission like, yeah, Muhammad Ali can't ever fight again because of all the shit that he doing, which was actually what was happening. He took it to Congress to make it not happen. He go to Congress and then Joe Louis signed he signed a deal with the boxing commission like, yeah, like everything's cool. Y'all like Vietnam? Vietnam is great for everybody. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Is that, wait.
Like,
so
what the
you're
fuck?
trying to equate.
I don't think that's like the same.
No, it is. It really is. Because Jay-Z was the same guy to say, they called me to the Super Bowl. Y'all need me, I don't need you.
He did. He did act like he was in support of the protest.
A million times. A million times. Bailing out protesters. So then don't go against me for $1. You go against everything I stood for. You commandeering my movement. That's bullshit.
How is it bullshit?
Because he's commandeering this man's movement.
So let me get this straight. So Dr. King compromised when he went to go sit with Lyndon B. Johnson about the Voting Rights Act in 1964?
That's a complete.
No. That's not. No, it's not.
And he did say he did.
No, it's not.
What was Lyndon B. Johnson at that point in time?
And he did say he did.
Huh?
And he said he did.
What was Lyndon B. Johnson at that point in time?
He did compromise himself, and he said he regretted it.
He could have said he thought he regretted it, but what was Lyndon B. Johnson at the same point in time? People called Kanye a coon for going to meet with Trump to get people out of jail.
But what happened?
No.
He got the Voting Rights Act, right?
People called Kanye a coon for going to sit with Donald Trump. People called Kanye a coon for going to sit with Trump, though.
That was more important.
He felt that was what I'm saying. But what was the ultimate goal? To get black folks to vote?
No, it's not. That wasn't
at that time. I'm saying
that wasn't the ultimate goal, right?
No, I'm saying for that.
What's Jay's ultimate goal? What's Jay's ultimate goal with this move?
To get this coin.
What is it? You tell me.
Come on.
I'm assuming to
You
get this
tell
money.
me.
Look,
You not
You tell me.
to get this money, but he might do other things.
Thank you.
It's to produce the NFL's halftime
score.
Super Bowl. It's to
But he
produce the
might do
biggest
some good in the
concert in the
process. He
world.
might do some good in the process.
So this is my
But he
what I'm
might
saying.
do some
Keep-
good in the
I'm just
process
saying,
when
we
Colin
all know his whole
Kaepernick
plan.
did risk his whole fucking job in his career. The only reason why he didn't get another deal was because and everybody loves to say, oh, well, he opted out. Everybody loves to say, well, Colin Kaepernick opted out of a bad deal. What did you do when you opt out of a deal that you don't think is favorable?
This man was Drew Brees out there. That's not 100% true. That's not 100% true. Let's give it all the way to
Was he Vincent Testaverde who just got signed by the Bucks today?
Man.
Was he Vincent
Listen,
Testaverde?
no.
Was he Vinny Testaverde's son?
Listen.
value.
I'm gonna keep it all the way G with you.
Fuck out of here.
Listen.
Stop that
Value.
shit.
Listen.
He
could be on the NFL roster right now,
You don't
but
say
he's
that
not
shit
so.
shit.
But
Because
look,
my thing-
listen,
because my-
TPJ.
because it-
Look, I got you. Look. He could be on the NFL roster right now, yes, but he's not so good that we can look past everything else you've
He's
done.
devalued.
What did he
Exactly.
do other than
devalued
utilize
the
his
He
rights
devalued
in
the
America?
league.
He devalued
He
the
didn't
league.
devalue the league.
And he opted out of a contract
Donald
that he
Trump
couldn't
devalued
get.
the league once he
No,
said
he
those
always
NFL
been-
players.
he's always
once
Donald
Donald
devalued
Trump
the
said
league.
those NFL players are sons of bitches. That's when the league got devalued.
Well, you were part of that.
Yeah.
That like he
The
said
president
about
of
you.
America calling you and your coworkers sons of bitches because you protested.
Yeah.
That's a
You
part of the
devalued
fucking
the
oppression
league.
that's going on.
I
So when you
understand. I
Jay
feel
you
you.
side
I
for
don't know
a coin,
I don't know
that's
that-
when we got a
I don't know.
problem.
feel
I don't know
you.
if that's the
But what-
oppression.
I feel you, but same time,
I
if
don't
that's
know.
Cam Newton got a job still.
I don't think.
Eric Reed have a
That's
job
not
now.
true.
Cam
Cam Newton got a job
No, he
still.
Eric Reed got a job.
He got a job. Cam Newton got a job
Eric
still.
Reed got a job because it wasn't his protest. It was Colin
But he-
Kaepernick's protest that
But
he.
G, we try to tell you
accompanied
like
a part
Cat,
of.
what like
I
G,
don't know.
Cat was battling for a starting job. If you're battling for a starting job,
I
that
don't even know if he
basically
was
means
battling for a starting job. He might.
that basically means like you on a
He
fringe
had
anyway.
5
We
opportunities
can
to get
replace
back
a
in the
backup
league.
quarterback.
When? Talk to me.
And he
Baltimore.
NFL reporter. Talk
And
to
he
me.
didn't want the
Baltimore.
paper. The paper wasn't good enough for him.
The Baltimore.
I know- I heard they tried to offer. I don't know how true it is, but I heard.
This is what I do.
Go ahead.
There was a reporter
You
that I
know
know
you're
that
an NFL
works for
reporter,
that works for Baltimore.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he told me that Ray
I heard
Lewis,
people offer them jobs.
Ray Lewis, when Ozzie Newsome was there,
Yeah.
along with Steve Bisciotti, who's the owner,
Yeah.
Ray Lewis was trying to create a pipeline to get Kaepernick, back on the squad because they knew Joe Flacco was doing this. They knew that even before
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson and all that.
Yeah.
And we all 4 of us could see that.
Okay.
Everybody out there could see that.
Shout out to Joe.
So
Super Bowl.
Nessa apparently said some things that were disparaging
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of
Chicago
killed
Slater.
off the opportunity.
But I heard he had opportunities even in the
But he
in
had
the
an opportunity.
financial
But he had an
part of it wasn't
opportunity with the
necessarily-
Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I heard
He
that.
had an opportunity with the
Well, I heard
Seattle
John
Seahawks.
Elway
Would
was
you
like,
take a
I heard
job?
John Elway was like, nah, that shit ain't fucking.
Well,
But
would
he
you
also
take a
had
job where
opportunity-
you're equally as comparable to the worst employee in the organization, but you're gonna take pennies on the dollar for what that employee in the organization?
He also
is
had
taking?
he also had opportunity with the Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll, who's known for giving people second chances.
I heard it was the paper too.
And yeah, it was the money, but at the same time, if your whole point is to get back in the league, you
just
can
like,
make your
it's
paper.
like Dwight Howard. Like you
can
wasn't
make
Dwight
your
Howard.
paper.
Yeah, but if you gonna give me pennies,
And
on
think
the,
about
We
it.
watching it. We
But
watching
if
it
you
happen.
give me-
We
but if
watching
you-
it happen right
yeah,
now.
but if you
And
give
you
me
got a
pennies on the
platform
dollar
that you
for
can
what I can
elevate
actually
even
earn
further.
in this industry, because you put
But
a
you
black
don't
mark
know
on
your
my
value,
name.
though.
I'm not saying
you-
it's, I'm not saying
it's
it's
not.
right.
It's not you
I'm
put a
not
black.
saying
It's not.
it's
So
right.
yeah, but
But
that's
the
what I'm
whole-
saying about the
but if
whole
you're-
shit.
but if
Hov been his main defender, so how you gonna go against
Hov
that?
ain't his main defender.
He has been one of his main defenders. Hov has been one of the main defenders.
He has a.
Why did he do the Super Bowl then? Why did Jay-Z do the Super Bowl
Because
then?
they asked him second. He said.
That's bullshit. Come on, stop.
First of all,
That's what he said.
Why
First
he,
of all, look,
then
Hov
why
is a
he called
businessman.
Travis Scott and tell that man not to perform at the Super
'Cause
Bowl?
it's a
No, he
Because they
didn't
tried
say
to
that.
ask you.
That's
He
not
said
what he
you not.
said.
He said you're not good enough. You shouldn't be nobody
You should
opening
be
up.
nobody opening. You should be because you have the
When
hottest
you
album
get in front of
on the streets.
100 glasses, if I put you in front of 120 million people right now, you telling me they ain't gonna change your life?
I agree.
Exactly. Stop it.
But if
That's
you
what he
stop
said,
it.
though. That's what he said.
But if Glasses
I don't
got
know.
the hottest shit on the streets, why should he become second fiddle? to
Because
something
all of the
shit in
hottest
America.
artists,
that ain't had that
because
ain't had a hit
all
to
of
be
the
the
hottest
because
shit in
all
America.
of the hottest artists ever
In America,
have went on
right.
that same platform and performed for free. So what make you think you different?
Because I'm the one
They
that's
perform for
drawing the
free?
crowd.
Every artist that's ever performed the Super Bowl performed for free.
Dude, you got
Every
you
artist
got
that's ever performed the
Travis
Super Bowl
Scott.
performed for free.
Definitely.
Why?
So what
Okay,
make
if
you
I'm
think you
Travis-
different?
I ain't rapping for free,
if I'm
yeah.
Travis Scott,
If
and
you
I got-
don't,
I
if
gotta
you
sell-
get
I gotta be
120
below
million
Maroon
people
five.
out at one point in
Write my
time,
motherfucking check.
you
I'm
wildin'.
playing with
You
you.
wildin'.
I gotta be
fuck
below
about
Maroon
you.
five.
I'm not
They had
buying
it
it.
hit
I'm
years.
not. Let me tell y'all something.
But I got the hottest thing in
Listen,
America.
Stop it. Stop buying exposure. You not selling me fame. Cash me out.
You getting cashed out.
No, you
when
said
Bruno Mars
exposure.
performing at the Super Bowl, his albums go to the number 1 in iTunes.
And you
if I
always
can guarantee you, all your albums gonna go number 1 on iTunes in the next 24 hours you perform this concert. You not gonna do it?
You better handle something. I need a check. Something.
So what your check need to be look like then?
I don't know.
It's
we
worth
spending money.
It's worth
What they call it?
it's
What
worth
they
more
call
than the millions you gonna make on iTunes from
I
your sales.
had it for years and years. What do they call it when they give you a little check just to spend every?
Advance?
No, it's not an advance.
Well,
It's
your
per
mechanical.
diem.
Oh,
Better have my per diem. Better be nice.
I mean, you gonna get a rider. You gonna get your rider.
Per diem.
We gonna have to hit it. Well, you don't drink Hennessy. We gonna have a Fiji water in there for you, Glasses
Where's
Malone.
already more straight cash, homie?
Come on, man.
All
Y'all
I'm saying,
wildin'.
this is my
y'all
point.
wildin'. There's
This
been a
whole
million
thing-
white artists that have performed on that
this-
same platform for free and generated millions of dollars of
this-
income off of it.
this-
Let's
but-
not act like if you
but
can
it wasn't
work,
the
you're
money,
going to get
but
billions of dollars.
But it wasn't the money.
It's also, I've talked to my homie about it. I
It
have my
wasn't the
homie
money, it
about
wasn't
about
the-
black artists.
but
It's
we-
been 17 black artists performing in the new millennium at the Super Bowl.
That's
But when Rock Nation announced a partnership because we need diversity in the Super Bowl. Since when? Like Missy Elliott didn't play the Super Bowl. Like Travis Scott didn't play the Super Bowl. Like Bruno Mars, who's Polynesian, didn't play the Super Bowl.
Sure.
But they have to.
Like Michael Jackson didn't have the Super Bowl.
Like Janet Jackson.
Exactly. Stop it. Like,
I mean, this is the point.
If we talking about $1,
Listen.
he went and got the $1. It's cool, but don't act like he doing some fucking community
I'm
service
saying,
for going to
we
get
don't
$1.
We know.
We know. Exactly. We know.
think-
It's about
Yeah,
$1.
we don't
Check.
know.
And if he
About
want to
the
be a
check.
shrewd
I'm
businessman,
saying as far as what
do
it's
it.
gonna do.
Huh?
I'm not saying he wasn't about the money. I'm saying
And everybody love to be
what
like,
it's gonna
fuck
do.
Cap. Cap didn't have no plan. Cap donated $1 million to charity when he didn't have a job.
Oh, I never said that.
But him not having a job, he made more money now than he did ever playing.
I mean, he got. He got.
That's
the
a
deal.
lie.
He still had a Nike deal. Like
He make more money
He
right
got a
now.
Nike
We
deal
got-
3
Oh,
years
his,
in this protest.
his donations though, you gotta think dog. This
Turkish
dude
Airlines,
getting real whole
all them
different.
Where he
pay-
getting donations from? If you own a charity,
straight,
if
Cap
you
straight.
own a charity,
Cap
you
straight.
can't take the donations and put that in your pocket.
Yeah, no, it's works a lot different than that. Trust me
straight.
about this. I know
Yeah.
about nonprofits. They are
All
very
right,
profitable.
Caps-
The NFL is a nonprofit.
Cap is straight.
Yep.
Cap
People
is
don't
straight.
realize that.
Cap is
You
straight.
hear what I said?
I heard you.
The NFL is a nonprofit.
Non-profit.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cap is straight until he's not straight, and you remember.
Cap
that.
is
That's all I
fine,
gotta
dog.
say about
Dude,
it.
Cap is
I'm
gonna
gonna leave
be
it alone.
fine.
I got nothing to
Listen.
say about it. I feel
Cap
like
is
whole
fine.
school.
Listen,
Please.
the way I feel about
Cap ain't struggling.
so let me say this,
Go
right?
ahead.
Let me say this.
He ain't struggling.
I
Hey,
never
Cap-
agreed with Cap's protest.
Pat.
I never thought that was. I told you this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
that's
agreed.
Saki.
I never agreed with that, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't agree with it, right, was because in today's time of social media, now it's not fair for me to say this because I could do it, but I'm not with that. I'm on a different accord. But I always felt he could have went to the police station. You could put on your Instagram, meet me at the police station. We're gonna protest police brutality, and kept that shit away from your job. Right? But you use your job's platform and the benefits of a whole bunch of other people, this is how they make money, right? To actually for your own cause. And maybe for some of these players'
I'm not
cause, or
saying
maybe
that.
some of them, or maybe it's for my cause
I'm
in the
not saying
streets,
that.
right? But you could do the same thing and get the same coverage
outside
without the uproar. But I'm not mad at it. Everybody got a right to express themselves how they see fit. But when you start fucking with the money, then you gotta deal with the consequences. That's why I won't sign a record deal now, because I know I'm gonna fuck with the money and I don't want to deal with none of their consequences. I'm gonna do it how I want to do it and deal with it the way I want.
You
Right?
can.
Now, as far as Hov, this is a real painful conversation because Hov is a nigga I really look up to.
Me
Like,
too.
Hard, you feel me?
That's why I feel the way I feel about it.
Exactly. So my thing is, right, is I've always felt like, right, in mind state, people are capitalists.
Yeah.
And I think capitalists are the enemy of being black. It's the capitalists of black people's nature. And I think no matter how I slice it, and me and Nick was talking about this, right? We had a long conversation about this, and I'm telling him, if you slight the movement of 300,000 people, if you slight their faith,
Yeah.
if you slight their hope, right? You slight their hope, right? Just for the benefit of 300. Let's say if, like you in Brooklyn, right? And all of these people get kicked out of their
Yeah.
houses because y'all trying to build a stadium in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, right? And you take the profit to that and go bail out 400 people out of jail. Does that really matter when it comes to the rest of
because
the
that
people?
300 people could be you affecting like 6 degrees separation. Everybody you touch, you within 6 degrees of somebody else.
And
I'm within. I ain't never met Dr. Dre, but I'm with 6 degrees of Dr. Dre because I'm sure you didn't met Dr. Dre before,
yeah.
right?
And
So that means you look at it from a microcosm as 300 people, but it's really affecting thousands of people based upon that one decision.
And
so like,
and I
that's my only
agree, and
issue
I
with
agree,
it.
Hope can
That's my
take
only
the
issue with it.
finances of it all and do cool things.
And I'm cool if Jay would have just signed a deal with NFL. Was like, yo, Jay gon' Rock Nation and Jay gonna produce the Super Bowl halftime. You wouldn't have heard shit from me.
That's why I
But
said.
it's when you announce that deal and then underneath the deal as a B point, you're like, and it's gonna be a social justice thing. But the thing you sell to the media is the B point, when really it's about the A point. I'm cool with that. I didn't work in entertainment. I didn't get actors on HBO. I didn't get actors on any nominated shows. I didn't work with YouTubers. I didn't deal with the biggest of the biggest. People making $100,000 a month off YouTube videos, all kind of shit. If you gonna make money, make your money. But don't be like, I'm gonna make my money, but like I'm really doing this for social justice when you really just making money. And that's why I feel the veil of all of it lies, and that's the problem I got.
But that's the thing that a lot of black, but that's a lot of things. I've had this conversation with Charlamagne as what black capitalism the issue is.
Yeah.
It's a contradicting idea. Black people by nature are social people. We're for each other.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody step out for themselves, it's a very weird sight, and you know it. It's everything we feel. Because
but is it only a weird sight when they step outside of themselves, when it's literally hurting the very thing that they stand for?
Listen, reality is not going to really hurt you.
Exactly.
It ain't going to hurt us.
I mean, mentally, a lot of people might lose some hope and faith and lose their whole stick. We look a lot less together. That's my biggest problem.
So you're right. He literally took the black community and split it in half.
But it was already split.
Why can't you just like understand both sides? Like, yo, okay, he did this, and I still rock with him. Why you got to be like, oh, fuck Cap to side with Jay-Z?
Because this is the difference. Not in terms of actuality, but in terms of based upon the industry that we are in today. We had a conversation about gangster rap earlier before the show, and you talked to me about how you a gangster rapper and you do what you do, and you a gangster rapper, and you rapping about to bring conversation and other things that go beyond the realm of that, right?
Sure.
So that's what you do in the context of that particular thing, right? If Hov was just doing this to make a business deal, I'm cool with it. But why is it that you feel you need to market it with social justice? No, this is the thing. He never had to mention Colin Kaepernick's name.
They asked him about it.
It don't matter. We just had a conversation where he just literally told me if they ask you about it 4 times, you can get up and walk home.
Come on,
you know why he didn't?
Get up and walk
because he was doing it because it was a good promotional public relations opportunity that backfired on him, and that's why we have this conversation.
I don't believe for 2 seconds it backfired him.
It did.
I know 100%.
He did 100%.
He knew 100% what was going on.
When has Jay-Z had negative press since he stabbed somebody in the club?
His whole career. He's the first drug dealer rapper.
But when has he had negative press from us?
But look at what it's done.
His whole career.
But look at what it's done. Who won this battle?
Never.
You know who won this battle? The NFL.
And why did they
you know why? No.
Because of Jay-Z.
No. You can't put all the blame on Jay-Z because look, like he said earlier, you got black folks that's saying, oh, F this dude over here because they don't stand for what I stand for, or F this person over here because they don't stand for what I work. No. But what I'm saying is, we got away from the agenda at hand, which was social injustice. Right, because you don't even hear Eric Reid still talking about the social injustice. You have Eric Reid defending Kaepernick and going against Jay-Z.
Against who? Why? Was Jay-Z in this conversation before he interjected himself into it about money? No, he was not.
That is why. If you're focused on the task at hand, then it doesn't matter.
Because if I'm Eric Reid and I just let Jay-Z comment on my friend's movement,
so you gotta comment 5 different times on 5 different days.
You wanna know why? Because my friend ain't got a fucking job. If I'm with Glasses and Glasses ain't got a job and I got a job,
Reid should be mad.
If I say
Reid and Cap should be mad.
He should be mad.
Jay-Z should also own a team. And I think we should both look at both sides.
I'm cool with that, but don't say you a part of my movement.
But I've been saying this from the first start.
But
it never had legs. It didn't.
How when I'm donating to all these charities?
I don't care about you donating to charity. I don't care about all that. Let's talk about real
change. They don't know their rights when they get arrested.
I don't care about you. Fuck is your rights. What the fuck do rights got to do with anything?
Because if you know
the rights, it means nothing.
They can still shoot you.
That's not a real life problem.
It's not.
We're talking about real problems.
I can know all my rights. They can shoot the fuck out of me still. It don't matter.
You getting me tied and get for a business application is not fixing white supremacy. You teaching me right is not fixing white. It's not.
No, it's not. You know why I disagree with that? Because Hov on 99 Problems. Hov on 99 Problems. In the back of my car, truck full of raw.
If the officer wanted to shoot the man, he can still shoot the man.
No, but that's not the point. But that's not the point. excuse me, I didn't pass the ball, but I know my shit to a know that you want to legally search my shit.
He can't stop them from
He
searching.
can't stop him from searching this goddamn
But the
shit.
reason why he didn't get searched was because he knew his rights. So
That's
when
not
he knew
why
his
he
rights,
did not get searched.
when he knew his rights and he said, "Yo, y'all can't go into my trunk without a warrant,"
Yes.
the officer
That's
like,
not
"Yo,"
even
the officer
going
like,
to
"Yo," the officer like, "Yo, I'm finna call whatever." Boom, we get a call in the middle because I'm calling whoever to get the proper protection for me to go and stand in
That's
your car and
dope
do the
until
shit.
you get a cop who legit don't
No,
give a
that's
fuck.
not-
But that's not every cop though. That's the problem cops got with them with parts of the movement.
No, that's not the problem with the
cops on the.
That's
if you know
if a
your
nigga
rights
don't-
and you encounter
if
cops.
a nigga don't search your trunk because you tell him the rights, he's not even a racist cop. He's just. That means he's fair.
But why would he do that though? If you know your rights, if you know your rights, that's why that happens.
We're not talking about the intelligence.
But that's what Cap is talking about. That's
don't
my
give a-
point.
that's
He's
white
moving away.
people
But
talking.
you telling me he didn't have no conversation? He didn't have a plan.
We didn't
when
say
you,
that.
I'm telling
We're
you
not,
the
we're
plan.
not. We're not. That's not a real plan.
The
That's
plan
not a
is-
problem of black people, dog.
So
That's
educating people
another-
ain't a plan. Educating black people ain't a plan.
No, we way
gotta
deeper.
change the minds
We
of-
way deeper. Listen,
Yeah,
let me tell
deeper
y'all
than that,
something.
bro.
And this
Then never mind. Hov is right. I'm done.
It's not Hov is right.
Hov is
It's
right.
not.
I'm done.
It's not none of that, right? Let's talk about what's really wrong with black people. That's a real conversation. It ain't because they don't know their rights. That ain't the problem. Dog, we just don't got no opportunities. It goes into way deeper than rights.
Economic
Feel me? You
conditions.
can know. That's all it is.
Knowing your rights not gonna stop racism. It's
That's not. So if somebody don't like, if they just search Hov Trump because he was like, I know my rights, and they was like, you know what, you know your rights, let me back up off
Nah,
you.
the cops
That
just
nigga
judge.
is a just nigga.
the
Because they just search my shit whether you know
But
your
what are
rights or
police
not.
officers by nature supposed to do?
Suppose it's not
Serve
what
and
real
protect.
life is though.
Yes, but again, but to have a job title, that's like sometimes the pizza man is supposed to be in 30 minutes. It don't always work out.
The point
Yeah, but it's a difference between a pizza man.
Sometimes he
So
should.
that's- but it's a difference between a pizza man and a police officer, though.
I mean, I get what
A
you're
man
saying.
is a
It's a job.
It's a job title.
It's a job
I get
title.
what you're saying, but y'all make a valid point.
I understand what
and he
you're
makes
saying,
a
but I'm
valid
just
point.
saying, like,
I'm saying
if that's the only
both points are valid.
that's the only
this is
point
what
that we
I'm
gonna be
talking
fucked
about.
up anyway,
But
because
you
we
talking
still
about,
gotta enforce the
but you
police.
talking about black culture. This is my problem.
But
This is my
We
problem.
had a conversation
If I have
before the show
one
about fuck
problem
the
with
police.
Hov,
What was your
listen,
conversation about fuck the police?
Listen, if I have one problem with Hov, my partner Sticks, they're having problems of black people at, like, if black people could be at the level 10, like white people, right? They're having solutions for black people at 6. That's not the majority of black America. Fixing 6 problems at 6 and 7, right? Where you don't know your laws.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the people who just don't have a job.
But it starts with you not knowing your laws.
No, it
though.
doesn't. It does not start there. No, you can't even get to, like,
It doesn't
here's-
start
if
there,
them
but
little-
it's
if them
started.
little
But
kids-
that's
way
if the
up
Central
there.
Park Five got arrested and they knew they lost, they would have never fabricated lies about them doing something that they knew they didn't factually do.
No.
They
It's
didn't
about-
know they got
public
this-
spending,
no,
you
wait.
ain't got no money for the lawyer,
This is
it
what
don't
it
fucking
is.
matter.
This is what it is. It's about economic and political
That's
power.
it
And
really
we
is.
don't have
Well, it
it.
starts off with
Economical
economic
power.
It's the
number one.
socio-economic
And that's my
conditions
issue
that we
with,
come
and
out
that's
of.
my only issue with
If you don't
capitalism.
change the
And that's why I'm happy that
socio-economic,
Jay-Z did the shit. Why? Because at least we got a nigga to sit at the table, G.
I don't
At
want a nigga
least.
to at the table. I don't care about one nigga ain't never helped a lot of people
Listen.
in life.
It ain't,
Not
but
one
still.
nigga. It ain't been a rich
But
nigga.
you
It's been
got,
a rich nigga that helped the movement of black
but you
people.
have to have,
At
you
least
have to
one.
have something.
Then I want Diddy to go get a team.
And then-
I want.
I don't give a fuck about
here's
them
the problem.
owning a team. That don't mean one rich nigga don't help the movement.
You gotta
They may
change
help
the
10
socio-economic
people, but it's not. It might
That's
help
my-
100. We got
No,
once
you're not
gentrification
wrong. What
happening,
I'm
you can't get no
saying
job. You gotta
is-
go where it's cheaper.
No, I understand that, but in the process of doing that, I'm kind of anchoring. I'm backpacking off your point. When you do that, and nobody comes in there that looks like you, for example, or looks like you, or looks like you, or whoever, it breaks up the political grid. So when you breaking up the political grid, the dollars that are coming back are supposed to be coming back in these neighborhoods like they did in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and part of the 70s. Now that gets broken up. So you have the Hispanic population starting to move in. You have the white population either moving in or taking the land and leaving it vacated so the value depreciates. So now you have less economic opportunities. The schools are run down because the money's not coming into the school system. So here comes the educational part that TP was talking about, as far as not being educated properly, like the people in the West Valley or the people that are in Rolling Hills or Palos Verdes or someplace like that. So now All that is a ripple effect. That's why I said the socioeconomic conditions, and I agree with G on this
It's
aspect.
basic human needs.
You have to address the socioeconomic conditions.
And that's the point.
Oh, I agree.
But at the same time, we allowed ourselves, those of us that stayed in those neighborhoods, to give up the political juice that we had from the 60s and the 70s.
But that was all generated from the fact that you had economics and you could focus. You wasn't distracted by simple human needs.
Well,
Like
you
if-
were in
like if you was in Detroit,
distracted, period.
Detroit, and at that time, Detroit could move. They had simple human needs in the 50s, 60s, and the 70s.
But we still had the same needs, but we went.
No, we didn't. We don't have those now. Now we
No.
have. We didn't have them in the 50s, 60s, 70s. We had jobs. We had careers. That's the one thing
You
why
can
I
pay your own
question.
rent, you can
That's
pay
the
your
one
own
thing why I
No,
question.
I'm saying,
is Donald Trump a true-
I'm saying, as far as we have the same issues as far as us not being educated and not being responsible.
But that wasn't what was going on in the 50s, 60s.
We were
70s.
responsible.
Yeah.
We were more
We
responsible.
didn't
then.
No.
Because you know why? Our
had
simple
jobs.
human
The needs were
basic
met.
needs were met.
Right, but what I'm also saying is that has to start happening. And what I'm saying is, when you give up that political power and you give up that social, when you give up that economic power, it changes the whole landscape. And
We
the
didn't give up
dynamic.
the social
You
economic
did
power.
give it up.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
How?
Nobody came. Like you said, some folks had to move because they couldn't afford the situation.
That's why everybody
Okay.
moved. Nobody
No.
wanted to move out of them houses. Nobody wanted to move to Palmdale.
Some folks wanted to move because the troubles of the '80s started coming in. And
That's
some
because
black-
the
and
troubles
some-
of the '80s
some
came
folks
because
couldn't
nobody.
handle it.
But
And they wanted to get away
but
from
I'm telling
the
you the reason.
quote-unquote riffraff that
but
looked
I'm
like
telling
them.
you that happened with the '80s because people didn't have. That's the only reason you had gangs. You only have these issues when you have basic human needs. This is not happening in neighborhoods where people got money. It ain't no gangs in Baldwin Hills.
It really ain't.
When people have
It ain't
social
okay. It ain't.
human
No
needs
disrespect to
met,
Baldwin Hills.
you don't need these things to create a
You go
false
step
sense
below
of
Ball
value.
Hills, you got plenty.
Oh yeah.
Right?
For
You
sure.
don't have a false sense. You don't need to create value. Gangs were to create value for people. All we trying to do as human beings is create value
That's it.
for
Can I
ourselves.
ask you an honest question as a gang member?
Sure.
I got a cousin. No, for real. I got hella cousins. No, for real. I got hella cousins as gang members, and I always had this conversation, but I don't feel like they are the intellects enough to be able to contextualize gang life as well as just be able to contextualize their thoughts in a proper manner, right? You say that that's the only way, or that's the life that you have, but is it more so just about? And I don't know. I've heard hella guys from the West Coast that they kind of rapping that's in your circle and stuff talk about life on the West Coast and being in different hoods and you walk a block. This is a new hood, all that kind of stuff. Is it really just about the social conditioning and where you grow up in and the hoods, or is it actually about the systemic oppression? That's my question.
But that's all economic. Systemic oppression is based off economics.
Yeah.
Everything is based off economics.
Yeah, but my question
Racism,
is
slavery that created the racism known in this country is based off of economics, capitalism, being greed, wanting to own people.
Yeah.
The desire to own people.
But I'll put it this way, right?
And then
I've heard rappers
so
talk about flocking and shit like that and other stuff like that.
burglary.
Or right? Is that
cat burgers.
cat burgers or whatever. But
They make it sound cool though. It's like cat
no.
burgers.
I mean,
flocking sounds so much better. I always tell my mom
but still,
cat burgers.
but is part of that. And don't get me wrong, I'm from 89th and Morgan, Chicago, 47th, in the Dan Ryan, 54th and Wabash. Feel free, go back and look it up. I grew up in the hood. And I know about it. But like I said, I have my homies and my cousins that went one way, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it's but my mentality growing up was always
I keep telling you.
No. But I'm saying, you said that you think that I'm just smarter than people,
It's
right?
not smarter.
Or smarter, more intellectual.
You have the ability to
I be
process.
taking what I'm doing and doing a bunch of negative shit with it, but I don't do that. I could be
You
doing
got
some.
to-
I could be
you
doing
have
some
something up-
nefarious ass shit.
You have something up
You gotta
there.
realize you
But
look,
that's my
look,
question.
bro.
Is it just about the social standards of
Yes.
where you live, or is it
I'm
about
gonna give you a perfect
the
example.
mentality
I'm
of it?
gonna tell you this is a real story, right? And this is about one of my big homies. And
Yeah.
I don't talk about it publicly, but it's funny because it's true. My big homie Mad Dog from 117th Street. Shout out to Mad Dog, right? Mad Dog grew up just like Mad Dog, Pluck, Shady Moon. They all grew up the same way. They both from Watts.
Yeah.
Wasn't a ton of economics.
Yeah.
Feel me? They made themselves. They was gonna make something out of themselves. They was gonna make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
You was gonna know they existed in this world.
Yeah.
They would hang out, drink, feel me, cause havoc, hustle, whatever they had to do to make something of themselves. Whatever it took. You wasn't gonna bully them. You was gonna go out, you was gonna see they was men.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Mad Dog got my two older homies in trouble Feel me? They went to prison. He stayed home. Came home. He still drinking, hanging out every day. And I watched this version of him hanging out, drinking. He got a job driving cement trucks. At the time, that was considered a good career. You got paid.
Yeah.
Feel me?
I mean, he still is, right?
He slowly, right? So he have a family. He went from hanging out every day to hanging out 3 days a week. Drinking, not drinking as much, to 1 day a week.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Mad Dog in 5 years.
Yeah.
If I could give these niggas a career that paid them $5,000-$6,000 a month, just that, ain't even that much money, $5,000-$6,000 a month.
Oh, you're right.
You would never see these niggas again.
Yeah.
My homie Ron, shout out to Ron. What up, man? My boy Maybach. Ron, we grew up the same way. He a little younger, hustling. We doing this. His family was, some of his parents was on drugs. They went through some things. They even fixed their life, right?
My daddy was
So we did all
so
this.
I feel it.
So we used to hang out every day in the hood.
Yeah.
Ron got a job, a career, made good money, $4,000 or $5,000. Bought him a house in Compton. He's not hanging out. This is only something to make something of ourselves. This is gangbanging ain't this horrible thing. It's friends coming together to make something of themselves, to let the world know they exist to the best of their ability.
So my question is, and obviously, based on your examples, it seemed like at a certain point it dropped off. So is it just about?
It's not a certain point.
But that's part of.
It's when the economic opportunity comes to make something of themselves.
Yeah, that's just where it is.
Everybody.
But does everybody accept that though? As someone who, like I said,
It's always gonna be one nigga, but we not talking about the one nigga who not gonna take it out of the 10 niggas or the 2 niggas who not gonna take. We talking about what would it be like if 2 niggas was thugging? If it wasn't 200 niggas thugging? You think it? So my point I'm saying to you is, dog, I'm not mad at what Hov is doing. Hov is a capitalist. He about his coin, and just like Nick saying, and the reality is in NFL he gonna do something, and NFL is gonna do some positive things in the name of black people. That's gonna happen, right? Kaepernick, right? He's gonna do his deal with Nike, which still is the same as doing the deal with the NFL, right? He's gonna do some positive things with black people, right? He's gonna teach some niggas that know their rights. He's gonna do this, that. That's cool. Let's get down to the real problem in our real community. The fact that we don't have economic opportunities to make something of ourselves. We don't have that available. It's not there. It's warehouses, like he said, in Watson Compton. But the same people who've been having them jobs for 56 years, when they was just all white, these towns still work there. They kids, they pass the job down to their kids. Nobody I know works on Alameda and Watts. Nobody. No, all these jobs. We talking about hundreds of jobs, enough jobs to service that community. They pass them jobs down to their kids. So when they get their jobs, that's why if you in Compton, right, and you driving up to 91 and you get to Alameda where the Fridays at, if you go around 12 and 3-4, it's traffic leaving Compton crazy. Ain't nobody going to work. Niggas getting off, driving to their house in Lakewood.
Going to work.
Niggas driving to their house in Lakewood. Niggas driving down to Paramount. All these factories.
Nissan, all of them in there.
And I'm trying to tell you, that's because our people are not in control of it. So my thing for Hov, my thing is for Oprah, my thing for any of these capitalist people, right, who provide entertainment. Bro. If you not passing brother's career, if you Kaepernick, you don't got the money. The reality is, I'm gonna be a super buck. I've never said this before in public. Hov don't got the money.
He don't.
All this shit is all these niggas are selling wealth. Oprah don't got the money. Oprah don't got the money. All these people selling wealth.
We wouldn't have an opportunity to offer you something that's gonna be great for you and polarize black people if we don't have more than you have.
That's how we look at it. So the reality is, until we get to the real problem, until these people decide that we really want to deal with what's going on in our community, the simple shit. So we could talk about rights and ties and suits and jobs, the white jobs that people ain't gonna hire your stupid ass. We could teach rights to kids when the police in the first place ignoring your simple human right to live. They ignoring that. So fuck all the other shit. Feel me? They ignoring your human basic right to live. Let alone your rights in this state
to live.
To live.
To live.
They shooting your ass down because in reality it's our fault because we not police. Because our community don't raise police. That's the solution.
100%.
That's the solution. The solution 100%. Until we literally figure out how we're going to exert ourselves into America. No different than Asian people hiring Asian people. Because again, that's kind of racist. But you have
Asian. I'm
saying Asian is so. I'm saying it's racist in the sense that I keep saying Asian, but
it's not racist.
Japanese, Chinese people, they have little Tokyo, they have Chinatown. Everybody creates their own shit. Until we decide that That's what it is. So I can't be. The reality is, at this point, I can't be mad at Ho because he's doing the same thing Kaepernick is doing. And I really know at the end of the day, the economics they're talking about, feel me, is not real. They don't have them, and that's why they have to do deals like this. I'm gonna tell you, a white man wouldn't do a deal like this.
I agree. That's why I got a problem with it.
But again,
I done worked in the industry too long to know how it works.
But again, at the end of the day, we still talk about entertainment. It's the reason we look at R. Kelly. Because we allow entertainment to become real life, and they programming us with this conversation, and that ain't what it's about. So until literally we get down to the simple human needs of our culture, because that's 80% of the problem. We can't even talk about not knowing rights. We can't even talk about what the NFL message is going to be to black people. Nobody give two fucks. Listen, basic human rights create value. Value will change. You can actually learn something once you have value. Not just you out of your whole neighborhood and homies that came up. You somehow was able to, like, man, it's more. Niggas don't believe it's more. You know what I mean? Niggas ask me.
Nah, bro, for real.
Yeah, I feel
you got something. Nick got something. Y'all are intelligent. Y'all have something to start with, bro.
Yeah, I just hope, like I said, I just hope that even if I'm not the guy, I can be the guy that sparks the change. But I got one last quick question for you.
Brother.
Yes, sir.
You rapped on Lupe Fiasco's Chopper. Lupe Fiasco is my favorite rapper of all time.
It's my boy.
Now, the reason why I was surprised when I first met you that you didn't drink or you didn't smoke, because in that verse, you was basically talking about, like, I think you got a bar in there, like, stripper pole in my daughter's room, but I'm gonna kill my daughter if she twerk. Like some shit like that.
Because that's our mentality.
But that's why I was about to bring that up, because even when we bookmark it, the whole Tupac Must Die thing we started in the beginning, after you said that to me when we was on set, we was just like talking, he was like, yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I never did nothing. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's a real lyricist, because he's painting pictures from different perspectives and different things. Is that really what that was about?
It wasn't.
I've been literally wanting to ask you this since I met you, but the first time I was like, I'm gonna be chill, I don't want to be a fan and like that. But like,
no,
literally,
that
I
was
fuck with Lupe. Lupe is my favorite rapper ever. So like,
that's a good choice.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's dope. Shout out Free Chili.
yeah, I saw him. He had a post earlier about cocaine being legal in Mexico. He was like, I got selfish reasons. I was like, we all, if you from the crib, you really know why.
You
know why. Free Chili. Go listen to that song on Fahrenheit 101 or 9/11 or whatever. Fahrenheit.
The song just talked about, really, that verse was about our conditions.
Okay.
I mean, what I got from the hook is that feeling of like where we trying to make something out of ourselves to where even with a county check, we trying to buy filet mignon. We trying to buy with food stamps. Yeah. Like we want a taste of value because we associate people eating filet mignon with success. So
I agree.
To me, when
I feel great about myself.
Yeah, and it's like it's crazy because it's just really a steak. And it's really a flavorless steak.
It's fucking food.
It's a horrible flavorless steak actually. It's actually a fucking the worst pizza steak in the world to me. Like you got to wrap bacon around it to give it some flavor because there ain't no fat.
I almost prefer a T-bone.
I'm a ribeye guy, but the point I'm saying is the whole verse itself, right? The whole verse itself is just about our condition, how we're trying to make something.
Okay.
Feel me? For real, like we set these standards where it's like stripper pole in my daughter's room, but I'm a stripper pole in my room, but I'm gonna kill my daughter if she twerk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill my daughter if she twerk. Miley Cyrus and that bullshit, but a real nigga can't judge. That's what Billy Ray had to deal with.
Yeah.
Feel me? And that's what it is. I've been to projects in Imperial Courts with all white carpets and perfect white rooms and all mirrors on the wall, like beautiful apartments in the projects. Because that's how bad we want to make something out of our life, and we want people to look at us and be proud they know us and admire us and be something. And we're gonna do it in all conditions. But it's the responsibility of the more intellectual people to not just care for themselves. That's why I'm saying I'm not with people saying, "Oh, Martin Luther King died broke." Martin Luther King didn't die broke, and Malcolm X didn't die broke.
No, they had the people.
Economics do not create value for nobody. These motherfuckers wasn't evicted out their house.
Yeah, I want to be remembered past making $1. If the kids in the world remember me today, I don't give a fuck about.
And I respect that everybody.
When I die, my money in the grave.
And I think a lot of black capitalism is driven off of trauma.
Man.
Feel me? You don't want your kids to grow up like you, so you feel like I need to make all this money so my kids never have to experience this. Like nigga, the first 10 million of your kids was never going to have to experience this. What you need the other 990 million?
This something I say to people, but I never tell. Like my mom told me her number one goal for her life was to make sure that I wasn't raised as she was raised, and she was raised in the projects. And she was raised in the projects on 48.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why we have basic needs. Like most of the people I know, dog, that got kids, the homegirls. Dog, they can't be like, I'm just get my kid to high school and make sure they don't go to jail.
That's my mom. That was my mom. That was my mom.
like that shouldn't be what you saying.
Yeah.
Like, make sure they don't go to jail should not be in that sentence.
Right.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's really.
But that's really
Hey,
like
get
them
through
people
high
that's really
school.
good.
High school, not
That's a real goal.
high school. I want to get you to be 18 and not
And
go to
then
jail.
you get there and you be like, hello.
That's it? Yeah, you be like,
And
that's
it's
it?
not their fault because that's what I'm trying to
I
tell
say,
you.
yeah.
Our distraction level is so high. Our basic needs are so that we like. If I could just meet my basic needs for 18 years of this little nigga's life,
Yeah,
if I can meet.
That's why I mean.
So I don't want to talk about no motherfucking rights because if you tell this cracker, oh, I know my rights, first I gonna fuck you up. Oh, I know my rights. You can't get your bitch ass out the
Get
car.
your ass out the car.
I wouldn't
You know
be
you're
teaching
right.
motherfuckers
You know
that.
you're
I'm like,
right.
listen, if I'm you, I'm gonna be cool. Let the man do what he gonna do. Check if you got some in your car.
But we've been teaching
go
that to each
jail.
other for black people for a whole century.
Well,
No, we haven't.
Listen.
We have.
No,
When a
no.
white man pull you over, be quiet, look down, say yes sir, no
He
sir,
didn't say
try to
be
make it out
quiet.
I
loud.
don't give a fuck about
He
the
just say
white
be
man,
quiet.
the black man. If a motherfucker,
I mean,
you
yeah,
pay to
police
keep
really don't
order.
have a,
if you pay a
color.
motherfucker to keep
Blue.
order, if you pay a motherfucker to keep
Yeah.
order, let that motherfucker keep order as best as he can. Feel me? And you deal with all. Like when I would go to jail, somebody did me wrong, cause I'm gonna just go to jail and all that, and then deal with it after that. I'm not finna challenge this motherfucker with this gun right now.
I feel it.
That's like a nigga cussing me out at this door. I'm finna kill you right here. Niggas cussing me out, I got a gun. I'm not even finna voice my opinion right now. It's all on you, partner.
I did it.
You got this.
It's all you,
You
partner.
got it, bro. You got it.
And on that note, it's been Hoops and Brews. This is the longest episode of Hoops and Brews history.
Ever.
Thank you, Nick Helmington. Thank you, Glasses Malone, for
My
coming
God.
through.
Yo, man.
We appreciate you guys, man.
Milestone.
We appreciate it. Much love. Go ahead, get your plugs in so we can get out of here.
Man, I'm Googling. Glasses
All right,
low.
exactly.
Hey,
Shout
man.
out to Mr. Fab.
Nick Hamilton, LA on all social
All right,
media
man.
platforms.
It's your boy TPJ, real TPJ. It's been Pavy. You know what it is. Hoops and Brews.